You are listening to The Decision Reel, brought to you by Bright Eyes Entertainment.
Oh, welcome to The Decision Reel, where we review movies of today and yesterday. Well, we try to.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting better at it, I think.
I don't know.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
It's been a year. I think we're doing very well.
We'll get better. Trust us.
No. We're doing great.
We're
I think this is entertaining as shit.
right. The banter.
Certainly don't trust us.
don't
I could
trust
re-listen
us.
to it. Yeah.
I mean, you can trust our movie reviews.
Yeah.
I mean, we're four very educated men.
Educated.
And our opinion fucking matters.
Yeah.
My man in tights.
We roam around the forest looking for fights.
We could do every Mel Brooks movie. Mel Brooks marathon.
God,
We
no,
should do a Mel,
please.
at least one.
We did.
We
and I
did
hated
Blazing
it.
Saddles, yeah, and Brent
Yeah.
just couldn't even.
I
You didn't. You
didn't-
stopped.
I turned it off. I turned it off.
Talk about a movie that's like outdated.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah.
Dude, except the first, like, one of the first lines of the movie is like, I'm paying y'all to work, not to dance around like a bunch of Kansas City faggots. Like,
It's so bad. It's so bad.
It was really bad. I remember doing that,
It
going
still
like, "Oh
makes
my
me-
god."
that line still makes me laugh. I pop for that because it's just so random.
This movie had a couple of those moments too.
Oh yeah, it kind of did. Well, this movie, what we're talking about,
Oh,
we're going
yeah.
to get to it. But real quick, I want to talk about the fact that we were going to do a movie, and then in the last seconds before we could even
In the 11th
get
hour.
it in the 11th hour, George is like, "You know what? I'm not really feeling this. Let's do a different movie."
I think George mildly trolled us, like knowing
I'm
us
so glad that
three,
he changed it.
and he was like,
Look, he's just
the back of his brain. He
swafting
was
that
like,
glass.
after last week, and you guys are railing me the whole time. I'm
Maybe
gonna
that's
make you-
exactly what it was.
I'm
Was
gonna
that it?
sit your asses down and make you guys watch this movie.
I'm certainly nowhere near passive aggressive enough for that. I just love this film. No, I'll just tell y'all you're fucking assholes.
This is the
Fine.
Wow, I
this
like
is
that.
this is the most George movie of all time.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, I think
I love this film. This
If
is
I-
a very special movie to my heart.
If profiling was cool,
Yeah.
if
100%.
profiling was
Right.
cool.
100%.
Don't worry,
You're
I got-
right.
I
No,
got
you're right.
I got plenty more of these little quiet indie darlings under my belt. You'll be seeing more
no
of them.
doubt.
Well, for the five
Every
people,
time I heard an acoustic guitar, I was like, motherfucker.
Like some
Soundtrack
Eddie
was
Vedder
great.
shit,
The
right?
soundtrack was great.
So good.
It was great. It was perfect for what it was.
It's just, dude,
I
it
love
sounded
relaxing, chill
Like,
acoustic
it
shit.
sounded
babe.
like Tom Waits crying for an hour and a half.
Okay,
sounded
so
like a
Tom Waits is
depressed
awesome.
Jack Johnson.
Not really.
Dude, I love Tom
I'm not.
Waits.
And the angels and the people and the
I love that shit.
Into the Wild, right?
Into the Wild.
Eddie
That-
Vedder. Right?
that
That's what
is-
was the reference. Was that was? Someone was like, "I sound like Eddie Vedder."
No, but
Oh,
that
Have you
is
seen Into
that
the
was
Wild?
me. Yeah. He
Yeah.
does that soundtrack. That's the shit.
It's just not him and mandolin for 3 hours.
Yeah, no thanks.
Longest.
I mean, I
movie
do
of
like
your
that-
life.
I do
that
like mandolins. I'm not
I
gonna
know
lie.
mandolins are great,
Yeah.
but
Not just that in Eddie Vedder though.
yeah,
Although I like this song.
I'm completely fine with that.
if I'm seeing Eddie Vedder, I want at least a couple. You know, I need a few of them.
It's funny. Anyways, the movie that we were supposed to review that George was adamant about doing last week was Pulp Fiction. For
Yeah,
the
see-
5 people who was like, "Oh my god, I can't wait for the review for that." Sorry, it might be coming. I don't know.
I don't know.
You didn't miss an episode.
You did definitely. Yeah, you definitely didn't miss an episode. But this week we are reviewing the movie called Away We Go.
Yep.
Yeah.
The pun with that is away we go with this review.
Yes, very much so. And
I'm excited to hear all of your opinions. I'm excited for you to shit on this movie that's very special to me.
how do you know we're gonna shit on it, man?
Do you want me to
I
go
already
first?
tell.
Yeah, hold on. You want me to go first? Because I don't.
Wait,
I'm not gonna
wait,
shit
hold
on
on,
it.
hold
Like,
on.
How does it? What is the
Let me do my little spiel here real quick. Before
Steve.
we get into
Spiel
this
away.
review, I do want to say if you're a
Steven
frequent...
Spielberg.
Ooh, I like that.
I love that.
Spielberg. If you are a frequent listener or now watcher of this podcast, which you can find on the YouTube,
Yeah, you can see my fucking man boobs, my black T-shirt
It's
today.
his turn
Getting
this
it.
time. It's his turn.
it's
not
his turn. Yeah, we're going away from the boobs. Each week will be somebody else. But if you are a frequent listener or viewer and you like what you hear or see, maybe, please help by taking 10 seconds out of your day, sharing any of our social media posts, or recommending this show to a friend. Also, if you haven't already, leave us a review. Make sure you're subscribed so you get our episodes right when they drop. And as always, if you haven't seen this movie yet, which I'm pretty sure most people have not,
No.
we're going to be talking about some spoilers.
I didn't even hear. I've never even heard of this movie, and it's got a really good cast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Oh,
movie's
yeah.
stacked for
Yeah.
sure. And you're right. When he said it, I looked it up and I was like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, I
I
don't
was
know if it would be.
I saw the flyer and I went, George. Even the flyer.
I thought it'd be a little
George.
bit. Even the cast, I for some reason had the expectations to be more like B-filmy.
Yeah.
Like super. Like at first, without seeing anything, I
Yeah.
was like, okay,
Just,
Peacock.
what? Just the title of
Rotten
it? You
Tomato,
mean?
yeah, everything about it in the beginning. I was like, wait, hold on. And I couldn't see anyone's face clearly because I think Peacock was loading funny.
Oh.
So
Cack.
Well, yeah, that's where the only place you can see it for free right now. Well, if you're a subscriber.
yeah,
Well, I do appreciate you guys, being okay with the last minute change.
That's fine, man.
Yeah.
no.
If it was any later, I would have.
probably-
It wouldn't have happened.
I probably could. If you would have let me know literally an hour later, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I actually watched both movies last night. And then I watched this, and then I put on Pulp Fiction, and I just was like,
Was this a random like? Hey,
I've
this
seen
movie.
this movie 100 times.
Were you
Okay.
in like
I love
a
this movie.
blanket drinking like
Blanket.
some sort of special tea?
Yeah, some
George.
herbal.
All wrapped
Like
up
some
That's
with
candle,
his
most
herbal.
nights.
well-lit
Most
candle.
nights.
Most
A
nights,
dimly lit candle.
but that was not last night. I was
Some
under a
herbal
blanket,
tea.
but there
It's
was
like
no
a-
tea.
Babbling brook candle.
A nice babbling brook.
It was a Woodwick, actually.
Oh, dude, you know what? Those are the best candles.
Ooh.
Right?
I like a
don't
little
those
pop
can- I
and
don't-
crackle with
I
my.
don't like those candles, man. They burn
fuck
funny
is
and
a
they
Woodwick?
never last long enough.
It sounds like a little campfire.
Yeah, it's
They
got like
crackle.
Crackly crackle.
You ever smoke a clove cigarette? Same thing.
a clove cigarette. Never heard of that.
Yeah.
What is
You
that?
You never smoked a Jarum?
Sounds like a Lord of the Rings.
It's a
character.
cigarette, but it's got cloves in it and it pops
Oh,
when you smoke them.
Tom Bombadil.
interesting.
Sounds dangerous.
Well, this movie, Away We Go. You can watch it as we talk.
Smoking genuinely is dangerous.
Go ahead, see.
It is, yes.
Thank
but
you, Surgeon General.
Thank you.
the Surgeon General is here. His name is Brent, and he's going to be telling us what we should do with our bodies from the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good thing, but
Take advice from the fat drunk.
He's a little hungover today too.
just a little bit. The Surgeon General of the show is a little hungover today.
Yeah, me and Jim Beam had it out last night, and I lost.
Old Jimmy Bean went to different
Lost.
high schools together.
That's funny. Where to
Sorry,
watch this
old man
movie
joke.
currently, as we talked about, it's on the Cock.
It's on the cack.
Peacock. You can buy or rent it from YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, Vudu, and Amazon, as always with every other fucking movie that we've ever done.
Right.
Right.
I think that's
Right.
2 weeks in a row for the cack.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
There's been
And
a
you know
lot
what
of
else?
movies.
I didn't have any commercials in this one.
Yeah.
The fuck you, Die
I
Hard.
didn't either. I had the
The
beginning.
beginning, yeah, it's like
yeah.
a 45-second commercial.
I didn't get
This
that.
is my first cock movie.
Cack.
The cack. Yeah, no. That threw me for a loop last week when
Yeah.
we got ads
It's like 3
on the Die
commercial
Hard.
breaks during the movie.
It's
Eat a bullet.
okay. I'll remember that. So the plot of this movie, Away We Go, a couple who is expecting their first child travel around the U.S. in order to find a perfect place to start their family. Along the way, they have misadventures and find fresh connections with an assortment of relatives and old friends who just might help them discover home on their own terms for the first time.
Yeah.
That's actually,
It's like the perfect
One-
synopsis of the movie.
Yeah.
That nailed it.
that
Yeah,
was probably the
100%.
best plot we've had on this show yet.
Simple to the point.
Unless but they could have went like quirky hipster couple. You know, that you could have sprinkled that.
Ram
in there.
Schneider
I don't
is
think
the
they're
stapler.
hipsters. I don't think they're
Get
hipsters.
rid of all those
What?
adjectives.
I don't think they're hipsters.
He was whittling in their bedroom.
What,
bro.
which,
I
what,
don't
no, he
think,
didn't even think it was
I
whittling.
don't think he was. He wasn't being
cobbling.
ironic.
Oh,
Like,
no,
the thing-
yeah,
the
cobbling.
The distinctive factor that
I
would
think
make
he
him
was-
a hipster is he would be doing it ironically. He that's just who he really was. Like I think he was a genuine human. You know,
an '86 diesel.
he wasn't
Volvo.
angsty
That was the most
like a
car.
hipster would be.
You've
know?
got a point.
I just think he was like maybe he didn't act socially inept around people, but definitely the first 10 minutes of the movie, I thought he was.
I thought he was on
When
the
he was
spectrum.
eating my Rudolph out.
Yeah. There's a bunch of weird. Yeah.
Yeah, the way
he came up like and he's like talking in the middle of it. I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on here, but this guy seems a little funky.
Like tell her, funky.
funky.
You know?
Funky. Your vagina tastes fruity. So
And there's
weird.
only two times you would know, or that it was different. Yeah, you're right. Now that you
Exactly why
said
I
that,
thought
I
he
was
was
like,
on the
okay, yeah,
spectrum.
that
Is
makes
he
sense.
autistic? That's
But
his
as a-
thing. Eating pussy. He's like really, really good at it.
As it goes on,
Oh
you
my God.
realize he's not, but definitely
That's
the first
fucked
few
up.
minutes. of
No,
the
you
movie, it's
realize
weird.
he's
just a nice,
a
sweet
normal
human.
I think he's just a
dude.
genuine dude.
yeah, for sure.
He's literally painted us the word like it's another one of those things where there's very few dudes I guarantee that are like that beautiful human being in that movie. Him specifically.
What, Steve? Oh, the flashlight.
You're welcome. Just trying to help out a bud over here with his flashlight on.
I didn't know how that happened.
I don't know. I'm just trying to help. Goddamn.
So
So this is written by David Eggers and this name, Vendela Vida. VEN.
Belladonna, the porn
Like-
star.
No.
Mandela,
VENDELA.
Vendilla. Vin Diesel.
Vendella. Yeah, Vin
Oh.
Diesel was on this one.
Family.
Anything about
Family.
family, I wrote it.
Perfect. They are a husband and wife writing team. They wrote some other stuff that's not very notable. This is probably the biggest thing they kind of know.
I guess, yeah.
I guess. It was directed, though, by Sam Mendes, who's also directed American Beauty, Road to Perdition, Jarhead, Skyfall, Spectre, and 1917.
Those
James
are
Bond?
all bangers.
2 James Bonds and 1 World War I movie.
That
James
no,
Bond
that people
movies.
barely talk in.
James Bond.
Or no,
marathons
I'm
for
thinking
days.
of. I'm not 1917. What am I thinking of?
Well, 1917, there's not a lot of talking, but there is.
Did we watch that together?
That's what I was kind of getting
We
at. Why I
watched that
put it.
together,
Yeah,
right?
we had a little mandate. We went and saw that movie when it came out. We should have went to the IMAX.
That was
Amazing movie. Amazing
What
movie.
was the World War II movie that came out like last year?
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk. They barely talk in Dunkirk.
You know what? That is my
Yeah.
least favorite Chris Nolan movie by
Me
a lot. That
too,
movie is,
bro.
It was
That-
so boring and
it was-
disappointing.
The shots in that movie though. Were
It looked great. The movie looked great.
Sure,
The
yeah.
movie's beautiful,
But nothing
The
happened.
movie sucks.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch
yeah.
Saving Private Ryan 10
What's
times out
that?
of 10.
What's that
Blech.
movie with Andrew Garfield that came out a few years ago? where he's
Silence.
passive. He was like a passive.
Silence.
Was that what it
He's
was?
like a.
I thought it was something different. Than that he was.
Maybe
he
I'm
was he
mistaken.
joined the military. It was like World
Oh,
War II.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Yes.
Yeah. That movie
was
was
a good
great.
one, too.
Yeah.
That was very good. Yeah,
That was a
yeah.
good movie too.
Completely forgot that was Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Who's having a
100%.
career resurgence right now, by the way.
He's
He's
great.
going to be Spider-Man again.
No
I
spoilers.
saw. Oh fuck! I can't say it now, George. God damn it! Have you
Look.
seen the movie yet?
Not just for me.
How can you
but
not
for our
see the
listeners.
movie?
Have you seen the movie?
How
yet?
is
This
any
is not
person-
a spoiler? It's not a spoiler.
I haven't seen it.
It's not.
But you're not in the...
Well, maybe
I
it
went
is
to the
a
movies
spoiler.
on
Fuck.
Christmas.
No, but what I'm saying is... What'd you see?
American Underdog, and it ruled.
I don't even know what that
The
is.
fuck is that?
The Kurt Warner story.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know who that
yeah.
is.
It's sports balls. Don't worry about
It's
it.
with
don't care.
I know you don't.
Levi,
yeah,
whatever
the
Levi.
guy that played Shazam or
Yeah.
whatever.
Did you see that?
What?
Shazam.
No.
That was
Oh, okay.
awesome.
It
We're
was
talking
good.
about the Captain Marvel DC Comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie was fucking good.
But yeah, American Underdog gave it a solid 7 out of 10. Very good. I like a good true story.
Yeah.
Rags to riches story.
That and Miracle to me could probably be kind of the same
so
thing.
yeah, but anyway, sorry. Back to Away We Go.
Right, thank you.
Yeah.
Trying to stay on track here on the rails for once
No,
about
they're
a
not
movie
gonna
we're
happen.
talking
They're
about.
coming off, and people like it too much.
Hey, that's a good thing. If anybody's listening out there or wants to comment, do you like us going off the rails or do you want us to stay on? Do you want us to
I mean, we always end up coming back.
It's the best part.
We bring it around
It's
town.
hilarious when we got a when Steve's like, like trying to talk while we're in the middle of losing. Like we're
Ranting.
talking. It could be the most like
You're right, though. He's absolutely
obscure
right.
shit, and Steve's like,
Motherfucker.
I'm trying to say shit literally for like 5 minutes. I've watched you do it for like 5 minutes now.
You son of a bitch.
Not today, but like
Yeah, no.
at a
He
different-
will. Don't worry about it.
Collectively.
Can I, please? Question?
You do?
Hold-
You don't.
Hold
You do?
on. Hold on.
Japan
You
food.
don't.
Stop.
Nobody will get that reference. Comment if you get that fucking reference.
What? What?
I didn't
movie?
hear it. What was
Is
it?
that Freddy
You do?
Got Fingered?
No. It's
Hey,
so
Daddy, would you like
SNL. That's
Huh?
all I'm going to say. SNL.
What?
We watched a joke about it one time. The main star of the movie, Jim Brewer, did something about him. Oh, Pamela.
Oh,
You're so hot.
Where are we at?
We are at starring. This movie is starring John Krasinski as Bert, Maya Rudolph, who
love Maya Rudolph so much.
Me
There's-
too. She, just a gem.
She
Yeah.
looked really good. In
Her
this
and
too.
Kristen
Oh,
Wiig.
she never not
Great
looks
comedy duo.
she's got that weird. She could be ugly, but she's not ugly.
good. Right.
Yeah, face and whatever. And I'm gonna bring it back to MacGruber, but she kills it in MacGruber and this movie.
Maya
And her
Rudolph's
character.
Gruber
This celery in
Shows
the
you-
butt thing. I'll forever talk about.
shows how much I paid attention to that fucking trash heap.
Oh,
Hey,
there's
hey.
a TV show coming out.
It's out.
It's out.
Well, I've watched
Oh, is
the
it
first
out?
3
Is it
episodes. It's amazing.
I know it
if you
sounds-
Sure
love
it's not
MacGruber, no,
Counterproductive.
I love Kristen
But
Wiig.
you
so I'll
gotta
watch
shove the
anything
big
with
end up there.
dude.
I think
It.
I think we talked about MacGruber last
so
week.
good.
And you said the
It's
same
so
fucking
good.
thing.
It's because it's the
It's
best
stupid.
part of the movie.
It's so stupid.
I hate
It is,
that
but
movie.
I
God damn, I hated it so much.
Yeah,
it's
no.
bad.
Yeah.
The more you watch it, the better it is.
I'd
And
rather watch this
Val
movie
Kilmer.
100 times in a row.
dude, Val Kilmer kills it in that movie.
It's
As
so
Dieter von
good.
Kunth.
It's so stupidly good.
He's like, why don't you go and date rate that girl again? He's like, that's my daughter. I
All right.
fucking love
Maya
that movie.
Rudolph.
Maya
is in the
Rudolph
movie film.
as
Talk about
Verona.
Maya.
Allison Janney as Lily, Carmen Ajogo, Ejo, G-O.
A JoJo?
A JoJo? A Go-Go?
A dojo.
Anyways, that's Maya Rudolph's
A Cobra
sister
Kai?
as Grace. Catherine O'Hara as Gloria. Jeff Daniels as Jerry. Jim Gaffigan as Lowell.
Damn.
Maggie Gyllenhaal as Ellen.
She was so good.
I didn't get the joke.
lactation nurse.
Oh.
And also
Sucking on her
Ellen.
titties. What?
Like
Well-
you wanted me, Colin.
So, but like they walk into the door, it says LN, and he was like, I don't, and she goes, really? I don't get the joke.
I thought her name is Ellen.
Ellen,
Yeah,
yeah.
right. But L-N. Spelled out L-N.
Yeah.
But
Right.
her
It
name's
was really
Ellen.
confusing. But
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. I didn't get it right away either. I've just seen this movie a lot.
What's the joke?
The joke is her name is Ellen, spelled E-L-L-E-N.
It's
but
not
she's spelling it
abbreviated.
L-N. Because she's one of those people.
Dude.
So walking into the office already, you're like, man, fuck this.
This
bitch.
movie's so cringy. It's like,
And
But
of
it is
course
on
she-
purpose.
Like the way she's like bouncing around the
And
whole
of
time.
course
She's
the-
like nursing the baby.
And of course the hyphenated name. I am down with a lot of, like, I'm very, very open-minded when it comes to a lot of things. But if I were to ever get married again and the girl's like, oh, I want to hyphen my name or I'm going to keep mine. No, you're not. No, you're not.
no.
See, I'm the opposite.
No,
I'm
you're
like,
not.
Do that.
I'm
Don't
like,
you ever
please
do
keep
that.
your name.
What?
Beautiful man, don't hyphenate your name.
That's what
That's what he's saying. No, you're not.
No, I'm telling her keep her name. Just
fuck
keep your
that.
whole name.
No, dude.
If we have
You're
You know the
marrying-
first thing I did when we
You're
found out
marrying
that
me, you're
I
taking
was
my
having
name.
a boy.
I'm
You
not
know
into
the
that.
first thing I did?
I am.
That baby is my name.
My son, I was like, he's getting my name.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way. And it
All
worked
of your
out
name, too.
perfectly because the doctor asked me to fill out the information.
Perfect.
Because
And
she
I
was
was like,
under.
okay.
I'm like,
It's whatever I want it to be.
funny story, real quick. I spelled
Let's
my
hear
middle
it.
name wrong because
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
did.
know.
Your own middle name, dude.
I didn't. In my defense, I was young. I had this kid very young, and I had been spelling my middle name incorrectly my whole entire
What is your
life.
middle name?
It's Corey, and I was always
With a
spelling
C.
it.
Coy.
I really thought it was gonna be so.
He
Like,
put a W in there.
An
Coy.
I
It's
thought it was
all
EY,
Coy.
but it's just Y. And
Yeah,
so my
it's-
son
yeah, goddamn it.
has CORY.
so he's not a.
So-
or
he's
mine's
not a- he's not a
CORY.
junior.
His is COREY.
Exactly.
He's not a junior.
He broke.
Junior, you can actually have a different name and still be considered a junior.
Really?
Yep.
Well, it's Wally, and it doesn't matter the middle name.
If you fill it out
Junior.
like that, yeah, 100%.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can, you
true.
can just say whatever you. You could just be
I
like
could say, I could name my son fucking
Han Solo.
Han Solo
Ash
Baga.
Cheek and then write
Junior.
junior right there.
And
And,
they're
they
like,
would be
okay.
I
like,
guess you're right. Yeah,
a
it's on
first,
paper.
second, or third.
Right.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So
Like
now you know.
or okay, wow.
The more
me
you
and-
know.
Me and my son have that. That's our one distinction. So if he ever
Coy.
tries to lie and fill my name out wrong
Oh, I know.
later on,
He's on it.
I'm saved.
Listen, Corey.
Yeah.
Coy.
Good job, buddy.
Coy.
Not getting past me.
Mm-mm.
Little shit.
This movie is produced by
love my
Big
son.
Beach and Neal Street Productions. I do want to say
Big Bear.
Big Bear. Oh, God damn it. I haven't said that in a while. I'm going to say that now for the next 3 days. Thanks.
Big
I'm
Bear.
just going to walk in the kitchen. Big Bear.
I used to take trips to that place when I was a kid.
What,
A wee
Big
lad.
Beach?
Big Bear.
No, Big Bear.
Big Bear.
Big Bear Mountain.
All right. I want a quick little story.
Go ahead,
I
Steve.
tried to tell Brent that Super Troopers 2 is way better than the first movie.
I
and
would
he
say
told me, nah, dog. I don't think so. I'm never
you
going to
have
watch
an
it.
inside look at Super Troopers 2.
Obviously, because they
you're
go to Canada.
Yes.
And it's Canadian.
But-
say it.
But I would say it is better, but I also watched it with you. So I had all the...
I did the same thing to him.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, we're sitting down here and we're watching it.
I don't think it's a lot better, but just a little bit better.
It's definitely better. It's not like far beyond better. It's
Yeah,
better,
yeah,
though.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's better because they had how many years to perfect their craft.
Right, and they did.
With like how many jokes you could do a minute and just like making a story.
Right.
And I feel like the movie itself is just better all around.
I would never watch that again by myself, but
Oh,
if
I
you
would.
and I were together,
Yeah.
I'd
Oh,
watch
all
that
right,
in a
all right.
fucking
That makes
heartbeat.
sense. That makes sense. A Big Bear.
A Big Bear. Can you stream Macbeth yet? Because I still want to watch that.
You talking about the tragedy of Macbeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's so
Dude,
random.
do you like A24 films?
Yeah. We talked about this.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Was it
but I'm
when I
not
was
watching
drinking all the
Hereditary.
time?
No, we talked about it like last week because you were like, oh, man, I want to see it too.
I was probably drinking last
We
week.
were drinking last week. I got a little
I'm
tip.
drinking now.
Got a
And
little turned up
I
last
feel
week.
I feel like I finally found
The right
my
mixture.
the like my my comfort zone.
I like
You
it.
almost
now
call it feng shui.
the man. Yeah, I
Whatever.
did.
Hey, it's what it is. I
got
found my
myself-
man, my feng shui.
But the man that introduced me to said feng shui is not drinking today because he's hungover, and I feel kind of like You probably should.
We talking about Big Bear over here?
You ain't peer pressure to.
I got a lot. Look,
I got to chill.
I got
Say
shit,
that 5 times fast.
I got shit.
It's
I got a lot
in
of
cran.
shit.
It's barely a drink, dude.
I got to dude. I was pounding Diet Cokes and Jim Beam last night. Like I was getting paid.
You know what ends up fucking
Were you
up?
though?
You know what? The fucking sweetness of a drink will fuck you up more than the alcohol, I think. Like,
Here's
for
the-
real?
here's-
Yeah, you're
Here's
right.
the thing
I
that
don't
My
make me
favorite
puke way
Jimmy Eat
more.
World song.
since I
Sweetness.
since I stopped like drinking beer, and I don't get beers used to give me the worst hangovers. Whiskey does not give me a hangover. It's that bottle of shots that we drank, that pre-mixed bottle of shots.
Oh God.
You
Yeah.
watch your sugar, you drink plenty of water, man. The hangovers don't happen so bad.
Eat.
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 You need food.
Water,
I'm telling you, bag of
low sugar. You do all right.
Lay's works way
But
better than
potatoes,
just
you were
Which-
here.
which kind of
Anything
Lay's?
potatoes, man.
Cheetos work really good.
You gotta watch.
Cheats.
You gotta watch chips, man. The salt will dehydrate you, brother.
Well, you got to drink too. I'm not saying just eat chips.
I
It's
woke
not
up in
fucking
my bathtub
desert island. Oh my God.
with the cold water
You
running.
Savage.
Wait.
Oh,
how
that's
high
terrible.
was the tub?
That's
No,
dangerous.
no. The shower was on.
Oh, the shower.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
woke
my
up at
God.
quarter after 12. Like, what?
He's like
year
there.
is
There's like
it?
a
What year
there's
is
like a
it?
toaster sitting
It's
next to him, like plugged in.
Oh my
You're like,
God.
what the fuck?
What was I thinking about?
Brent's just ready to go. Like, look,
No,
I'm drinking until I can't see feelings.
I sleep with 15 rounds loaded.
He literally just wakes up and
Can't
is like,
smell
I really
pain.
Gotta stop.
I can't smell pain.
I sleep with a loaded 9mm next to my face.
You gotta be
This
careful.
just
You
got-
might not wake up next
This
time.
got
like, for
dark
real.
as shit. That's
I
my
really
bad.
did. Yeah,
Well,
it's
no,
fine.
no.
Moving on, man.
No. It's not.
This lighthearted indie
Wholesome
darling. Let's
love
move on.
story.
Like seriously.
It's for intruders, not intrusive thoughts.
Ooh, I like where you went with that.
Be careful,
Intruders
guys.
into my own
This
brain.
could be his 13th reason why. Keep going.
What?
I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
What's the 13 reasons?
That's a movie.
Oh,
And the
Never mind.
13th
13
reason.
ghosts.
The 13th
Dude,
reason is
great.
Underrated
never mind.
movie.
Great
Really
movie.
underrated. Anyways, this was distributed
Zombie
by
titties.
Focus
The
Features.
best.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
I love dead ticks tits.
Brent with his list of titties. He's got zombie titties on it next.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Who's
what
keeping track of the titties?
This guy.
Brent, obviously.
That we have
What
to
do you
show him.
mean? What do you mean? Who?
We need to,
Did you
well,
see
we
the?
have to test his ability.
He just-
and we talked about this
Me.
the first episode I was on, where we need the tit
You could
lineup.
probably pull up like
That'll be the first
you know that movie-
Patreon
you know
episode.
that website, Mr. Skin.
Yeah.
Y'all could probably flip through like
If
movies.
I gave lifeless titties the hue of like alive titties, could
Yeah.
you tell the difference?
Probably.
Do you remember on Hot Rod when he's like eating fucking jelly beans and he's like very cherry cola and he like knows all the flavors?
Yeah.
I feel like we could like do that with like pictures of tits for movies and he would know like
The
the
movie
movie,
and the actress.
year, the actress.
Yeah.
Like you would be. That's you.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Talk about another weird fucking awesome movie. Have you guys done Hot Rod yet?
Sure
Yo,
did.
we
yeah.
did, yeah.
Hot Rod's that's great.
love Hot
Andy
Rod.
Samberg. That's
Yeah,
Love
it's
Hot
probably my
Rod.
favorite comedy like of all comedies.
That's like almost
Stunts.
MacGruber like.
Yeah,
So
that
you
makes
know what
no
I'm
sense
saying?
if you like that, but you
No,
don't like
no.
MacGruber.
No, that's like dumb
Hot
comedy.
Rod, no, Hot Rod is much smarter than people give
Yes.
it credit
Yes.
for.
And
Well, no,
Bill-
it is.
And Bill Hader's in it, and
you're right.
anything he's in.
And what's his
Dude,
name?
Will
Danny
Arnett.
McBride.
Danny
Will
McBride.
Arnett.
I love
Come
Will
on.
Arnett.
When he's like
Come on.
Babe.
he's using that bench grinder.
Babe.
Your Will Arnett voice is pretty good.
Thank you. I've watched a lot of Lego Masters recently,
Oh,
and he's
that's
like,
I
he's the
hate
host.
that show.
Okay.
I can't not. I get the formula of it, and it is tired.
My
but
favorite-
I love it.
Give me
All
the
of my favorite
Formula
SNL skits are fucking Bill Hader skits. All of them.
Bill Hader.
It's because he
great.
can't keep his composure 90% of the
Yeah,
time.
but he
I
does
love
it
that.
because they're funny. He doesn't do it because he thinks he should, like Jimmy Fallon did.
Like Jimmy Fallon
100%.
does. God, I can't fucking.
He's even
stand
worse when
Jimmy
it's
Fallon.
like
I hate
keeping your
Jimmy Fallon.
I fucking
composure.
hate Jimmy Fallon so much.
Yeah.
Why?
One of my favorite.
He's the
fucking hate
worst.
You
Jimmy
think
I
he's
hate
fake?
it.
Do you think
Yeah,
he's
he's
fake?
fake as
I think
fuck.
he's inauthentic.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think he's
yeah.
a fucking.
And I feel like he's just on coke all the
Yes,
time.
he's literally inauthentic and on coke. Like yes.
Yeah.
Those are.
Speaking of
the criticisms.
alcoholics, Jimmy Fallon is an alcoholic and has said so many times that he suffers from
So
just
is John Mulaney,
drinking.
but
Well,
I
then
love
he's
John
super
Mulaney.
high functioning.
I
Jesus.
love John Mulaney.
You still
Motherfuckers.
You still haven't
You
watched.
motherfuckers.
You still
I
haven't
know.
watched. Oh,
I know.
hello.
I know. I'm sorry. All right, I'll watch it. I'll
Dude,
watch it
so
ASAP.
fucking funny.
I've been watching Big
Oh,
Mouth,
hello.
so
I heard that was good.
It's
I haven't
fucking
watched it.
hilarious.
I think I'm getting over the cusp of like the and then it gets good
Yeah.
parts, right? Because
I-
every
I-
show,
Yeah, it can't be. Not. It's not all killer, no filler.
that's what I'm saying. Every show has to find their footing, and once they find their footing, then you're like, all right, I'm in. right? Now, I will say a lot of these Marvel TV shows, not to diverge,
Right.
they know what their footing is because they're already in the universe
Yeah.
and they know what they're doing and they just turn them
I
and
watched
burn
the
them.
3 episodes of Black Arrow, or not Black Arrow,
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
6 episodes, I think.
Oh, well,
Hawkeye.
I only saw the first 3 with my
Never
nephew.
Okay,
That-
it's
who's
really
that-
good.
Brent, who's the blonde chick in there? The short little blonde chick from Hawkeye, and she was
Are
in.
you asking the question? Or
I'm
are you-
asking him. I'm
Okay,
asking him
okay.
because he's the lady connoisseur.
He's the lady.
Dude, I wasn't paying
connoisseur.
attention that well. I don't know.
There's
Oh
a
no,
little
no,
blonde
she's
in
not.
there.
She's not
It
in
really
it in the
only
first
works-
3
it's the blo-
episodes.
it's what's her
I know who it
little
is.
sister.
Yeah, but
He
she
talks
doesn't
a lot
come
of-
in until the
She's
end.
my new female actress crush.
Listen.
She's in an A24 movie.
This guy talks a lot of shit, but he really only knows Rule 34 Teen Titans.
You're right. You're right.
That is true.
It's very true. No, yeah, her character
Furinari
and the
Rule
way
34.
she
This dude
acts
knows
is
new
amazing.
grounds.
I
Amazing.
feel like if I had if someone like was like, hey, enter a chick you like at a computer, that
This
would
is
be
it.
That would be what would pop up.
I got
Is it
you.
Haley Steinfeld
You
or
know,
Florence
she's
Pugh?
Let me
like
see.
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh.
100%.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
'Cause she's from Midsommar.
Something about her is
Yeah.
like perfect to me. Like
I-
perfect.
You know,
No, Midsommar,
you know
no.
who she reminds me of? She reminds me of
The Witch.
Peyton List a little bit. And Peyton
You're
List
thinking
is
Anna Taylor-Joy?
fucking
You're
mold.
right.
It's
Florence Pugh,
Midsommar.
you're right.
I would take her out on a nice dinner date.
And never call her
You're so
again.
wholesome.
I would
You're-
call her a
you're
bunch of
so
times.
I know. Yeah, you're
wholesome.
right. No, I
You
think
would, you would check to make sure she's had enough
I
to
want a
drink.
steak.
Make sure she had a nice lunch.
that's random.
And
I
she's
have a hankering
Nice
for
T-bone.
red. I have a hankering for red meat. right
Fucking
now.
Big Bear over here.
Fucking red.
That's your new name, by the way.
Big Bear.
Big Bear.
I'm cool.
he likes that.
I've got the Shenandoah Mountain
He's
Starter
like,
Kit on.
okay.
I got
You're
the
good. Look,
fucking
yeah, you got the fucking devil's
Devil's
backbone.
Back with
Yeah.
the Bold Rock hat
And the
on.
two-
You look like
Yeah,
you're
look
about
at
to like
you.
take a diamond like level ski
Look at you.
fucking thing, right?
Let's talk about Away We Go.
Real quick, I want to bring up something, and I'm going to be the one to go off on a
Yeah,
fucking tangent.
Steve. I love this.
Look
Steve's
at
like
this.
3
Are
tangents.
we
Look at
talking
now.
about Beverly
This is 3
Beverly
tangents from Miss
D'Angelo's
Colsey.
boobs in
Honestly,
Europe
honestly,
trip?
Euro
Steve's
trip?
taking us
What?
on more
I know,
tangents than
right?
anybody.
Shut the fuck up.
We've been,
You should shut the
Wow.
fuck up. There we go, Steve.
Steve made it very clear to us before this episode started.
Steve
we really
went-
got to stay on track.
He's
guys.
full alpha
It's
male
really
today.
important that we stay on track. I'll give you a signal when we need to get back on track.
And it's going to be.
All right, keep it going.
Okay,
what's
no,
the
what I
fucking
want to say
digression?
was, and this is just, it's funny. I stumbled upon a video yesterday of Brent being Big Bear. No, as
Big Bear.
is
You
a,
gotta say
it was
like
a
that?
it was a video from CBC, which is a Canadian Broadcasting Corporation,
Did they
the
drink
news.
milk from bags?
This is from like '84, and it was when snowboarders started taking over the mountains, and
Oh.
it was skiers being interviewed
When they were
going,
all oblong looking.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
when
and they
actually,
didn't have edges, and they had
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
planks.
Well, no, they had-
Exactly.
Yeah.
they had the thing that you held onto, like
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
the
yeah,
strap or whatever,
Yep, yep, yep.
and it was basically them saying like, look, we don't want these people here. They're
Like
causing
late
like
80s,
whatever.
right?
the same thing they said about like skateboarders in the 90s.
Exactly,
Same
right,
shit.
right,
Yeah,
exactly. Like they're causing, up-teen injuries and whatnot, and
I
this
mean,
needs to be out of here.
Snowboarding is much slower than skiing.
Well, at
I'm
the
just
time, it
saying.
was
I
not
don't- I
because
have
the
no idea.
boards
I
back
don't know.
then were like harder to control, and
So they were just like cruising fast as shit down the mountain. Have you
They're
ever been
basically
snowboarding?
standing on a toboggan.
Have you ever been
What about-
snowboarding?
yes,
No,
I have.
I've never been to a snowy mountain
Snowboarding
before.
I
is
haven't.
so much harder than skiing.
I agree with you
1,000 times harder.
because
Is it like surfing? Have you surfed before?
well,
I've never
that's
surfed.
so
I was told
surfing.
it's a lot like surfing.
Well,
But body surfing.
That sounds hard.
so the
It's
whole
not that bad.
Boogie
but yeah.
boarding.
the whole reason snowboarding came about was because of Californians wanting to surf
Right.
in Northern California,
Right.
and because it snowed up there, they invented snowboarding.
Let's just like surf like on. This is still
Let's-
water, dude.
yeah.
It's just like
What's that Disney
it's
movie?
just-
Yeah, I'm
Cold.
getting there. Johnny Tsunami.
Johnny fucking
Oh
Tsunami.
my
So
God.
the funny thing about Johnny
Oh,
Tsunami.
I know what movie I want to do.
Oh,
Johnny
let's do it.
Tsunami?
Oh, no. It's
Brink?
a different one.
All right, all right. Oh,
Shut the fuck up. That's
Dude, I
not
love
it, but
Brink.
that's really close.
motocross.
That's really close.
Hold on.
It's my turn, right?
Oh,
I know what movie it is.
No, you don't.
It's not.
Yes, I
There's
do.
no way.
so
It's Devon Sawa and
Wild America.
no.
dude,
That movie's good, right?
JTT,
Yeah.
Devon Sawa, and
He
who
goes
was
to,
the
like,
other guy?
Cincinnati.
I forget.
He's friends with fucking Seth Green in the
the
movie.
oldest one. I forget.
You might
don't either.
might have this. I don't remember if Seth Green was in this or not.
What the hell? Vinny knows it.
I'm
What?
like trying to save my favorite one.
The
so
Luck
I
of
don't
the
do my favorite
Irish.
one.
Let's
Does
talk
everyone
about.
remember that?
Go ahead.
Away we go.
Yeah.
Look at this guy bringing it back
It's
here.
his movie.
Yeah,
and we're
you're
all
right.
like
I'm
taking
sorry.
it away.
This is a special movie to my heart. I brought,
And I
it,
could
I brought
so-
it to the decision reel because I love it and I love you guys. And
I could tell.
share this film.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
could tell.
I do wanna say
100% that this was something.
Brent's got it. Brent's got it.
It's a special movie.
Is it Airborne?
No.
Damn.
Oh.
No.
Fucking love that movie.
Anyways,
I think Steve will know it if I bring it up. You guys might know it.
Sidekicks?
Johnny Tsunami.
I love
I'll
Johnny
wait till the end.
Tsunami.
Holes?
Have you seen the second Johnny Tsunami?
I haven't seen either of them, actually.
Really?
Away we go.
I read that book actually.
I do want to say though, just because you touched on it, it is
Yeah.
actually Vinny's pick next week because he's going to be on for the first episode of the week. But
yeah.
after
Do we
it's
know
your
his
pick,
Do we know his
Son of a
pick?
bitch.
I asked him earlier in the day. He's thinking on it, thinking hard.
Well,
said.
he's got like an hour.
I'm gonna text him here. I'm not trying to be pushy.
I'll
If
push
not,
his
I'm gonna
ass
make him
off.
watch
You
it
text
mine.
him then.
All right,
Tell him what's your fucking pick, bitch.
I'll text him right now.
Perfect.
Rude.
Anyways,
Slut
back
butt.
to this movie here, which is
Away we go.
thank you.
Away we go.
It is rated R for language and some sexual content. Now,
Oral
Upon-
pleasure.
Just the intro.
upon view,
Yeah.
well, no, it kind of gets into it. So my favorite part, and I'm not going to get into it, involves a lot of swearing. If anybody knows me very well, I swear every other third word.
Every other third word.
You're like
You like
the
that?
least worst out of like the least
Right.
sweary
Out of
out
literally all
of
four
us.
of us, you're probably like the least.
You're the most.
You really think
collected.
so?
Certainly.
In real life, I'm not 100% sure, but on this podcast, yes.
Well, on the podcast, sure, but I do swear every other third
I've known
word.
you for
Brent
a long
is going to say.
So
you're
that's
wrong.
like every like sixth
The
word.
worst
Yeah.
sweariest is that fucking guy.
yeah, this
Hands
fucking
down.
guy.
the worst
Fucking-
sweariest.
fucking-
What was this What were you just saying about the movie?
It's rated R for language and some sexual
What
content.
and you guys said I can't think of why it's rated R. Okay.
Language and some sexual content.
It's just the
Come on,
oral,
motherfucker.
oral shit. In the
Yeah,
movie.
the oral pleasure.
And
Um,
they there's
When
a
he
lot
says
of
his
swearing.
vagina tastes different. Her vagina tastes
Your pH is off.
your pH balance.
And that can mean
One of two things.
yeah.
yeah.
You're either
Pregnant.
or
Well, the
Or-
pregnant was the one
Yeah,
that was
yeah, yeah.
insinuated.
Yeah,
What was
yeah,
the
yeah,
other
yeah.
one?
I forget what the first one was. Like
when you can't have kids anymore.
Hot flash lady,
Menopausal.
old lady
Menopausal.
stuff.
Mon-
That's what-
menopausal.
Or- And then she
Menopausal.
slaps him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was perfect. Okay. So when I watched the movie, I was like, honestly, no offense. I was like, what the fuck is this? I don't want to watch this, but I'm gonna watch it.
think
No, no, no.
I'm gonna watch it for
started-
George.
I don't care.
I started off the same way.
Yeah,
I
and then
started
like,
off the exact
yo,
same way.
yo.
I even texted Muscol. I texted Steve, and I was
Mhm.
like,
What
I was like,
the fuck
I
is
literally
this
said,
shit?
"What the fuck is this?" But I'm gonna tell you, it changed a little bit.
Me
throughout
too.
The movie.
Me too. Me
So-
too.
so yeah, that's what brought me in. Like I was watching it, kind of like as I was eating, and then she's like, and I went the way they cut that perfectly to the credits of the movie is like, all right, my attention is drawn now. And then they
I
did
think
some
that's the
stuff,
point.
and it kind of went away and whatnot. But I enjoyed.
This
Most of
movie,
it.
I do appreciate it. I've seen it many times and multiple. It's rewarding for multiple rewatchings. I think if you're interested in these characters' emotional journey,
That makes sense.
So, have you? I got
George
a
is
question
so
for
in
George.
touch with his fucking feelings. I wish I was.
Such a sweet man.
I've been in
Have
therapy
you- I have
for
a
a
question.
long time.
I mean, so
I have a
have I,
question.
but I don't.
Oh,
you,
Get
I don't-
better at it.
I don't use
I have a
words
George
like
question.
wholesome.
Have you-
Oh my
ever
God,
done
get
IFS
better at
therapy?
I
it.
have a George question.
What?
Have you ever done IFS therapy?
What the fuck is that?
I'll talk to you about it later.
Wally has a
Not
Everyone's
question.
gonna
I'm
look
not
at-
taking
everyone's gonna look that
ayahuasca in a
shit up
tent,
now.
dude.
I have a question for George specifically. Like,
Yes,
so
yes, Wall-
with this
super
movie
specific.
being
Wally.
close to your heart, right? Have you? I don't know. Like, George is he's new to me, so I don't know if you've dated a lot, but have you shown this to multiple females? Like when you reach a stage in your relationship where you want to be like,
Oh, good
Like,
question.
this is who I am kind of as a human being. Because I feel like this is a movie where you're like, you sit down with a lady when you're like, look, this is an intelligent, like a chick flick, right?
Mhm.
That's what it is.
Right.
At the end of the day, this is a good
It really
movie.
is a chick flick.
Like,
yeah.
if there's a chick flick, you have your ones that are kind of industrialized and shoved down your
The-
throat,
the,
right?
The
Right.
popcorn chick
This
flicks.
is not that. I
Right.
don't think that. This is more.
If you consider any movie that is like emotionally driven a chick flick, then certainly
The
But-
writing
but
in
is
this
Little Miss Sunshine a
is
chick
not.
flick?
I love that movie. It was filmed in Ridgecrest, which is where I was telling you I saw the stuff from Fifth Element. By the way, that little
cool.
desert escapade.
I
It's
would say
also-
that this is as much of a chick flick as Little Miss Sunshine.
It-
It focuses more on relationships.
So
but I
chick
don't
flick
think
is
that
a
would
very
make it a chick flick.
debatable thing. I say
Right.
chick flick is something that a chick would watch that's like very
I want to answer your question.
stereotypical.
I want to answer your question.
Okay, go ahead.
I have shown this to one girl.
Oh,
that
God.
Is it
Okay.
recent?
I was worried that
Obviously
would be
it's
your
recent.
answer. I was hoping that wouldn't be your answer.
Yeah. I wanted him to be like, every time I watch this movie, I get
I'm
fucking
sorry,
laid.
George.
Huh?
That's it. That's my
Okay.
that's my one question.
No,
Serious
well,
question.
only one has really gotten to the point where I was like, I'm ready to show you this.
This is
stuff.
a very wholesome.
This is a movie that
It's a huge step in
when-
our relationship. I'm
no,
showing you
this is a
fucking
movie that I
away we go.
when I show, yeah, when I show,
Oh my
somebody
God.
this- You know what?
That's fucked up, but it's amazing.
Guess what?
What?
I'm just being
And
real.
And it was last night, and I was like, "This movie is very."
This motherfucker about
Well,
to
hold-
go
I was
buy
like,
a
"This
ring.
movie's important to me."
Hold on, hold
That's
on.
the next
Did
guy.
you
And I really wanted to watch
preface this
Preface.
movie with that?
Yes.
So
my
right
God.
there, you fucked up because you shouldn't have said, "Look, this movie's important to me.
We're
Pay
not here
attention."
to give George dating
Right?
advice.
Yeah, I don't need any dating advice. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Do you though?
I think I've dated.
It's just
Dude,
sex.
if
I've done it
you-
like 5 or 6
If
times.
you
I know what I'm
find
know what I'm
doing.
doing.
if you find this movie
I
like
certainly know what I'm
nice
doing.
and
I'm
awesome,
joking, by the way.
chances are you're good with chicks. You know.
Right.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, you know
No,
what,
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying-
There's
well, no.
He doesn't need any goddamn advice.
George,
I'm not
George
giving
is-
him advice.
George is Brendan Fraser on the
He's
beach
not
with the
trying
guitar
to
singing
get-
about dolphin
not-
safe tuna.
There's that darn sunset again.
This is not. You're not. You're trying to marry a woman. You're not trying to get ass. If you show him this movie,
I don't know, man.
100%.
I think it could be both ways.
Vindictive. Like, maybe if you're Brent. Hey, you want to come over to my place? I got a lot of alcohol and this really adorable movie. We can watch together.
You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. Trust me.
Intentions.
What's the fucking guy? The suit maker. Fucking-
oh,
You're
Men's
gonna
Warehouse?
like. Yeah, you're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee.
I'm
it.
not going to show this movie to somebody if it's not something special. And
True,
If I don't see
see
the-
what George
That's
is
what I
saying.
was.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
If
I
don't
was
see the-
asking.
If I don't see potential in the relationship, I'm not going to bother showing you this movie. If I show you
That's
this
what I was
movie,
asking.
I see potential.
Dude, this is way from my alley too. By the way, this
Yeah?
is
Same.
so far away from movies that I would
this
ever.
This is a perfect.
And I'll
film to me,
like
almost.
cult hipster stuff all day. I'll do that shit all day. But this one was never on my radar. I'm not big with like interest in like lovey-dovey things.
Oh, I
the fuck
certainly no, yeah.
You love.
I
Relationship
mean, you could sit down
dynamics-
later, Steve.
All
We
right,
can
we'll watch.
I like that
We'll
this
watch.
film.
We'll watch Junior together.
What I like about this movie is it doesn't sugarcoat relationships. It doesn't make them look like it doesn't idealize them.
Are you
it
crazy?
shows the challenge. No.
It does a very smart job of doing it. So
Talk
like
to me.
Jim, right? Because that's the only way I fucking know
Jim
him as.
Halpert,
Yes.
Good old Jim.
large
That is
tuna.
not realistic.
Big tuna.
There is no
Big
way
tuna.
that man and the writing in this movie is so perfect for a love
agree.
story
I
for
agree.
him. There's no man on the face of this fucking earth that would ever actively think of that during those times, like the train scene when he's like
I disagree.
the fucking fighting scene.
You cunt sucker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did a beautiful job.
Yeah.
He did a beautiful job with this, man. Like, this is great.
No,
you know?
I
But
don't. I don't. he's
like I
just-
said, it's
I
not
think
my
he's a
fault.
light- I think he's a
I'm a
lighthearted,
fucking man.
whimsical dude. I think he's a lighthearted, whimsical dude. I don't know. I don't think that's that unrealistic.
Well, I thought that was the whole point of the movie was that he was the one who wanted the kid and was ready to have the kid
Wanted
and was
to get
going to do
married.
everything about
Right.
it, and she was like, "Nah."
When
Emotionally
she,
distant.
when he's,
Yeah.
when she says when he really does ask her when they're on the trampoline
Right.
and he really asks her to marry him
Yeah.
and she says
Never. Yeah, I get it.
my heart dropped like I you know because
I literally
because
had you in my mind the whole fucking
because
movie,
they got
George.
they got married because they got married.
George was in the back, like watching me, like, "Are you a terrible
Are you
human?
paying
Are you a
attention?
fucking terrible
Are you paying
man?"
attention, Wally? Oh my god.
That's
No,
funny.
No.
Yeah.
But no, I think that's the point, though. And then the way she says, like, he says the fact that it's because your parents aren't around anymore to see it. And then you're like, all right, that makes sense. You know what I mean?
There's
Why-
no holes in the writing. There's
Right.
no.
Why
holes in the
wouldn't
fucking
her
writing.
childhood home be the first stop on the fucking tour?
Because
And
they don't
there's
want to
no
go. She doesn't. I don't.
climactic portion of the movie.
Well, no, I think she doesn't actually want to go there. Like, so when she's in the bathtub with her
Yeah.
sister or whatever, and
This
they kind
guy
of says it,
I get it. That makes more
she
sense.
says,
That does make
"Why
more
would you
sense.
say that?" You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
Makes more sense.
And I think at that point she
It's
kind
the
of
character
goes.
building in her.
She's not
It's
ready
the
for
character
it.
building in
That's
her.
really the arc. You know, it's
Yeah, I get it. I
it's
get
her story more than anything.
And
It's
also-
watching her get ready for that and watching her be ready for children.
His story was up in the first 20 minutes. His
Right.
story was fucking cut when he was like,
Yeah,
his parents are moving to wherever starts with a
Antwerp.
B.
Antwerp,
basically,
Belgium.
he's basically a supporting character through the whole movie.
Yeah.
It's her arc. It's her being ready because he's ready for a kid right off the bat. He's ready for
Right.
marriage.
He wants to be super dad. He's
She-
taking hand-to-hand combat
and
classes.
he's ready
He's-
for it.
he's
Yeah.
He really
whittling.
is. He's all in.
Yeah,
Whittling.
He's all in with her.
Right.
He's all in with the kid. You know, as misguided as he may be underestimating it. But I truly believe that he's written in a way where you believe like no matter what happens, he's gonna get it. He's gonna handle it.
Yeah.
Because he keeps that lighthearted energy the whole time.
He's also a really good
What are you
actor.
laughing about? over
Just
here?
when I wanted to turn the movie off, that first couple is so cringy, and it makes me like
That's the
feel
point.
I
that
know.
certain way.
This movie,
Junk
I
in her
literally.
trunk.
That whole fucking
Dude, she walks like a teamster. Had me rolling.
like a butch. I can't even fucking say it. The last two. So when they get to Miami, right, is when it got deep for the most part. But the first, like, I'd say 3 chapters. I'll call them chapters.
Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
what it feels
Makes
like,
sense.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
Are the
split.
cringiest.
What is it? It's Ellen. It's Lowell and what's her name?
Lowell and
So
Lily.
it's the
Lowell and
breastfeeding
Lily.
chick.
Ellen. Yeah.
And there's the lady that's like, my titties are in my socks.
Right, yeah.
Whatever.
But that was fucking hilarious.
it was.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's
No,
not
they were
hilarious.
funny, but I was like, oh, we all know people like this. And I'm
Yeah.
like, ah.
But isn't that ingenious
You're talking about
writing?
Lowell and Lily?
Yes.
Dude, everybody knows those people who think they're the fucking main character of the whole
my God.
world.
Right.
I'm gonna say
Dude.
Jim Gaffigan steals that scene just
Dude.
by the way
His
he's
delivery
talking because he's
And
so
because
real.
Thanks for treating.
Yeah, you can
Yes.
tell he
the
fucking
anti-government
hates his life.
thing.
Yeah.
And
when
you're
he's
like, the whole time you're like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Jim Gaffigan's great, man.
Dude.
His comedy is very
Large
specific,
mammals.
but yeah.
Smaller.
Regular size.
Well, the funny thing is, you're not
Birds. Then humans.
you're not expecting Jim Gaffigan to play that role in this movie, right? And he
Everybody
does
just
it
lets him go.
perfectly.
They're like, what do we even say?
I'm still baffled by all the names in this movie. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't expect any of these people to be in this.
For sure. When you even said it, when Gyllenhaal shows up, I was
Yeah.
like, wait a second.
Yeah.
I love the way
She's
she's
doing
bouncing
this?
around
Yeah.
the whole time, and
Dude.
then she's like, "It's a girl."
And her
well, we'll see.
Yeah.
And you can clearly tell that other kid from the back is like fucking 6 years old. She's
Right.
still breastfeeding.
Dude, the way that scene is filmed when they're all at the table, it's filmed from the kid's perspective. Did you notice
Yeah.
that?
It's. I honestly,
The whole thing, even when it's showing him,
Yes.
it's right behind his head. You don't see his face,
I have-
and then the rest of it is filmed from right as
Yeah,
his
yeah,
eye
yeah.
level,
Dude.
looking up
I-
at them.
so
That,
you
that
talk.
Very
scene
good.
had me. That was my favorite scene. When he just was like,
That is
this is
perfect
it. Fuck these people.
because
Yeah,
when they're
that's
talking
the first
to
time he has a real emotional reaction.
Right.
old sock titties chick, and
sock
Jim-
titty.
Lily.
the
Oh, yeah.
Gaffigan, but that's you say that now, but that whole scene where she's talking shit and saying
Right to their
obvious thi-
faces.
but the camera is not on her the whole time; it's on her son sitting in
Right.
I don't know, the restaurant or something. I didn't even think about
No,
that. Until
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, the camera
Like
is very much
100%.
from his perspective, like
And the kid like looks midway because the scene right before that, she's like, they're not paying any attention to
that
us.
scene
Tyler.
when
And the
they're at
scene
the,
right
Tyler.
after that,
Tyler.
Right
Tyler,
after
Tyler,
that, they're
Tyler.
they're in
White
like the
noise.
restaurant and they're doing that, and it pans to the kid while she's still talking shit, and the
Right.
kid's
You
sitting
know
there,
they're listening. They're
and the kid
ignoring
looks
her.
over.
They're
Yeah,
Right.
ignoring her, but
they're ignoring her.
Also,
for a
they
purpose.
hear everything she says.
The
Yeah.
scene ends and their daughter is leaned up against a truck talking to grown men.
I was gonna say that,
Dude.
and they don't even do anything
They
about
don't
it.
even-
Like
she
it's
just keeps on
literally
watching, lol.
right.
Walks away.
Like the different relationship dynamics that they encounter throughout this movie, just I love this. Yeah.
The one couple they want you to like, and then I ended up hating them
You're
like
talking
the
about
most.
the orphan parents?
Yes. I
Why
ended
did
up-
you
Oh
hate
my
them the
God.
most? Why'd you hate them the most?
You know why?
Tell
Because
me.
they were.
Yeah.
Look, you feel bad for them, but they were making them feel bad for being able to have a baby.
I don't think they did that on purpose.
They
at
didn't do it
all.
on purpose, but
I don't think-
subconsciously they probably do it to everybody who has a kid of their own.
I think they're just
Yeah,
hurt.
you're
I
right.
think they're just damaged, hurt people, and they try their best, man.
I think the kids
I-
end up
I-
fine, but at the end of the day, they did it for the wrong reasons, obviously.
right. So they're trying to fill their miscarriage void by adopting 11
Yes.
kids.
And you know what? The movie makes
I
that
agree.
very clear when it's like, well, we go out a lot. Like the
Right.
movie makes it very clear that like they are filling a void. They're not super interested in these orphan kids.
That lady didn't have any stripping chops, too, by the way.
No,
No.
not
I
at
think
all.
that's the point, though. You know what I mean? She's
I know.
trying to fill whatever, and they're
everything
hold
is
on.
filling a void. Everything
Right.
she does is
But
filling the void of she
you're-
just wants her own child.
You're literally there the day, or was it the day before you found out you had a miscarriage? What is she really doing? She's trying to just
That
Forget.
Thursday.
She's just trying to forget.
right.
Oh, did I miss something?
Everything she had a miscarriage.
the college friends.
Right, I
in
understand that.
Montreal.
Right,
There was a scene where they go out.
Hold on.
To
You
a
know what they
place,
put on their
then they
French
go
fries?
to eat, and then they go to like this amateur strip hour.
right. I know I saw that, but did I miss that she had
they're all
she had a miscarriage
John
3 days
Krasinski-
before they got there?
John Krasinski.
They're sitting there watching her.
And what's her
strip
name?
During
or
that
whatever.
part is when
Not
they
strip,
say it.
but
He
yeah.
During
just
that
kinda,
part
he
is
just
when
kind of
they say
says it unprompted.
Yeah.
They're just sitting there watching her and just kind of enjoying
It was
it.
literally the perfect time to say that fucking
And he's
line.
like,
Yeah.
she had a
The
miscarriage.
timing in
She
this
had another
movie is
miscarriage.
impeccable.
She had another miscarriage, is how he
Right.
phrases
Oh,
it.
okay, okay.
Which just has so much pretext behind it. And then he says, Thursday. this Thursday, John Krasinski says.
Okay, all right.
They
yeah.
give it to you, right? They
I
give it
must
to
have,
you a
like-
little
I
bit
must
with
have taken
her
a piss or
and what's her
something.
face talking at
Taking a
the
Oh yeah,
table.
because she slams
The way
a
she slams
glass
that,
of wine.
yeah.
And she's like, "There's nothing wrong with your pregnancy right now."
I really just think that they're just hurt, man. I don't think they're trying
Oh,
to
I
do
guarantee.
anything to anybody.
I guarantee they're hurt, but it doesn't make it any better the fact that you're filling the void, just like
Right.
Brent says. You know,
I mean,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
How, that's not how you do
What
that.
do you do though? Because it's not like that's a battle you can win. You're just losing all the time. What do
Well,
you give up? You give up,
There's
or
acceptance.
do you just be hurt all the time?
We can have like this the serious talk where you accept the fact that you can have kids.
Damn though.
That
Like,
sucks
damn,
ass, dude. You know,
Dude,
shit sucks.
Okay, well maybe they're in that process. So let them.
But they're
grieve.
beautiful parents.
And they're great to those orphan kids who would otherwise be in fucking whatever, you know.
Was that
foster-
pre-planned, George?
What?
That the little scene in the beginning where they're like singing. Did they tell them to do that?
I
the
don't think
kids?
so.
I don't think so. I just think
I
they
don't
were
think
just
so at all.
well-adjusted kids.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I
They
think-
don't.
I think-
They don't
and I think they're
specify, but he
excellent
jokes
parents.
about it, and I was like,
I don't think it was
sounds like you fucking
pre-planned
did
at all.
that so that your
I
friends
think
moved
they were
here.
genuine humans, man.
Alvita and
What,
goodbye.
the way. Okay, so actually, the
Makes me
scene when
think of
he has
Family
the
Guy.
syrup,
Yeah, I know.
the syrup and
Hate
the
That was probably the best.
That's my favorite
the
scene in the
best
movie.
scene in the whole fight. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was probably the best.
all the
I know
love.
we're supposed to save that, right? Are we supposed to
It
say
really
that?
makes me think of like that's how I like literally define like love. Like if you really believe in like love.
George got deep with this one.
I love
Do
this
you-
movie. I love this movie.
Hold on, we did a movie before which we got deep on too, which was a George pick. And I
That's what
really
George
liked
does,
I
right?
really
Is
liked
that
the
what George-
conversation.
Georgie does?
Spanglish, yeah.
Yeah.
So he picked
Spanglish.
Spanglish, and that was a very deep conversation that we
Yeah.
had, and I really liked that. And that's why when you said this movie, I was like, all right, that's fine. I'm all right with it. We're gonna have a deep conversation.
Well, let's have the deep
Just maybe
conversation
pick
about
it.
the syrup scene.
All right, go for it.
Go ahead. That's
So what I'm
that's-
saying is, what do you guys think the syrup scene means? What does it mean to you?
I just like you said, it's like he's trying to explain to them what a family is, right?
Right.
But there's so much syrup.
Thanks, Brent.
Is the
So
syrup
much-
love, George?
I didn't
Is
know
the syrup
I had to
love?
write a fucking book
I
report.
knew it. It was yes.
It's love, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Syrup
So
is love.
okay, well, to me, the syrup is
Your boy over here is a
I gotta write my
hopeless
thesis on
romantic.
the
syrup.
reason, the whole point is he's pouring all of the syrup out. There's none left. He's pouring
Oh,
from an
yeah.
empty cup, and you still got to keep giving. It will never relent. And
I didn't go that far, but
You
yes.
got to be willing to look like a fool. You got to give it all. You've got to get every
That-
fucking bit
Dude,
of
when
it. to
George
live.
is really into
Those
into
toothpicks
something, he
taste like
gets
shit.
into it.
You've got to give every inch. You've got to give every fucking
Just keep
drop.
thinking about.
I
Just
like- you
Friends.
know what I like about
Every
this
time
podcast?
You ramble.
What I like about this podcast, right, at this point is like you can learn a lot about everyone that's in it. It's
Yeah.
really funny. So like if someone picks something, you can kind of like, oh, I know this fucking dude now. I
What-
100% know you.
What do you
piece of
think I'm
shit.
picking
You don't
next?
fucking
You
know
piece
me.
of shit.
You don't fucking
Dude.
know
Steve's
me.
over here picking Stuart Little and shit.
No, he's gonna pick something
great.
with
It's
fucking. It's gonna have John Candy. Whatever it is, gonna have John.
Is that
Candy.
a Christmas movie?
Dude,
Look,
George is like so into this movie and well versed in like how to just describe it, and
He is.
and it's very good. But the whole time making myself chuckle because I just keep thinking about Just Friends when she's being the big speech like
Yeah.
fucking Samantha James. What a great character.
Hope you didn't slap the ham I just bought.
Well, that's the point
Which-
of this.
which-
The best line
that's
in the
the
whole
point.
movie. The best line in the whole
That's
movie.
the point of the syrup scene.
Which
though.
poster is it?
That's the point of the syrup scene.
What's that?
You've
So the
got
trampoline scene
listen.
and that scene are the
Oh,
two best
trampoline
movies
scene
the whole
rules.
fucking movie.
That's
Hands
the
down.
point. You've got to be willing to. Okay, so the syrup scene again, real quick. You can sit there and make fun of it.
I'm not making fun of it.
No, but you
I'm
can say,
making
no.
fun
You
of
can
it.
you can make fun of you can make fun of okay. How easy is it to make fun of somebody in love?
Very.
Easiest thing in the world.
Right, yeah.
Easiest thing in the world because they're looking like a fool. You know, potentially.
Yeah.
It's very easy to say like, oh, this girl did that, and he's sitting there fucking falling for her. You know, I know all these stories about this girl or whatever.
Right.
But when you're in love, you say, fuck that. I'm all in.
All
I'm
in.
fucking all in. Regardless of all that, I'm bringing all of the energy, all of it, and I don't have any more, and I'm still bringing it.
Still wanted
And I think I don't know. I just think that is beautiful, and I think that is necessary for a family.
Is it
I think
Necessary?
I think I need George as a friend. I need a friend
For me
I
to
need-
drink
on
my
that
urine.
end of the
I need a
spectrum.
friend.
You know, I do.
Thank you
I
for
Thank
really
you for
do.
putting me on the spectrum.
No. I'm serious. I'm serious.
I put him
I'm
on the
like,
spectrum.
I'm like, oh yeah, action movies and gore and boobs and yeah,
Hey.
this is great. So this is good, and
That's
I
why-
do
that's-
enjoy these. They make
Right.
my brain move. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying.
As
So
soon
it's
as
not like-
Lily and Lowell got off the fucking screen, I loved this movie. The rest
Do you
of
want
the
to
way.
be Maya Rudolph and fucking John Krasinski? Do you want that relationship, or do you want to be fucking Lily and Lowell?
Yeah, right. Never. I like how they're at a racetrack, and he brings him a bottle of wine. He's like, "Oh, cool, I'm almost out. I'll go get an opener." Like in a restaurant.
And Lily and Lowell are fucking married, and Maya Rudolph and fucking John Krasinski will never get married.
Well-
Which one do you want to be?
Right.
Just proof about what
Are we
really
fuck-ups?
fucking matters.
Are we
She-
fuck ups?
she's
Are we
like,
They're
fuck ups? Yeah,
fuck-ups.
that's a
Fuck-ups.
great.
Yeah, yeah. She's really worried. She's really
That's
scared.
the whole movie. It's
That's
the whole,
another
that's the whole
thing.
fucking
Even if I
movie.
can't
That's why they're
find your
doing it.
So
vagina.
look, they have like they
The
live in a
sideways
fix,
uterus.
They live in a fixer upper,
Tilted.
right?
Yeah.
And they have a
Fixer
cardboard
upper. Yeah, yeah.
They have a cardboard
Also,
window.
the money doesn't add up in this fucking
Thank
movie.
you.
Yeah, how are they traveling all
Thank you.
over?
They're
The money doesn't
traveling
add up.
around the country.
He sells insurance
Travel
to
and
insurance
The
international.
country, international, yeah.
And hotels, all that.
and it's
Where
consigned
did they get
insurance.
that?
So
And
he's
they
making
went.
big deals.
Let's make
Also,
the
hold
assumption-
on.
let's
They
make
went
the
from
assumption that
having-
their wealthy parents gave them $5,000 to deal with this bullshit.
Sure, but they
10
also.
10
They're
grand to deal with this
just going
bullshit.
to Belgium.
Let's make
I
the
don't know if
assumption
they're
that their
that
wealthy
wealthy.
parents gave them $10,000 to deal with this bullshit.
Could be.
I don't know, man.
But can you
Hypothetical.
go, hey, you're too pregnant to fly, and then go, I'm taking this ticket and exchanging it for a train ticket? Can you do
They
that?
gave them $10,000. They just bought a train ticket.
All
They just
right.
bought one.
All right, they bought
They
it.
went so many places.
I don't know. Make some leaps of logic, guys. Like,
Did they
embrace-
sell their
not embrace
fucking
the
house?
cheese.
What do they do?
I don't know.
Plot hole for me.
Yeah,
but
it
not
wasn't
a huge
no,
one.
No, it didn't ruin the movie, but I
Wow.
was like, it didn't ruin the movie at all. But I was like, man,
This
They
was
got-
like
they got
when
some
Brent
serious-
explained to me what Friends was, and he was like, "It's a bunch of rich people having sex." That's
They're
that every time
they're
there's a
terrible
movie
people.
that doesn't money that the money doesn't resonate with me, and I'm like, this doesn't seem tangible. It's like when you watch that home building shit, and they're like, our budget is $2 million.
I'm a butterfly collector.
Yeah,
Yeah,
She's a kindergarten
exactly.
teacher.
That's what this kind of reminded me of. This guy sells insurance to insurance companies, and he's doing this right now.
Oh, they are working the whole
You
time.
save
That's
a little
true.
bit, whatever.
Maybe they
And
sold their place. Maybe
they
they sold
could've.
that place.
I do
whatever.
like the
And they get money from the rental. They get money from the rental. They both have jobs.
What rental?
Did they specify that they get from
renting
their
the
parents?
house.
what house?
Their house?
Her parents' house.
I don't think they are, because when they get there at the end, it looks like
fucking
no
falling
one's lived.
apart.
Yeah,
I
That's
think
true.
that part, what I got from that is that the parents are happy that they found a renter.
Yeah.
And they're getting the money. That's what I
No,
took
no,
from
no.
that
Yeah,
portion
yeah,
of
sure.
it.
No, I'm talking about her parents' house because the sister says we've had good luck with
Oh.
renters.
Oh.
But that doesn't make sense.
But
because the house
that's
is
run
falling
down
apart at
as
the end.
And,
Fuck.
and
Yeah.
it's butt empty.
I was
Yeah,
watching,
that's a good point.
I saw the end of this movie.
That's
with-
the biggest plot hole of the movie.
I had so I'm gonna tell you a funny story today. So I get home early to watch this movie, which is thank God you let me know early because I wouldn't have been able to watch it.
Right.
We
But,
could have done Pulp Fiction, but thanks
No,
guys.
I'm
glad we
actually I
didn't.
prefer this.
Me too.
Oh, okay,
I do
good.
prefer this.
Me too.
And I love Pulp Fiction. But anyways, I get home and I'm like, I'm gonna start this early. I'm messaging the girl that I'm talking to right now, Sam, and she's like, I was like, you're probably not gonna like this. And this is way before that I knew what this movie was. And she comes over, she sees the end of it, the very end, and it's when she gets into that house. I was like, oh, I love that fucking house. That's awesome. That's a fucking beautiful house.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course it
I was like,
is.
I'd fix it up. I'm fixing my house up right now. I'm trying to. It's like, but that's a fucking super fixer-upper. There's no way
It is
anyone was
buff.
renting
Did you
that
guys
fucking...
notice- did you guys
If
notice
anyone
the-
was renting that house, they better have been dirt cheap.
Biggest
Dark-
plot hole of the movie for
Yeah,
sure. Hey, that is a condemned house.
but doesn't matter.
I don't think it was
Yeah.
that bad.
I know it's condemned, but it looks haunted as fuck.
Haunted.
Did you guys
Ghosts.
notice the plastic pineapple on the orange tree?
I loved it.
I missed the line where they said that they hung trees there. She had to tell me that.
Did you guys fucking
and
watch
I was like,
the movie?
I was
or?
like, pineapples grow from the
Shut the fuck
ground.
up, George.
That's what yeah. And she's like, no, you must have missed that fucking part where it's like,
Shut up, George. We watched the shit out of this movie.
yeah. I like how
Okay.
all of us paid so much
We watched
attention to
it,
this movie.
yeah.
All of us have such a good attention to detail with this now.
Right.
It's
Maybe
terrible.
I am a chick flick guy.
Well, I appreciate
oh,
you guys.
God.
I appreciate
George
you
is
guys
sitting there.
watching this movie.
We're pulling scenes out of our butt. Did you even watch it? Did you?
I do want to say this.
I wasn't
look,
emotionally attached to it, you femme.
Wow. That's a new one.
Wow.
I want to say, look, I think we have a good thing here. It doesn't matter which movie you pick. We're going to watch it and we're going to...
This makes us more eclectic.
Well, no.
Don't worry, I've got a lot more emotionally driven movies. That's what I like. So.
Good.
Yeah,
He
that's
sips
fine.
his
Bring
That's,
them
drink.
on, Daddy.
that's what
Like
I'm saying.
he just had a successful win.
Into the Wild
That's
and the Truman
redundant,
Show are
redundant.
coming up very soon.
I hate Into the Wild.
And I love
Truman
Into,
Show's great.
Into the Wild changed the way I see
It's a
life.
great.
All
It
right.
changed
movie.
my life.
Hold
It's
on.
a really good
When he
movie.
said,
He's already
if
seen
you
Into
want
the
something
Wild.
in life,
Truman's
reach out
gotta
and
be it.
grab it. I
I'm
was
on the
like, you're
bandwagon
right.
with you. I'm on the bandwagon. That
Changed
movie's amazing.
my life.
Bagwagon. I'm on the bagwagon. That's a new one.
How much you drinking, Steve? You drinking a lot?
I heard bagwagon.
I heard
Trying to
Bagwagon
jump on
too.
this
Thank you.
bagwagon, buddy.
All right.
Anyways,
what
this
do we got
movie,
next?
we got to get to these
we got
notes
segments.
Yeah,
we got segments we got to get to. So this movie is 98 minutes long. It's 8 minutes longer than
perfect.
Brent's fucking pocket.
It's perfect.
Is it
the
though?
first? The
Is
first
it hour half for you, Brent?
Yeah,
Is that what
nine-
it
The,
is?
the movie does not need to be a minute longer. Or a
Is
minute
it hour
shorter.
half to like hour 45?
It is
Is that
well
where your
fine.
sweet
Yeah,
spot
yeah,
is?
yeah.
It is
Okay.
well edited,
No,
and
it
they get a
is.
lot of quiet emotional scenes.
But
in
goddamn,
that
that first
short
35
time.
minutes didn't feel like it was 2 days long.
You're tripping.
Dude, the first 35, I'm like,
With Lily and Lowell, that was
Yes.
long for
I'll
you?
agree.
See, hold on.
I'll agree with
They're
that.
so
I'm
entertaining.
100% with that.
They're
I'm the
so
opposite.
entertaining.
I felt like the beginning of the movie flew by and then the end
no.
dragged for me.
Once I
The
started being
first-
entertained, I was like, yes, this
the
movie's
f-
great.
The first big scene for me, specifically in this, that really captivated me was when they had the dinner argument with, was it Ellen?
Yeah, yeah,
Ellen
yeah.
and Roderick.
Ellen, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
When he
Roderick.
brings in the stroller.
Yeah.
That's
And
hilarious.
he's like, would you like to go on a ride?
Yeah.
And the kid looks at everybody and he gets in. I'm like, okay.
And then she's like, "Do what you want, but don't do that."
But that
do
was
what
the
you
first
want.
time the movie went from like this level to this level of excitement for me.
Dude,
Yeah.
At that point, I was like, okay, I'm a little bit more in now.
Yeah.
a little
his
bit more in.
parents suck.
His parents
Dude,
are
do.
but hold on, real quick. They were
Everybody
really well.
sucks in this fucking movie.
That
They
is
were
true.
really well done though. Like
Oh, they were
that's
great.
That's like
But
such a
goddamn,
real.
When he
like,
looks at the Indian thing, he looks
and
at it. And he
it's
looks
a
back.
Indi-
He's like, "Hey, Dad."
Indian, yeah.
He's like, "Do you want me to ask you about that?"
Right.
I was like, okay, I know this relationship now, you know?
Indentious.
They're,
I
they're
spent-
so annoying. They're
I
so
spent
obnoxious.
$10,000 on this or $12,000.
Yeah.
They're so obnoxious, dude.
12 grand for a statue.
I can't
I think
stand
we
his
should
parents.
embrace the indentious.
And you know what's funny is, do you
A lot
think he
of
did that?
solitude
They're so
in this
fake.
movie between those two.
Do you think he bought that?
Between Maya and
Yeah, they
Yeah, they
try to
spend-
reach out to people, and the whole movie's about them getting.
I love that. I love that actually.
What I want to say is, do you think he bought that statue
But they have each
because
other.
his son is with somewhat of a different
think
race
so.
person?
They are those kinds of people. They're like have you seen Get Out?
Yeah.
You know, I would have
I haven't
voted for
seen-
Obama.
I haven't seen that yet.
I would have
I
voted
need
for
to watch
Obama.
that.
I would
I
have
haven't
voted
watched
for
that yet.
Obama a third time if I could have.
Right.
You know,
I
like
remember that. I
the
remember
white
that.
people who like are so
Yeah.
woke that it's like okay
that they're
you're-
not. They're the
you're-
exact opposite
Yeah,
of woke.
you don't realize that you're actually being racist the other way now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're so fucking pretentious.
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
What a good word,
you've-
bro.
you've
Pretentious.
jumped
If you
that
look-
line.
Yeah.
When the white people are the ones going, oh, white people are racist. That includes you too, you moron.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the parents in this for sure. They're yeah. Like
But that's the
ignorantly
only
woke.
also that he spent 12 grand on that. That's the only other reason I kind of believe when you're like maybe they like have a lot of money. You're gonna spend 12 grand on a little stupid ass statue that goes behind
They,
your
they, they didn't show
kitchen
the
as a
scene,
conversation piece. you
But
know?
they probably were literally like, "Here's a $10,000 check to figure out where you're gonna live now. Sorry, we fucked you, son."
They sounded condescending when they mentioned the realtor's name too.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
Fareed.
Fareed.
For
Yeah.
Reed.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Did you
so
even watch the movie?
So
what I wanted to say was,
I deserve that.
Dude, I'm
I-
terrible with names and shit. That's
I
the worst.
thought that they were showing it that he spent 12 grand on a statue, that he's willing to do that, but not give his son money.
You know what?
I think
This
they were just showing how
statue
fucking
set
awful and
so
selfish
much
they
up
were.
for character development. Now I think about it.
Yeah, no.
That
I
one
didn't.
little
The
line.
well, no, not even that, but the fact that he's like, "Hey, Dad, do you want me to ask you about
Right.
that?" That sets so much
Yeah.
up. Now that I think about it,
Look how the son knows how selfish and weird his dad is. The dad wants to
Exactly.
show off his money. Like, yeah, just so
Exactly.
many
Talks,
things.
he talks
didn't
exactly
think about
like
that till
his
just
dad
now.
on the phone. That shit had me laughing.
it's hilarious.
When he's like, if you believe that, I got a bridge in New York I'll try to I can show you.
and so.
Yeah.
I love the way
Dude,
he talks.
and I really love that because it shows a different like character. Like, you don't need to have that in the movie to do anything, but for him just to answer the phone like
he's
that
the
all the
perfect.
time.
He's the
Yeah.
fucking perfect human dude for every female
Dude.
that wants a loving.
Right.
This is why
You're
you were
right,
like,
you're
this
right.
felt real. I was like, you know what? They're smart enough in the writing of this movie to where he feels like it. That's how you should feel, but clearly that's not true. There's no dude I would find that's like that. No one. Absolutely no. Perfect timing in
I would
everything
say-
you fucking do.
I would
It's
say-
never.
I would say-
yeah. I would work my ass. That's like a master class in how you would fucking lock down a solid woman for the rest of your
I
life.
would say
Right.
I strive to be that chill.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That can't fucking.
Because I can't. But I strive to be that chill.
I strive.
Everything
I
else.
I love that man, by the way, too.
John
from
Krasinski.
his, from his.
so you whatever he said.
No, I do.
forget.
He's probably top 10
Who?
Like dudes I would think
Also,
would be
did you
awesome.
see how skinny
and
his arms
cool.
are in this versus
Yeah, this
today?
was 2007, right?
Well, he did that Jack Ryan whatever show, right?
That,
So
once
he had
that
to get
happened,
ripped.
they were like,
Great.
They
The
gave
first
him- they
season
gave
was
him the
amazing.
old
I didn't do the
He's got
second
a
one.
movie coming out where it's an action thing too, doesn't he?
He did a great job in the first one. That was the whole Benghazi.
They gave him the old Chris
Escapade.
Pratt and
Fugazi.
fucking.
Fugazi. I got the Fugazi.
It's
You
a
gotta hold your
Fugazi.
thumb and your fingers
It's
together.
a wazzy. It's a woozy.
It's weird. Anyways, this
fucking
movie,
fairy
let's get
dust.
back on track here. This movie was
Yeah.
released on June 5th, 2009 in only 4 theaters.
Oh wow, killed it.
Then it was released June 26th with a wide release.
Okay.
It does say on IMDb and all this stuff that it was released on June 25th, but in reality,
This
it
was a
June
summer
26th.
release?
Yeah, I don't know.
Indie movies, they just kind of do their
Whenever.
own thing,
Right.
right?
Is that their
Don't-
thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
whenever, wherever.
This is my first indie review with you guys.
oh.
Or in my fucking
There are more to
life.
come. Don't
in
worry.
my life.
Don't worry.
This was filmed April 21st, 2008 through June 2nd, 2008. A little long, I would think, for this movie, but they do actually go to all the places that they talk about
I love
besides
that.
Montreal in this movie. So they
Why
filmed
don't-
it in Leesburg, Florida, Arizona, and Connecticut.
cool.
But
A little weird that
but
they didn't
Madison's
go.
in Wisconsin.
But, okay, sorry. I take it
Madison-
back. They didn't go there either.
Okay.
My bad. Budget.
Oh my God,
Low.
a bag of chips and a
Well,
Gatorade.
the actors
Oh,
in this. I
give me
don't
some
fucking know.
Doritos.
The actors work for very cheap when they have a
when they
passion
went, yeah,
project.
we've learned that on this show that if
Which
an
actors
actor
how
wants
many
to
of
do
these
it,
are
actors
how
can
many
cost
are like
almost
the
nothing.
theatrical actors?
You know,
Like, how many of
alright,
these guys are the ones that are like
They can cost
passion
almost
actors?
nothing, man.
well, here's the thing. So you know
All of 'em.
you know movie The Fighter with
I would say a
Mark
handful.
Wahlberg and Christian Bale.
Oh, amazing.
Yes, Mark
Say hi to your
Wahlberg
mother
wanted
for me.
that movie to be made so bad, didn't get paid for it.
Really?
Well, he
Think about it.
had to
What-
get paid
what does
for
it
it.
cost
Okay.
an actor
That
sometimes?
Christian Bale did an amazing
And
job of that
Christian
fucking
Bale
movie.
made
Talk about a method.
SAG minimum. They
Well-
wanted that movie to come out
Oh,
so
really?
bad. Yep.
What does a movie cost sometimes? What is a fucking?
You're asking the wrong guy.
How much time does it take an actor truly out of their life? Fucking 2 weeks. Sometimes they can fucking knock out a fucking.
Right.
I'm sure a lot of
and
these
they can-
guys
and they
took
can
2
deliver
weeks.
an Emmy-winning performance in fucking 2 weeks.
Emmy
sometimes.
Well, let's be real
Shut up.
here.
Maybe
This performance is not anywhere crazily like far away from Jim from The Office, right? If anything,
No,
he's
certainly
literally
not.
playing Jim from The Office in this movie.
He's
so
maybe a
playing-
slightly more
he's-
chill, funnier.
he's John playing
more
Jim,
lighthearted
playing a
Jim.
hipster. Yeah.
He's a lighthearted Jim.
right, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So
Lighthearted granola Jim.
it's not like
Granola Jim.
it's not like
He
when
always seems down to earth. Everything he does seems down to earth.
that's what I'm saying. But I'm
Even
like
Jack Ryan, you watch A Quiet Place, you watch this, like everything seems.
He's
like,
an everyman. He's an everyman.
If Ryan Reynolds was a sweetheart, you know, like that's
He's
what
right
the
there
vibe,
with him. He's right there with him as far
You know
as
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if he was a sweet man.
I am
Go ahead,
with you.
Steve.
Sweetheart.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I did.
I know Steve's.
This motherfucker
I'll
interrupts us
fucking
right
do it
now.
again.
what I'm saying is it's not like he needed to
What?
be Heath Ledger preparing to be the Joker,
Right.
locking himself in a fucking room
Right.
for however
and
long,
eating
or
antidepressants.
Natural.
having to get jacked like Hugh Jackman.
Huge jacked man.
Name is very
for-
appropriate.
Right, Wolverine or something like that. He literally
Huge
could have just
jacked
walked
man.
off the set of The Office, done this movie for 2 weeks, and went back to The Office.
Right.
Well,
We're doing. This is the budget
perfectly-
segment, right?
Yeah.
Perfectly casted.
Budget. So,
Perfectly casted. Typecasted.
I
perfectly.
think, yeah, no, I
11
think you're right.
million.
Yeah.
So we're going to George first.
11
He's
million.
saying 11 million.
And
I'm
I
going to
think
go to
it's
Brent.
I think it's
Fucking suck
expensive
at
to
this.
fly a whole crew around. 11 million.
I think you're right.
I think it's cheaper than that. I'm gonna go with 5.
Go with 5. Wally.
I have no fucking
Yeah, I know you have no
idea.
idea.
Just,
but
you know
throw
what?
a number.
I'd either-
7.
Just take a guess.
I'll,
Yeah.
I'll
You do
play
it
the
7.
opposite of like what I normally do. I'll go right in the middle.
He's doing 7. The
7.
actual budget for this movie, 17 million.
Oh, all right. A little
Okay.
bit higher than I thought.
A little higher than I thought, but yeah.
A little
it makes
higher, but I
sense.
think it has to do with flying around
It-
everywhere, bringing
yeah,
everybody around, and
certainly.
doing everything.
Equipment and everything.
And-
FedEx is not cheap.
And let's be honest, there are some big stars in this movie.
yeah.
That's
So,
the only
I mean,
reason.
people
I
Maggie
gotta get
Gyllenhaal had already. Was this pre or post Dark Knight?
Way post Dark Knight.
So
This is
she.
2009.
This is 2009,
Ooh,
yeah.
not- but
Dark
it's
Knight was
definitely-
2011
it's
or
past.
8?
No, it
Dark
was.
Knight was like 2007.
2008.
There's no way that
I
was
think
the year
Dark,
after
I feel
we
like Dark Knight is
graduated.
2008.
The first Dark Knight?
Pulling it up.
Oh, sorry, Dark Knight.
She
sorry.
was,
no,
she was
no,
in the
no.
second one.
I was thinking Batman Begins. Yeah.
That's
No,
all.
up.
Batman
12?
Begins is
12?
I
all.
think it was 11 or 12. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was after the. It was the shooting.
2008.
Oh,
Oh.
The Dark Knight
shit.
is 2008.
Look at me. I should stick to my guns more.
This is like the third
Still
time I've
after
talked about
we
this movie
graduated.
today. God, The Dark Knight is
We were
fucking
20.
good. When are we going to do that episode? The Dark Knight. Brent, when are you going to choose the Dark Knight?
Ouch.
The Derek Nate. I don't know.
The Dark Knight. Anyways,
All right.
That's
what
a
do we
great fucking
think
movie.
the box office was?
Oh my God.
I'm going to George first because this is his movie.
How much? What
Box office.
17 million.
I think it's
Was
botched
the
like
budget?
a motherfucker.
17 million was the budget. I'm gonna say that this movie made almost nothing. I mean, John Krasinski, 2009, had done The Office for a couple of years.
When did that start? Does anyone know? Because I was thinking about this
Maybe
earlier.
2005-ish.
2005
ish. I don't actually know. Maybe
Because
2005.
he's very bearded in this.
Fucking hate that show.
Bearded.
You're tripping.
Hate it.
I'm gonna say, and Maya Rudolph was an SNL
Alumni.
darling at this
An
point.
alumnus.
Brent, you just say you hate The Office? Is that
Yeah,
what you
dog.
said?
I'll say 20 million.
Why do you just hate
20
it?
million.
20 million. Okay, he's going 20.
I'm gonna say it broke even. I'm gonna say just fucking broke even. In and around like get plus or minus $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
16 to
16 to 18. Yeah.
16 to 18.
Yeah. What? Shut up, Steve. Get engaged.
Yeah, stop
Wake the
yawning.
fuck
Miss
up.
Gold.
I'm not even.
I slept 2 hours last night. My dog shit himself.
When a movie botches, what is it usually like? Is it like half
I'm
of what they
awake.
spent on it? Like when a movie
I mean,
fucking botches?
dude, a movie could make like $1 million fucking. Dude, we've had movies make like almost nothing.
Yeah. Like
So
the
middle
pest.
we found
the
that,
pest.
or with our research, a movie only makes money if it if it makes 3 times its budget.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So this movie would have had to make what, like a little under 40,
Right.
Right.
No way.
No.
No
Yeah.
way it would do that.
No.
They
or
were
a little over 40. Sorry.
They were silly to spend 17 on it. They should have known that they would never make fucking $60 million fucking dollars.
I'll do
Yeah.
break even. I'll do break even. I'll
Yeah.
go there. I'll be there with him on that.
So
It's June.
17-ish, whatever.
I said
It's
20.
June,
20.
right?
It's June. This movie doesn't feel like a June movie.
They didn't
No,
do
it
feels
feels like a fall movie to me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like a November-ish, whatever kind of type movie. What were you gonna say?
I will say that this one probably didn't need to make triple because they didn't do a lot of marketing. They didn't do a lot of post-production. They made the movie.
How'd
They
you
released
stumble
the
across
movie.
this, George? How'd you stumble across this movie? Was it like random?
I don't remember. I saw this a long time ago. I used to watch a lot of movies with my friend James Roach.
Oh, okay. I remember.
You remember
know what?
James?
You know what's funny
James
is
was my best friend for a long
so
time.
I texted my wife about this movie earlier, and she said she watched it a long time ago.
Maybe with
and
James.
she knew, James Roach
Makes
too. So
sense.
maybe that's how she watched this movie
James,
because
James
I even
is the reason I
said,
know anything about movies. James showed me all the best movies I've ever seen in my life,
oh,
and we
thanks,
would
bro.
have these
I
discussions.
feel bad. I feel bad now because I've showed you some movies,
Right.
and now you're telling me that I didn't show you any
No,
good
I'm
movies.
sorry, Steve. You didn't show
You
me
know
the
what?
best
I
movies.
showed him
Hold on,
fucking
hold on.
You
MacGruber.
showed me. You showed me. No, you showed me some good ones.
Epitome.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
But James showed me what I would
Yeah.
consider. He helped me define my taste in film for sure.
Well, I'm glad that you don't care about High Fidelity as much as I thought you did.
I
my God.
actually High Fidelity
seen High
stands as
probably
probably
Oh, yeah,
within my top
100%.
5 favorite
Are you
movies of all
crazy?
time.
That's crazy.
You like it?
Yeah.
Have you
All
seen the
right.
show?
I think
Have
it's
you seen the
great.
show?
No.
You need to watch the show.
It's not like something I'd be
It's
like, oh, let's fucking
just
go
as
watch
good,
High
maybe
Fidelity,
better.
But yeah,
I
it's
picked
great.
it.
Touche him.
I
High
picked it,
Fidelity's so
Wally.
good.
I said it was great.
I
You know
fucking
what-
picked it.
But you know what
It
George
takes a
has-
lot for me to go, oh, let's
You know what
watch
George
this
has
movie
never
again.
seen, and it blows my mind every time we talk about it?
What's that?
Jaws.
What?
Listen, you know what? All of you, shut
That's
up.
like
And it's
movie
all of
industry
you.
gold.
Hey!
It's Spielberg.
Hey,
It's
Spielberg.
gold. Stop yelling at me.
everybody.
How dare you?
There's a High Fidelity show, Hulu. Please watch it.
All right, then.
That's it.
Opening weekend, this movie made $600,000.
Oh,
Okay, that's
Overall-
opening weekend. That's opening weekend.
Overall, it made 14.9.
It almost made
almost
its
broke
budget.
even, yeah.
And you know what? They knew when they made a $17 million fucking indie romance fucking whatever the fuck this is.
Chick flick.
They knew they were gonna lose money.
I don't really think it's chick flick. Yeah.
I don't.
think it's a chick flick
I don't
either.
think it's a chick flick. I think
Well,
it's
you
just,
guys are crazy.
No, 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 no.
You guys are
It's a
nuts.
romantic
I
comedy,
think what
but it ain't
defines
a chick
this is
flick.
another one of those lines where like you're
I don't even think it's a
defining like
comedy.
what's a Christmas movie.
I don't know.
A
There were some
chick flick
funny lines
movie
in
to
this
me
thing.
is
a
something that a
dramedy.
female that's stereotypical be like, oh, do you want to come watch this with me? It's late
Yeah,
on a
see,
weekday
okay, I don't-
evening.
that is way
I'm
too
sorry
loose. That is
I
too
know
loose
it's
of a
loose,
definition.
but that's
I
exactly
don't
what I
see
think
that
when
for
a
this
chick
movie,
flick.
though. I don't see that for this movie, though.
You have made
Most people
so
are like
many broad
50 first
assumptions.
dates. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love that movie.
You've made
but that
too many
falls in the
broad
same lines
assumptions.
I
of
do like
someone
50
that would
First
ask
Dates.
me, like, hey, do you want to watch this? That would have fallen in that category.
Too many
That would
broad
fall.
assumptions.
But
I am not
I'm not
with you.
trying to understate the movie, George. I want you to know that.
I
I'm
don't
not
think
trying.
We're getting hot.
I'm really not. I'm not.
I
But
don't-
I'm
I'm
trying
not
to
taking
define
that.
what a chick flick movie is to me as a human being. and it's-
Defining it as a chick flick does not understate it at all to me. It does not lower it in any
I'm
way.
defining
but I
it
do
to me.
disagree that it's
To
a
me.
chick flick.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
that's
I would
fine.
consider
That's fine.
Bridesmaids a chick flick.
exactly.
Bridesmaids
Exactly.
is also fantastic.
Also great. I think it's hilarious, but it's the
Bridesmaids is a chick flick.
What makes
This
it
is
a chick
not.
flick is the chick asked me to come watch the movie. That's what makes it a chick
Fair
flick.
enough. Cannot argue with
I
that
would
logic.
look. So Bridesmaid
Lots
might be
of
an
chicks-
outlier because Bridesmaids I might click on by myself.
Never seen it.
It's hilarious. Bridesmaids is fucking hilarious.
Bridesmaids is gold.
But
I hate
it's
Melissa
gold.
McCarthy so much.
I think I
You
would.
are
But it's not.
tripping.
It's not. She's not.
I
the,
don't
like,
like her one bit.
Is a
But
girl
she's not
coming
the
up to me
prime
and ask
thing of that
watch this?
movie.
Most likely, I don't think I would get introduced to
Well,
this.
guess what, Wally?
You're sweet. You're a sweet
I
man.
asked you
I'm
to
not
watch this
trying
one.
to. Oh, here
I
we
asked
go.
you to watch this
a
I
one.
feel like we're in a
man.
relationship, George, and I'm getting fucking ridiculed right now.
Let's get-
George just wants to fillet you. That's why we watched this.
He's like, let's take you out on a nice date, Wally, and we're gonna watch fucking.
I got a
Honestly,
$50 Outback Steakhouse gift card, Wally.
Dude,
It was
you're wearing
Christmas.
some
I got
nice
gift
flannel.
cards out the wazoo.
We're gonna get that blooming onion.
last weekend, I don't know if I was drinking last week too, but
I'm not an alcoholic,
Damn it,
but
Brett.
Let me preface.
right.
I
Thank you. Preface.
I got you.
did
buddy.
stop me if I told you this already, but I went on a date.
Big Bear.
Should BetterHelp.com be our sponsor? Like,
Oh yeah, for sure. And we went to get sushi, and they said it was gonna be an hour and a half for sushi, and we were like,
Where'd you
fuck
go?
that.
What day?
That was like a Friday night.
Okay.
It was the Okada, and I love their sushi.
Okada.
But so I was like,
Nobunaga.
so I looked at her. I said, well,
Racist.
let's go to let's ironically go to Applebee's and see how terrible it is. Applebee's is still terrible.
Unagi.
Crapple
Never
bees.
been-
It's
It's
you
never
want-
been
Stuck in
bad.
the mall.
Do you want a drink with gummy sharks in it? Then you
What do
go
you guys
to
say?
Applebee's.
I kinda do.
Yeah.
I want to eat
Rose
some of those.
colored
Yeah,
glass.
yeah.
That's exactly the same
Dude,
thing.
I
Let's
got a
do it.
big ass
Fuck it.
margarita that had peach rings in it.
And it was like
so good.
$6.
I think
Yeah.
we had the same conversation last episode.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Like I
having
said,
deja vu.
I was
Long
drinking last
Island
weekend.
iced teas.
Hey, real quick.
We
you
had this
pass out.
conversation.
Somebody just said something that I want to talk about. Has anybody seen the new Matrix movie yet?
I did. I watched it literally after this movie.
We cannot
Give
spoil
me-
it.
I
We
fell
cannot
asleep
spoil it.
through 2/3 of the
Does it-
movie.
it doesn't
I saw the
fucking-
beginning and the
Guess
end.
what? There are 4 Matrix movies. I
So
feel like there's
I have
probably
not-
one good one because 2
There's
and 3
2 good
were,
ones.
The-
Well, there's one good one and there's
2
one
and
that's
3 were
half good.
terrible. 2 and 3 are fucking
Half
garbage.
of 2 was half of 2 was good. Third one, not a huge
Maybe
fan.
half of 2 was good.
The only good part of
Maybe.
2 is the fucking chase scene
On the
on the
freeway.
freeway.
with the
That's like
twins.
35
Yes.
minutes long.
You know what?
Yes.
That's kind of good. I still don't really get it though. I don't know what the fuck the twins' deal is. Oh, they're fucking
Nobody-
road code.
nobody
That's fucking
Go
some
ahead, Steve, you tell
baloney
us.
and bullshit.
I'm gonna say this real
Tell us how
quick.
you
I,
feel.
I want
Baloney and
to throw a quick Matrix review in here because I watched this movie. I was excited.
Spoil
for
it because I don't give
I
a
wa-
fuck.
I was so excited to see this movie because I'm a
It
Keanu.
looked so fucking
I'm a
bad.
Keanu man.
I will talk
I
shit
am
about
too.
Keanu forever. Keanu is the worst actor.
Point Break? That'd be a great one.
Keanu is a
I
shit.
am an FBI
Steve's
agent.
trying so hard.
Keanu is
I'm not
a
even looking
shit
at Steve's
actor.
face,
Keanu's
but
a
I can
shit
just
actor.
hear Steve. I can smell Steve's face.
Keanu's
Why?
a shit actor.
Look,
Does he like Keanu Reeves or something?
No,
we
no.
just
Hold on,
interrupted
let
the
me-
shit out of this motherfucker.
Let me get a thought out.
Go ahead.
If we could.
Keanu's
Shut
a
the fuck up, George.
Shit actor.
The reason why I like Keanu
He's not the greatest.
is because
Keanu.
I don't give a shit how you say his name.
Wow.
Take it easy,
Keanu.
bagged
Big
milk.
fan you are.
Take it easy, bagged milk.
Shut up, Big Bear.
Big bear.
I like Keanu because he is a shit actor and has had so much success just being, oh, what? Where?
You know
Oh
what?
my
The
God.
only performance of his that was any fucking good. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
But it makes sense.
because he's not fucking acting.
Yeah.
Right, that's him going, what?
Well,
All right,
you guys
excellent.
You guys are gonna go on an
Dude,
excellent
it's
adventure.
funny. It's funny that you say that because I go through all of his stuff like Constantine, right?
Which is
Constantine
great.
was okay.
They're thinking about doing another one.
I'm in.
I think that when it comes to like his emotional acting is probably the best. There's the Ronin, what the 27 bajillion Ronin.
Something, yeah.
That movie was fucking.
Well, I think it's
dog.
27.
Or
Ronin.
47.
That movie was dog
Ronin,
shit.
47, 47 Ronin. I think.
47?
That's the number.
47.
The Matrix, you got Point Break, you got Bill and Ted's. I think those are like maybe there might be a couple weird ones there, right? With him specifically,
It's
but
so good.
I like Point Break, but you had Patrick in there.
Let me
too,
finish
which
my
was,
thought.
Like fucking way better. I'm gonna go pee while you talk.
Okay. So
I'm not interested.
he's not interested because he knows what I'm about to say about the Matrix.
Hook it up.
I was so excited for this movie because I thought they were gonna go in a meta way, which they did some meta shit in it,
I read about this.
right? But I thought they were gonna do it so on the nose and so like the fucking Matrix is like fake and this movie's
just like
whatever.
When we gotta make a movie, and the filmmakers, the studio's gonna make it, but they're gonna make it with or without us. So the Wachowskis have to come back whether they want to or not.
They say exactly that in the movie.
I know, it's fucking dumb.
Yeah, so basically, I'm gonna spoil it for everybody
give
because
a
this
fuck.
fucking
Yeah,
movie
alright,
doesn't make it.
Spoiler alert. I
So-
don't give a fuck. Just spoil it because Matrix fucking sucks.
Yeah, thank you.
Neo
The
is,
first Matrix is good. Everything else is trash.
amen. Neo is back in the Matrix, right?
Whoa.
But
No, not again.
he is a video
That was
game.
good.
He is a video game designer who has made the Matrix in the world of the Matrix. So the Matrix.
So meta.
Oh
so-
my god.
So the Matrix.
It's like slavery with extra steps. I'm pretty sure they already made a Rick and Morty episode that's way more meta than this.
They did. So the Matrix is a video game.
With extra steps.
So the
No,
Matrix.
It's sorry, Steve.
You're fine. The Matrix is a video game inside the Matrix that he made, right?
Wait, is he aware that he's the one?
Not at the moment. But
So what? He wanted to be plugged back in. He's all jaded now.
so no, here's the crazy part that makes zero sense to me. Somehow, unconsciously, he makes a program that is Morpheus, who
Accidentally.
is actually a agent
Accidentally
inside
Morpheus.
the Matrix.
This is stupid.
And then he makes a room in which only Morpheus can get to through the Keymaster's
Do
office.
they kung fu fight?
They do, and it's terrible.
Who would've guessed?
Oh
Hold
my
on.
god, that's so many leather jackets.
This movie sounds so fucking dumb.
Hold on.
You look
So-
like a Columbine.
The whole
fucking
point is he
shooter.
does this unconsciously, and then he sees it, and some other people we've never been introduced before finds Morpheus, but Morpheus is being played by a different character because he's different, but still black, and still looks sort of like Lawrence Fishburne.
Kind of like the same shit that happened to the Oracle in the original
Oh,
trilogy.
it's foreign.
But
it's foreign
that person died, so I get why they did that. That's
Oh,
fine,
dead.
right? That's fine.
I don't
if
think
somebody,
so.
but how you gonna do it? You're dead.
Reanimate him, bro.
Anyways.
Don't have an Oracle.
Then this movie tries to be so meta with it, saying that like Agent Smith is his actual boss at this video game fucking place,
Did
but
they
it's
bring
being
back
made.
Hugo? They don't
No.
bring back Hugo?
No, it's a different person. So then they're saying the
Kevin
same
Spacey
thing.
in this movie. Oh,
When was the last time Hugo Weaving acted?
He's been on a play, and that's why he couldn't be
He's
in
been
this
in a
movie.
play?
He's been in a play on Broadway or something.
I
and
fucking love Hugo Weaving.
I do too. Dude.
Dude.
You're getting really good
You're-
at fucking
you're super good at
Keanu.
that.
I am inside a simulation. Inside a simulation.
I like it. I'm not even going to go any
Solid goal.
further with this.
It sounds
But what I'm
terrible.
going to say is they could. They said what they did.
I'm a
They,
little
they were
embarrassed.
Hey Siri.
I'm embarrassed for you.
they made this movie because Warner Brothers was going to make it with or without the Wachowskis. So only one of them came back and did it, and
Lana.
they fucking basically made it as shit as they could on purpose. I think.
Let's not make. Let's ruin this whole saga.
Are we still talking about the Matrix?
So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
everyone
Yeah, this
wants
movie
to
fucking
make
Well, I was
another
waiting
one.
until you got
He
back.
spoiled the whole thing. It doesn't matter.
This movie was terrible.
It sounds like shit. I mean, I knew it was gonna be shit when they announced it.
Is one of the Wachowskis trans? Is
Listen,
that
both of
there's
them.
one
Both
good
of them
Matrix
went
movie,
Both
and it's
of them.
fucking
both
good.
trans?
You use the word meta, right? I'm coming
Your
into this late.
father
Come
must
in.
be
The whole
proud.
first-
It's
The
my
whole
turn to
first
pee
10
now because
minutes.
I don't need to be a part of this anymore.
The
I'm
first-
done with the Matrix.
The first 10 or 15 minutes, they try to the whole thing feels like a revamp. You know, like they're like the meta shit you're talking about. It's ridiculous. They set
Well,
the whole movie up
Welcome
at
to
that
the
point.
metaverse. Oh,
I was like kind of interested at first when they're like, "Hey, I'm in the Matrix and I'm making a video game about the Matrix and that's my big hit."
Ready
and
Player
like that's
One.
why everybody.
Oh.
Look, you better have such a good reason if you're going to attack something that so many people love down to their core. I do like some of the Easter eggs in there, like the video game stuff.
Yeah.
That was great. But besides that, this fucking sucked. And I slept through all of it. I literally slept.
I think the biggest-
stayed awake for George's movie beginning to end.
But not
and
the Matrix.
But
enjoyed
the Matrix put you to
parts
sleep.
of it.
Wow.
And the Matrix, I watched right afterwards, and I literally slept through two-thirds of that fucking
Turds.
movie.
You slept through turds?
I
Two
slept
turds of
through the
that-
turds.
Oh,
I slept
through the turds.
through two turds. of
But
that
no,
whole fucking movie.
The movie was a giant turd.
The issue with me was you had the opportunity to make. Who cares about the story? Make the action
ending.
look good,
It's not
or anything, and it didn't. It was like so just
That's
slapped
not what
together.
I wanted. Look, I wanted the ending. I needed some sort of resolve in this shit because the third one you remember the like
terrible.
resurrection.
Terrible.
The ending of that felt so lackluster.
Yeah.
I would have loved them to end this 1,000 times better than that.
Well, the fact that they bring them,
Rebuild this fucking world. Do a 90s movie the way that everyone else did a fucking 90s movie, and give me a happy ending with the Matrix,
Right.
please.
Right.
please. Well,
You know?
I mean, they thought they gave you a happy ending, right? With Trinity now being the one as well and has the same powers inside whatever.
No, shut
I
the
will
fuck
say Neil Patrick Harris fucking kills it in the role that he's in, but it's so bad
Neil
that
Patrick
it's not
Harris
good.
is in the new Matrix.
He is. He
Dude,
did need to be in
Jada
there.
Pinkett Smith is in it as well, wearing old age makeup. Does anybody even know she's in the movie?
Who cares?
Well, okay, yes, I agree with you.
No,
but
no.
what I'm saying is, nobody knew she was going to be in this movie, and then she's in it, and people are going, oh, okay.
Good. Just put her in
So
the movie.
frustrating. So frustrating. They could have did it.
It's
They could have did a great fucking
It's
job with this.
frustrating.
It's frustrating.
It's so frustrating.
Bobo.
I can't
All right, well, I'm gonna go
fucking
to.
do
I
it.
don't care if George is pissing. We're gonna get to the box office
Hey,
that
well,
week.
while George is pissing,
Okay.
why do you think they made Sammy drop the belt Friday? What's that about?
Is this wrestling?
Yeah.
Wrestling. They did it because they want heat. Shut the fuck up, George. They want heat. They want heat on Cody,
Right.
and they got
Dude,
heat on
he's
Cody.
got
Nobody gives a
nuclear
fuck.
heat.
Nuclear.
They were calling him a retard
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And you know what though? It works. You got that nuclear heat on
Did
him.
you-
Watch it with
taking
the
the
Did
R
we
belt.
talk about that sign, that Nyla Rose sign? Did we already talk
We
about
didn't
that?
talk about it, but
Trying
it
to
was,
be better, George, with it.
it's funny.
Actively.
Fucking hilarious.
It's fucked up.
It's
but
fucked up,
It's
but-
hilarious.
So real quick, George,
I don't care
No,
about
no,
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 no, you're gonna care about
I
this.
don't care.
No,
This
no,
isn't
no, no,
wrestling.
No. It has nothing to do with plot lines or storylines. Real quick, there's a trans.
I'm
There's
extremely skeptical of
no,
whatever
no, no,
you're
no.
about
There's
to
a
say.
Listen.
there's a transgender woman who wrestles.
Okay.
Her name is Nyla Rose.
Interesting.
Yes, she's a very big woman, but she looks like a woman too, though.
I'll give her that. Yeah, she
But-
sounds like a woman too. She
Okay.
doesn't have that
And
like
the wrestling-
I'm being a woman
Cool.
voice.
And the wrestling
That
community is
was
very,
George, be
very,
open for 2 seconds.
very.
'Cause I have no idea. I'm there with you.
Accepting or whatever. Except last week
Continue
on
with the
last
conversation.
week on live TV, somebody held up a sign while she was wrestling, and it said. It said Nyla Rose is this guy's dad with the arrow pointing to whoever he was sitting next to.
Oh man. Oh man.
It's funny, but it's
fucked
fucked up.
Yeah.
I literally. I feel like this. I just am not gonna comment on that.
It's like an I'm with stupid T-shirt, but and he got kicked out. And he got banned for life, and as he should. But I mean, he will live on.
He went to
In
infamy.
infamy. Yeah, infamy. Yeah. It's hilarious, but oh my god, is it terrible?
Wow. I'm not gonna comment on that.
So I'm pretty sure she.
I
had
want to
the-
talk about Away
I
We
think
Go
she
some
had
more.
the full like snippy
Oh
snap,
my
chip
God.
chop, all that.
I have no idea.
Hey, I want to say why
She wrestles
I,
in tights. You'd
what-
think we'd see that
how
thing.
I felt about Pulp Fiction and why I was like I want to change it.
All right, go for it. Take it over. It's your podcast now. No
Okay.
one will interrupt you like they do me.
You can interrupt me. I
That's
don't
a
care.
lie.
I don't care.
Steve, you need to be more assertive.
I'm trying to be the
Steve,
nicest person over here, and I
Be
can't.
more
I-
assertive.
Start yelling when you need to talk.
all right,
That's how
George,
it
go.
I'm yeah. So I had Pulp Fiction as my movie, and so I watched Away We Go and Pulp Fiction in the same night recently, and I watched Away We Go, and then I watched Pulp Fiction, and I remember so I'm a huge Quentin fan, or I was, and I don't know if I've like just outgrown. I was watching it, and I was like, this feels like an edgelord movie. You know what I mean?
He's paying homage to everything that he loves in
I
every
get that.
movie that he
Trust
ever
me,
does.
you don't have to defend Quentin to me. I love a
Same
Quentin
thing with Rob
Tarantino
Zombie
movie.
movies.
No, but I get the idea that
But I feel
that
like
you could see through
the whole
it
time
sometimes.
the whole time I was very cynical, and I was like, this is not the time for me to do a Quentin movie because I'm not. Something about where I am in my life right now. I was like, I love Quentin. I am critical of Quentin right now. Very
well,
critical of
because
him.
you watch some of the movies and like you said, you almost outgrow it. Like, is this sophomoric? Is this for like?
Certainly, that's a great word, sophomoric. Yeah,
is this for 20-year-old George or 34-year-old
You
George?
wanna hear-
You know, like,
Sure, yeah. At this
Every-
point in my life, I'm like,
Can I?
yeah.
can I finish?
Every movie that he does seems like a parody of a genre. Every
Right.
fucking movie does.
It really does. Yeah,
Which is not.
Pulp
It's
Fiction
not
is a
bad-
parody of a Martin Scorsese film.
You go through the list, man. Go
Right.
through the list. Like even Django, like his love for
Django.
westerns and shit.
But
like,
he's
And then what is that?
really hitting the surface level themes of them with a Quentin Tarantino
he
fucking
does-
core.
Yeah. It just seems
And it-
over the top.
and you know
the
what it works
parodies
for?
of these
You know what it
genres
works?
of movies.
Kill Bill, it works.
Kill Bill's great.
Kill Bill,
I
it
think
works.
it's my second
Kill Bill,
favorite
it works.
film that he.
You know what else works? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Never seen that one.
I haven't seen that yet either.
Kill Bill is my
We'll do
favorite
that on this
Tarantino
episode.
movie.
I think.
Period.
I think Kill Bill.
I've watched YouTube clips of it though.
Kill Bill
so I
is
feel like I've
probably
seen-
his best
Planet
films.
Terror.
Planet Terror is a Robert Rodriguez film.
You're right. Maybe why I like it.
It's horribly thematic. You know when you're watching his movies too. Like
Death Proof is also very good because I love Kurt Russell so much.
Dude, Kurt
Russell's so good. What's
I
that
love
movie
Kurt
Kurt
Russell.
Russell did where he was driving the 18-wheeler?
Big Trouble in Little China.
No. His wife got
Big Bear.
abducted by
Big
people
Bear.
driving the 18-wheeler. What Kurt Russell movie is that?
I don't know.
I was just watching the other day.
Are you
Like
sure you're
maybe
not
2
thinking
weeks in.
Joyride?
Oh,
and a
no.
completely
Black
different-
Dog?
Maybe.
Is it Black Dog?
Basically, he's in a little SUV, like an Explorer, and I think
I've never heard of this.
these people in this 18-wheeler, I think, like steal his wife or some shit.
Is
This is Kurt.
Death Proof?
Yeah.
This is Kurt Snake Plissken Russell.
Oh yeah. Trust me, I
Okay,
know my
I'm-
fucking
okay,
Kurt Russell.
just
I do want to say one thing.
My at cheesy action shit.
Oh no, Black Dog is Patrick Swayze.
Kurt
I'll look it up.
Universal
I'll look it up.
Soldier
Straw
Russell.
Dogs? Is it Straw Dogs?
I'll look it up. Give me a sec. Come
All
back
right,
to me.
I do
Come
want
back
to say my fun fact about Kurt Russell is always going to be in the same thing. Before Walt Disney died or got frozen, the last words he spoke were
Kurt Russell.
Are you serious?
yeah,
Why?
because he was the up and coming actor for Disney at
I
the time.
love Kurt Russell.
Dude, Big
Me
Trouble
too.
in Little China, it will be done on this show.
Absolutely.
Will be
I
done.
fucking got you
Will
and
be
me,
done.
brother. I love that fucking film.
What is it?
It will come out no more. What'll come out no more? What the fuck was that?
Dude, David Lopan.
David Lopan. And they're playing like video games at
The
the end.
Thing. I fucking forget he's in The Thing. I love The Thing.
He's in a million movies.
Yeah, he is.
I
He
love
really
Kurt
is.
Russell.
Miracle.
Yeah.
I love Kurt Russell.
I do love that movie.
He's
Our
wholesome.
time.
He's actiony. He's the man.
He can do anything. I will say though, top 10 that week
Hey.
for this
for
movie.
bringing it
Before
back.
Wally says something,
Oh, sorry. Go
did you
ahead.
figure it out yet?
No. I just I just came full circle and I was like, oh, Hateful Eight. I forgot he was in that too.
You know what? My least favorite Quentin film, Hateful Eight, for sure.
I thought it was amazing.
The violence
Never
feels
saw it.
fucking. You know what? My friend Lauren told me.
I've never seen dialogue in a single room for so long and stay so fucking interesting.
My
as
friend
that-
Lauren called this movie, the violence in this movie, and this is the perfect word for me, and I agree.
Egregious.
Masturbatory.
Oh.
And I agree.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It is. It is.
Oh, yeah.
almost
It's just there to be
shot
there.
in the dick.
It is perverse.
Man gets shot in
the
the
violence
dick.
in this film. I am not behind that film.
It's over the top.
There's a thin line
By
with
far.
the sex and the violence, for sure.
I'm not into.
But I'm
not
so
into-
desensitized now. Yeah, give me
Yeah,
it.
you're right. You're right.
Shoot that man. in
Number
both
10.
balls.
Away we go.
Well, it made the top 10 at least.
All right. Hey.
Now, okay, so I'm
pretty
doing
good
this.
for a weird indie film. Pretty
I'm
good.
doing this on the June 26th
Right,
release.
the mass
Release.
release. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure.
I think when
Come on,
there's
it's not fair to hit it with the.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
yeah,
not fair.
I don't think we
The
can do
filmmakers did not expect it to make any money on the limited release.
right. No. no.
Breakdown. A man searches for his missing wife as his car breaks down. in the
I
middle
would
of the
literally
desert.
have a Kurt Russell marathon
and goes on a
just-
rampage.
and just
after.
watch him act all day.
So good.
Let's do it.
Breakdown. Watch that shit. It's so
Also,
fucking
Death Proof. Who's seen Death Proof? Death Proof.
good. I
Death
think
Proof.
I have.
Death Proof.
That sounds familiar. Too familiar. For
Kurt
me not to
Russell.
see it.
It was with the
Quentin Tarantino.
Grindhouse back-to-back feature.
Oh no. Oh, is that with the chicks chasing him at the end in the car and he
Yeah.
flies off the Yeah, okay, I've been.
I love
Yeah,
that.
I
saw that.
love
love
that
that
movie. I love that film.
That was another one of the on the nose.
Icy
movies, right?
Hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, Steve.
Number 9, Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian.
Okay.
Never saw.
Those
Never
movies
saw.
are-
Yeah,
those
yeah,
movies-
that was a
Never saw
sequel.
any of them, and
so that's-
I love fucking what's his name, Ben Stiller.
Stiller.
Never seen any of them.
No, they're good movies.
Has
They're-
anyone
they're-
done? Has anyone done Tropic Thunder?
That was our
first-
second
yeah.
episode.
Second episode, yeah.
Oh,
And
fuck, man.
hold on.
I wasn't here then either.
We are thinking about doing a revisit with our extra real episodes,
quote that
and that
whole
would be
fucking movie.
What Hot Rod and
Hot Rod and Tropic Thunder might
Oh,
be
yeah.
the
I would do
revisits.
this. I would show up if Wally's show up. I'll show up.
I'll
Right,
quote
but you were
every
on
one of
the
both of
Hot
those
Rod
movies.
I
episode.
I
still,
could do
want,
Hot Rod
I still
again.
want to do an episode where the four of us are watching something and
Yeah.
commentate the whole movie.
Yeah, commentary.
agree.
Yeah, we could do that.
I
We just
agree.
got to pick the right movie,
I
and
think
it could
that
be
should
Tropic
I
Thunder.
think
Yeah.
that should be every fucking episode.
It depends on how long you want to be here for, sir.
We're already here 2 hours usually.
That's what I'm saying.
2 hours.
Yeah, and my drive got longer too.
Yeah. How much? What, 30?
It's,
No.
it's about 25 minutes.
25.
Is
All
T
right,
here?
all right.
Is that why you're going?
Maybe. Anyways, number 8. Star Trek.
Which one? What is it?
Oh.
What was it in 2009?
Is this the one with
the first Chris Pine one?
Is it the one with Alice Eve's sweet tits in it?
I don't think Chris Pine was
Yep.
it yet.
No, he was,
was
yeah.
he?
That was the
Okay.
first one. He
This
was
guy would
Captain
know.
Kirk.
Alice Eve
He would.
is
Tell us-
beautiful.
Is Chris-
Tell us
is he-
about Alice Eve.
Is
They
he
had that
straight or
skin
gay?
tight blue shirt.
Say that
or
again?
Blue
Is he
uniform.
straight or gay?
Chris Pine.
Chris Pine? He's got to be straight.
I think
I
he-
thought he was
whatever.
gay.
Have you ever seen that footage
No, say
of
it.
Gal Gadot looking at him?
I feel like he's an attractive
Yes.
individual.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
she's
She's like biting her lip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's just like, oh my God.
Put
And
it in me,
then-
Mr.
And then
Pine
she remembers
Tree.
she's
Pine.
married and she's like,
Yeah.
I love on the newest one when
So
they play
funny.
the Beastie Boys. Can't stand it. I know you playing it. And they call it classical music. I was like,
Right.
oh, that's great.
Well, I mean, in a Star Trek universe, it would be classical music. That's crazy. Which is a
Star
great
Trek
song.
takes place in
Fucking
the
Alice
future.
Eve and fucking Star Trek, dog.
Yep,
So good.
getting it. And in
Got you, dog.
I know.
Got you.
What is
Oh.
a movie that I want to pick
Merry
soon
Christmas.
Thank you.
because
Go
I'm
feed
all
some
about
ducks.
the shitty
Hit it up.
comedy movies. She's out of my league.
No,
Oh, it's
yeah,
one of
yeah.
my favorites.
I've never even heard of this.
Oh, yeah,
What?
yeah, yeah. That's
You've seen She's Out of My League.
Never
yes,
even
you
heard
have.
I bet
that
you he
movie.
hasn't. I
It's
really
got
bet he
T.J.
hasn't.
Miller in it. Oh my god.
T.J. Miller.
Is it an indie darling?
no.
Then I probably haven't seen it.
It's a bigger release.
Have you seen was it Spot Sunshine Mine? What the fuck is that?
We
Yeah,
did
yeah, we
it.
did it.
We did it.
Eternal.
We
Guess
did
who
it.
picked that episode for the decision?
Oh, dude,
reel?
I'm gonna slowly start naming
This
movies that I
guy.
think George would be like.
I love that
Completely.
movie.
We
Yeah.
actually all loved it except our old co-host.
Yeah,
oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
it's a great movie.
It was fucking.
Have you done
It's
the
very
Truman Show yet? Have you done
thought-provoking.
the Truman Show
We
yet?
have-
It's on the list.
I just said that earlier this episode. That's
He's
coming
never
up.
seen it. Right.
Oh my god.
That might be
Ooh, big
top
speech.
3 favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, dude.
Can
Truman
can
Show's
you,
great.
Can you add that to the button board, please?
What?
Ooh, the big speech. Anytime somebody starts rambling,
Yeah, that's funny.
Every time I talk.
That'd be a great
Yeah.
one. Good afternoon. Good
Number
evening, and good
7,
night.
Sam.
The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Fuck is that?
it was a remake.
Yeah.
It's got Denzel
Yep.
and John Travolta.
My boy
Yep.
Denzel.
Yeah.
Denzel's one of the best actors of our generation.
Yep.
If not the best.
I
would say
I'm not a
the best
Denzel
is
guy.
one.
I don't know why.
I'm not with you guys on this.
Oh
one.
man,
Me
you
neither.
are way
Even
wrong.
his shitty
think-
movies, he has monologues.
I do like John Q.
I think
Talking
John
to people.
Q. John Q is
That's
the
the
one.
only movie
Other
I
than
like.
that-
I don't even
Yeah.
like John Q. Too much of my feelings.
He makes movies that would be shitty with anyone else decent.
Everything was
dude,
leading up
I mean,
to John
remember the
Q,
Titan,
and everything
sure.
else has been downhill.
Dude,
No, what was that movie he just did where he's like
Don't care.
He's
Equilibrium.
like his little
he's not in Equilibrium.
He's in the ghetto and he tells the kid to paint the
That's
side
Christian
of these
Bale.
walls, and then he has this
What movie am I
monologue
thinking
where
of?
he's like holding a gun to
Fucking
the
know.
kid's head, right? And he's like, "You got this? Are you able to do this?" It's amazing.
Training
he's just
Day?
so fuck. It's not Training Day. It's
Equalizer?
the same Denzel. It might be.
That
it
sounds
might
like
be.
some Boys in the Hood shit.
It's amazing.
For the
Dude, you gotta be
boys
kidding
in
me.
the hood.
Denzel's way up there.
Philadelphia?
Top
We gotta
10.
we gotta do Boys in the Hood soon.
Wasn't it great?
They're always hard.
No.
Number 6.
Cuba Gooding Jr., Ice
Cuba.
Cube.
Cuba
Okay,
Gooding.
okay,
Cuba.
okay, sorry.
Number 6. Year 1.
I hate that fucking movie.
Was that a
Jack Black
comedy?
is the
What an
worst.
absolute-
Jack
Yeah.
Black.
What an
Oh, and
John-
what's his face?
Cena.
And Michael
Cena.
Cera, who
Sarah.
died.
I've never seen a movie like literally like trip and stumble and fall on its face until that movie came out.
Dude, that movie's
Wow,
so
what a
bad.
good
That's a
euphemism
hodgepodge
for that. Yeah,
of a movie.
It was literally they didn't have an idea other
It
than
had
it's
its-
going to be in the Stone Ages.
It's like
and
it-
then go.
It's
do
like
something.
it's just like he was on the toilet and they were like, "Oh, you're a movie now," and it came out of the toilet and it started running with its pants around its ankles and
saying,
it hit the
hodgepodge.
ground and it never stood back up.
Let's throw some biblical shit in here and
Yeah, why not,
see how
yeah.
this fucking goes. You know, felt like a shitty Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
Fucking-
was. Number 5, my
Without even and it didn't even have Seth.
Yeah, exactly.
Seth MacFarlane.
Exactly. So bad.
Number 5.
Rogan.
Seth Rogen. Whatever. That's what you meant, right? 'Cause I was counting on Seth Rogen.
Sausage fest.
Sausage Fest was funny.
It was. It
That
really
movie
was.
is
Hilarious.
way
It was-
smarter and better than it had
It's got
any
Nick
right
Kroll in
to
it.
be.
I'm watching
The
it.
douche.
He was
Nick
the
Kroll?
douche. Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
The
And then he
douche.
That
supersizes
movie will
himself
catch
or
you by
something.
surprise too, right? You go to
Totally
see
caught
it
me by
and you're like,
surprise.
oh,
Except for
this-
the end. That's
this is
not.
fucking
That's catching
obscene.
everybody by surprise.
Yeah.
Giant food orgy. Number 5, My Sister's Keeper.
Never
the
heard of it.
Talk about a chick flick. Probably that.
Probably that.
There's
Probably
been like
that.
one blockbuster, maybe 2 in this list. Maybe
Well, we're getting there. We're in the top 4. Number 4, Up.
Oh, I love
Up
that
is
movie.
awesome.
most wholesome movie. Like
I've
top
never
5 most wholesome
I've never
movies of all
wanted to cry so much in the first like 3 minutes of a movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Than Up.
Best intro ever. As good as Coco's finale.
Cameron Diaz, Abigail Breslin, Alec Baldwin, and
Oh, okay. I know
Joan
that movie.
Cusack.
How about
My
Coco?
Sister's Keeper.
How about Coco?
Never
I
seen
love
it.
Joan Cusack. How
I
about
love
Coco?
her and Adam's Family Values.
How about Coco?
I've
What
never
about
seen
it? The
Is that the one with the guitar player?
Yup.
Is
It's
it really
a great.
good?
It's
Is it?
amazing.
Is it?
The end.
Are you telling me I need to watch that?
Isn't
I
it-
highly recommend
isn't
that.
it like
Okay.
an animated kitty
When
movie?
it comes to
Yeah,
these
yeah.
It's
like
my
these
favorite. It's my favorite Pixar movie.
picks, yeah, 100%.
Wow.
That and what's the one
By
with the
a
little
lot.
what's the little samurai kid with the guitar? It's not a guitar, but he's running around. It starts with a K. There's 2 like Pixar.
Kobo and the two
Yeah.
strings or something.
Oh, I heard that's good,
Those
but that's not
two?
Pixar.
Esque, like the
Yeah,
that's actually
animation.
DreamWorks.
That's,
Those
no,
two
that's
have been my
actually
two
stop,
favorite.
That's stop motion.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Cool.
the Kobo and the two strings or whatever. That's
Like
stop
James
motion.
and the Giant
Coco.
Peach stop motion.
Oh, James
Yeah.
and Giant Peach.
Yeah, great movie.
Have you seen
They
that?
wanna go
Brent?
to
You
New
look
York.
at me
Come
like
on.
you haven't seen it.
Come
Well, you had those eyes where
Come
you're
on.
like, I
Watch
haven't
Coco.
seen
Watch
that.
Coco.
All right.
Watch Coco.
I'll watch that as soon as you watch Oh Hello.
Is that
I'll
a
watch
Burton?
Oh
Is that a
Hello
Tim
very
Burton movie?
soon, maybe
Is James
tonight.
and the Giant Peach a
Alright.
Tim Burton movie?
No. Wait.
No.
Wait.
It had that vibe.
Maybe.
100% had that vibe.
Or maybe they hired the same art
Studio,
director.
yeah, or the same studio
listen,
that did the. Yeah.
the whole little spirally thing and the whole Tim Burton
Yeah,
look.
exactly.
That's not Tim Burton.
No, it's
He
not.
hires the same art director for every movie. He's not actually an
Oh.
artiste. He's just a pretentious fucking prick. I hate
Oh,
Tim
Jesus.
Burton.
I think everyone feels the same.
Henry
way about
Selick
Tim
was the
Burton.
director.
Is he
Henry
Selick.
Selick.
What a name,
No,
Henry
we know
Selick.
other Henry Selick movies. Hold on.
probably.
All right, keep rolling. I'm gonna come up with some more Henry.
Well,
Selick.
top three. We're in the.
He
we're
might
in
have.
the-
He
we're in
might
the
have.
top three.
He did. Fucking Henry Selick did fucking Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did with Burton.
Probably one of the biggest
Boom.
Christmas
Boom.
Halloween
All right,
movies.
top
Fucking
three.
hate that movie.
Top three in no
I like it.
particular order.
Just fat chicks with tattoos.
Transformers: Revenge of the
I
Fallen,
love it.
Trash.
I love those tattoos.
Trash.
The Hangover,
Pretty good.
All right.
The Proposal.
Never
I'm
heard
going
of it.
to George.
The proposal
The
The
was
Hangover? The first
Ryan
Hangover.
Reynolds.
Hangover
and Sandra
was
Bullock,
a-
wasn't it?
The Hangover was the Avengers of comedies when that shit came out.
It was ridiculous.
The Hangover is number one, and
Yeah.
then what were
So
the other
long,
two?
gay boys.
Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen,
Ooh, that made a lot
and The
of money
Proposal.
too.
Well, if you put
Hangover,
Transformers
Transformers, Proposal.
Exactly.
Hangover, Transformers,
Exactly.
Proposal.
Okay,
for
Brent.
sure.
What do you
Oh,
think?
shit. Hold on. I forgot what movies they were. What were they again?
Hangover, Transformers, Proposal.
I'm going Transformer Hangover Proposal.
That's a safe bet.
And Wally's going.
Transferring Hangover. It's same. 100% same.
It is as follows: number one, Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Number two, The Proposal.
Oh wow.
Number three, The Hangover.
Hangover must
Hangover
have
must have been out
been
for a
for a
while.
few weeks. Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
it was.
Well, that always throws us off. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard.
I want to
tell.
start saying, okay, it's in the second week or it's third week
But
or
that's a
whatever.
lot of research,
but then,
right?
no, I can do it, but it's one of those things like you're adding so much
If we
to
ask,
the
will you
question.
tell us?
Well, we could do that.
Do you
How
have
about
that listed? Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
we could do
Well,
that.
I'm
I'll start
literally
listing
always
it.
going to ask though, so you might as well just say
What?
it every time.
Yeah, he's right. I'd probably do the same.
Nah, let's just do top three is the top three, and it doesn't matter when
All
it gets.
right. What are their prizes?
It's not
here?
about
There's
being
no
right. It's about
prizes.
learning.
Yeah.
It's about learning.
It's
All
about
right.
the adventure.
It is now George's favorite time. Say it for me, sir.
The tomatometer.
Oh, that was
Where
a
is that-
fucking
That was a
good
good
one.
one. That
Thank
was
you.
cheaper.
Thank you.
It comes from the cockles.
Now, this is all my problem again with the cock. I know what the tomatometer
You know what it is.
was.
But, well, then, did you watch it on the cock?
I did watch it on the cock, and yes, it was there for the first time.
And don't you
plain as
hate it?
Fucking day.
Yeah.
What was?
As soon as
Well,
you,
we're going to ask George then.
Yeah, because we all know what the.
What do you
the
think
tomatometer
the
is.
critics' tomatometer was?
It wasn't as high as I would give it. Probably like a 67, maybe
He knows.
65.
He knows. There's no
Whoa,
way.
dude,
you did
There's no
no
way you're
way.
throwing that out there
George,
because the
There's no
actual
way.
the
You're
act-
full of shit.
yeah.
You look like you work down
That's
like
only,
at a fisherman's
that's only been
dock
done
right
one
now,
other
George.
time, and I did it.
What?
You guessed the
I said
exact
67
number.
or 65.
Yeah,
67.
Really?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I did not look this up.
Well, I mean, I believe you. Why would you?
We have a whole audience now that's
That's
like,
so
George is-
interesting.
George
This
is the
motherfucker looked
sweetest,
it
full
up,
of shit
right?
man we've ever met.
Look at his bullshit beanie.
Wow. We can start selling beanies now called bullshit beanies.
I need to. I can't believe somebody bought a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Wait,
Good for that guy.
Thank you,
I saw
TJ.
that. I saw
Oh,
those,
yeah.
by the way.
Thank
They
you.
look dope.
Thank
I
you.
thought
Did you
it
have to design that, Steve?
I designed everything.
Did
yeah.
you make a pocket print?
That's arousing.
Yeah.
Can I
Maybe
go
I'll
buy
buy.
one.
How do I get one?
They
Do I
have
have to
long
buy
Go on the
one?
website.
and
Dude,
buy
they'll
one?
put it on anything you want.
Yeah.
I work here.
I
I
want
don't
that
get
long
one.
sleeve. They come in really
Don't I
big
get a
fat man
uniform?
sizes because I've been.
They any size. We got up to I think 4XL. Anybody's listening who wants a shirt, you can go on our website.
Is that
from
money in
there.
your PayPal account?
Look,
Wow.
Steve.
I'm gonna say it costs money to host the podcast.
He said, look.
It does. Like if you look around, like look,
No,
I
honestly-
know these electronics that Steve has right now, and he easily has. I'm not going to spit out a number, way more than any of these
And this is
T-shirts. at
hosted in
moment
his
are gonna buy.
basement. Honestly, I'm just talking shit.
I only
This
paid
is-
for a microphone and an arm.
I literally
This is-
just show up and drink
And you
alcohol
use it.
and talk to
Yeah.
my friends. It's
These
fine.
go to Steve's podcast fund,
Yeah, that dude.
So if anybody wants to support us and buy a T-shirt from us, you
the
can.
Patreon on the other show just goes to. I told Mike to keep it. He does all the work.
Yeah, I'm just talking shit.
Yeah, there you
Steve, I mean, we're here in Steve's basement. I'm talking to my friends. It's
I'll
fine.
split the $2.18 we made on that one T-shirt with you.
Is it really
everybody.
$2.18?
I think it's around there.
It's
yeah.
too specific not to be.
Like 67%.
It's probably like $2.38 or something, but whatever. What I'm trying to say is we do have T-shirts available.
How'd
We
you know
have
it was
the
67%?
Embrace the Cheese
cop
T-shirt.
tells you as soon as you hit the
Oh,
movie.
really?
Yep.
I
Embrace
get
the
everything on
cheese.
MovieBox Pro.
Yeah, because you steal everything.
Yep.
Speaking of stealing
he
things,
probably owns it.
we are not
I did,
stealing.
actually, yeah, I did buy this movie on
Exactly.
iTunes a long time
Movie
ago.
Poop
I'm
Shoot
here
Pro.
to protect you, George.
Yeah,
Whatever
you got me,
And
dude.
it's self-incriminating.
I bought this movie on iTunes a long time ago.
People listening out there can steal the great deals we have on our T-shirts.
Oh, look at you, you wordsmith.
This guy's a fucking silver.
You silver-tongued devil.
Yeah, there it is.
We have, I believe, 4 or 5 different designs on our website. You can fucking
What's that
find.
website?
What?
The old
Everyone's giving Steve
thisisreal.com.
fucking is setting Muscolzi up left and right.
You
now.
like it? I'm trying to get them out, but you can find them on our website. You can find them through our Facebook page or our Twitter, our Instagram, whatnot. There should be a link with each post there.
I'm glad George
we
is a
have
happy
some
boy again
stuff.
because he is
George is
drinking.
getting it with the cranberry and the Tito's over
No.
here, and with that, he's going to buy a T-shirt for drinking, and it's fine. But we are embracing the cheese over
Sign
at
him up.
our T-shirts. We have an Embrace the Cheese logo on there. We have a nice pocket print like Brent was talking about.
Yeah, you
with
gotta
the,
have the pocket print,
with
dog.
the Decision Reel logo with the how would I say?
I like how Milk Money is the top.
How dare that episode exist?
Oh,
How dare that
that's
movie
our recommended.
exist?
That's recommended.
That's our top
I wish you were
recommended.
here for Milk Money.
It might not be from. I haven't put it on the website yet. I was waiting. You might have to go to like our Facebook or Twitter to find the link to the shop.
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
this-
about to put it
yeah.
on there.
We should have our own T-shirts that are definitive to each one of us. Like,
I mean, we can do that.
Titty lineup or something like that.
The titty lineup over here.
What does mine say? Indie Darling.
Indie
Yeah.
Darling? I like it.
No, hold on. What's the girls?
I
in
would
those
just have
indie
one that
movies you
says your
called?
name and then cult classic in big print. Like,
Yeah.
No, what are those chicks in the movies called?
Plastics.
Yes.
The girl in Scott Pilgrim.
Manic
Oh.
Pixie Dream Girl.
Yeah, that's what you are.
Oh.
A manic pixie dream girl.
I'm a Manic Pixie Dream Girl.
No,
Mr. Pilgrim.
that would be your
No,
shirt.
I'm. You're saying I am Joel from that movie.
Yeah.
I am Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
I mean,
Didn't you
look like
get my
were-
email?
You look like you're dressed like an
I
extra
skimmed
from
it.
Adventureland for sure.
Oh my god.
I've never seen Adventure.
What?
nailed it.
Because of my yellow sweater.
Just everything's just like neutral tones.
It's a very
Yeah,
knitted
yeah.
sweater.
yeah.
Do I look super granola?
Yeah.
Granola.
Is that the
You
term?
look
What
like
a
you drive
word.
a Subaru, but
I
not
want
a
a
W.
Close,
I
it's a
want an
Fusion.
Outback.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
there
He
it
looks,
is.
he looks like he drives like an old diesel, like Mercedes. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
This
You
is
know
the
what?
man with the
or like a
diesel
weird,
over
or
here.
like
My
a like a Volvo.
My car
like,
runs
Volvo.
on
Yeah,
leftover
like the
fry
car
oil.
that they drive in this fucking movie.
My
Yeah,
car,
yeah,
With
yeah,
the
yeah.
plastic headrests.
Yes,
it
nailed
runs on leftover fry oil from Hunan Palace.
Right. Fucking 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
You don't care about the environment, bro?
That fucking
Finger
That's
popping
pretty
each
fucked up,
other's
bro.
assholes.
God damn, I love that movie.
assholes.
Finger pumping each other's ass.
That is like stomach holding hilarious.
Yes.
Beep
Yes.
boop beep. You're dead. The second one is just as good.
It really is. So I'm just gonna breeze through the audience and the IMDb score because why not? Because we're kind of just chilling around here. So the audience score on this on Rotten Tomatoes is a 74%, which is higher than the critic score. I would have never guessed that.
I believe that. Yeah, yeah. But I think it's because you have to seek this
Rotten
movie out.
Tomatoes
You're only going to be
higher
in.
than
You're only going to watch this movie if you've already sought
good
it
point.
out. You're already interested.
That's a good point. Yeah, most of the people that are watching this movie,
Low marketing. You know.
Yeah.
The thing that will kill a movie, high expectations. You market the shit out of your movie. You don't market it at all. People seek it out. They're gonna have a high opinion.
Depending on
Do
the
you
movie,
guys
though,
think
I mean,
word
look
of
at-
mouth is like the biggest thing? Like, so the opening
Obviously.
week is like, and then
Obviously.
no matter what you do at that point, if it's
I
shit,
think it's a-
fucked, or if it's good,
It's
good.
definitely a high
Yep,
mark because
that's
if you
it.
look at movies like There's Something About Mary or
Oh my god, I love
movies like
fucking
that,
movie too.
American Pie, even, you know what I mean? Like those movies were
Those
big,
are two
but they
Avengers
got
of comedy.
yeah, but they got big because of word of mouth. You know what I
Sure,
mean?
sure.
Like they didn't debut number one; they grew to number one, and that only happens with word of mouth. Now, is word of
Cool
mouth
designs on there.
different? Thank you. Is word of mouth
There's
different?
new ones, right? You saw the new ones?
Yeah.
They look good.
Yeah. Sorry.
You talking
He's talking
t-shirt?
t-shirts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the t-shirts are sick. The
Specify.
t-shirts are great work, Steve. T-shirts are sick.
Thank
am,
you.
Am I
I tried.
slurring? What's up?
I think you're
Cheetos.
doing great, George.
Doing great. Anyways, IMDb score is a 7.
Episodes, yeah.
Heaven.
Where
S-E-B-E-N.
7.
Seven.
all right. Let's get to who is your favorite character in this movie, George?
I want to say Maya Rudolph, but
There's
it's
so
fucking-
many characters.
It's John Krasinski.
Like
I
characters.
just think he's so endearing. He's written to be so endearing, and he is. And he
I
does.
think
and,
George
and
aspires to be this individual.
maybe.
Called out.
Letting me.
What do you
I'm
think
pretty
there?
transparent. I'm pretty two-dimensional as a human being. So yeah.
Sure. Brent, what do you think?
My favorite character is Maggie Gyllenhaal's character. I think she killed it, and we all know people like that too.
Who's Mac? Which one is she? Because I'm terrible.
The
Ellen.
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 The breastfeeding the 4-year-old.
No sugar, no something, and no strollers.
We're a continuum home.
Just
Continuum.
dude,
Continuum?
the way she like
I
walks
looked up
into
continuum
the
home after this.
yeah, well, the way she walks into the room and sees the stroller, she's like, "Fuck!"
When she
Like,
goes, when
it's
she goes-
hilarious.
she does this with her hand. She goes,
Yeah.
maybe a
just put it outside.
maybe a
Hands
little,
down
maybe
the
a
most-
little further,
Further,
maybe a
little
little further, a little further.
Oh, God,
Dude, what do you? And you know that guy's a stay-at-home dad too. What do you do, Roderick?
100%.
Yeah, he's like, do you mean how do I make my living?
Living?
Yes, that's exactly what I
Fear
mean.
mongering and
Yeah, that's
He was-
exactly
he was-
what I mean.
God. And then Maggie Gyllenhaal.
What a bunch of
they
insufferable-
have nothing. They don't know
insufferable pricks.
anything. Yeah.
That made me so mad.
Dude,
that's-
I was so fucking frustrated during that part of the movie. I was like, oh my God, these are the
Let's
worst.
talk about the structure of this movie.
The
Starts
worst.
out two insufferable groups of people, right?
It feels like Dante's Inferno of shitty
Relationships.
fucking
Wow,
people.
good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
So
like,
we encounter
oh my
what-
God.
How many relationships did we encounter in this movie? We encounter Verona and Bert.
Yeah.
We encounter his parents.
Yep.
We encounter Lily and Lowell.
Yeah.
Who's after that?
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Maggie Gyllenhaal. Then the adoptive parents.
Yep.
Who's next?
His brother.
His brother. That is many different kinds of relationships. We got
Yep.
we got somebody.
It's the whole
we,
thing.
We
it's
got
the
a
whole
single
slew
father.
of
It's the
parenthood.
whole
You know,
kit caboodle.
and we're able to look at all the ways,
Shabam, if you will.
and through the
The
lens
shabam.
of Bert and Verona, we're able to look at how all these other people have fucked up.
I wanted to know why his brother's wife left.
You never even figured out.
Nope.
Didn't they say
Just
something about
like
seahorses
just
or
like
some
he
shit?
will never figure
That
it
was
out.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
Just like he will never figure it out.
Right. Well, even if you
You
do
just
figure
have
it
to let
out,
it go, just like
you
he
still
does.
have to play it. You play it through your mind, and you never really figure it out.
And you'll never like that dude. The terrible thing is, like, even if she came back, like he says, like, I'm so mad at her, but all I want is her to come back. I'll be
Right.
so relieved. And even if she came back, he would never be secure again.
Nope.
That can never be fixed.
Nope.
Like, what a tragedy.
Like where did you
I've
go
been
for
there.
5 days?
That's
Yeah.
it. I've
For
lived
that
that life.
child.
We all have.
I've lived it.
Yeah,
Except
yeah,
Steve.
Yeah. You
Steve
don't
and his perfect fucking house, his perfect life.
Those moments
Fuck
that make
this,
you
I
realize
quit.
you really are alone in the world. You really are alone. You really are.
We are the world.
I would. Oh, okay, I'll save it to the end.
You know? Like, did this movie make you guys reflect at any point on your own relationship?
Oh yeah, the whole fucking
Dude,
movie.
my son is 12 years old.
Yeah.
I have been
12.
through- Look, you bring up that last one, right? Where it's like someone leaves and you develop insecurities. I've been doing that for the longest time.
Tell me.
So
like,
that's why
like,
I don't
that's
do
what this
it
movie-
anymore. Fuck it. You know,
That's what this
I get
movie's-
it. I get it.
That's what this movie is for.
I get it. Don't be a shit parent, and these are all the reasons. And then come to the end where it's just like, just love the fucking kid and be a good human. Done.
But it's not that easy because you've
It's
got to use
never that
all the
easy.
fucking syrup, dude.
You got all the syrup.
Oh, he hit it. He hit him with the
He
syrup.
brought it back to the syrup.
I'm telling you, it's not that
Are
easy.
you a blueberry syrup or a normal syrup? You ever been to IHOP and you get the choices of syrup?
Have you
There's
ever
so
gone to
many
fucking
syrups.
Cracker Barrel? Have you ever gone to
Yes.
fucking Cracker
Oh,
Barrel
God.
and they give you the fucking
Look at his
syrup?
mic right now. He's been
They
drinking.
give you the
You can-
fucking syrup, but they don't.
He's
just,
hovering.
They don't just give you syrup, ladies and gentlemen. They
Butter.
give you little tiny blueberries inside of the syrup jar. And you put those all over your pancake,
I'm
and you
like
make the little babies.
uncomfortable. I feel like you're over my shoulder.
Is this
You know,
ASMR?
while
I'm in this.
While I'm peeing.
Is this ASMR?
Yes.
Tell me
Steve's
this
like, I
isn't
paid good money for
the
these mics and you're
sexiest
licking.
moment of the
Oh no, they
entire
bought those
podcast.
mics. That's fine. That's their
My
mics.
mic
Don't
before-
touch my mic.
It's my mic stand.
Motherfucker.
Oh, we need to do that movie.
Oh.
Fuck.
God damn, I love Rockstar.
Rockstar.
Oh,
I'm
when she has
taking
the
this. These are
dick-
my cables.
This is
When
my
she,
mic
has the, when she
stands.
has the dick
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Sitting next to it.
Yeah.
Like, oh god.
That's been on my list, honestly,
Dude,
for a
I
while
love that
because
movie.
I love
And
that
I
movie
love
It's
the
a
too.
great
soundtrack.
movie. Steel Dragon.
Jump, 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 jump,
Fucking
jump.
Zach Wilde playing every 5 seconds, hitting his harmonics.
I know you can do
It's
the
a great
stand up and
movie. I
shout.
completely
Do it
forgot.
again.
Don't do it. You don't.
No, no,
I mean,
I'm not
you can
gonna
do
do
it.
it. I could, but I'm
That's
not going.
great. That's a great fucking movie. The fact that they casted Marky Mark for that was kind of weird, but I get. I
I
guess he's
fucking
Hold
can't-
on.
I hate
Musical
Mark
rapper.
Wahlberg.
And you see Jennifer
Mark
Aniston's,
Wahlberg.
you see
I
Jennifer
hate Mark
Aniston's nipples.
Wahlberg.
Kind
I
of,
like
yeah.
him. I like him.
Hold on.
It all depends.
Have you seen the new Uncharted trailer?
Oh, you two are
newest?
gonna fucking.
No, I haven't.
At
we
the
go.
end, something happens.
Does he get the mustache?
I'm pretty sure they fucking
God
filmed
damn
it to throw it in at the end.
Oh, I was about to say.
I'm just. I have to look it up.
If you're gonna
Gotcha.
make a fucking movie
Based
after
on
this
something.
huge thing based on something, you better pay homage in like the most important ways, and that is a
Motherfucker's
very
got a
important way.
mustache. He's always had a
Go
mustache.
see Spider-Man. Go fucking see Spider-Man. It is the prime example of getting a
fan service done right.
You know what? When you put the mustache on him,
he looks fine.
he looks kind of
He
like
looks
Sully.
fine.
So he knows. He fucking
Yeah.
knows.
And I hate Mark Wahlberg, but he
I
looks
don't
a
know- I
lot
don't know
like
anything about
Sully.
Uncharted.
He looks a lot like Sully.
I've beaten most of these games with you, right?
Yo, yeah,
Me,
yeah,
like
yeah.
The first one,
Yeah,
second
yeah.
one, third
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
fourth one. I think we beat them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks a lot like him. I hate it.
I hate it too because it
'Cause I
works.
hate Mark Wahlberg.
Just wear
but-
it through the whole fucking
but
movie.
They were right. His
His
continue.
favorite
Anyways,
movie,
back
though,
to
for
this.
me
Continue with
is
your
Brent,
storybook.
Brent brought up The Fighter earlier. His favorite
It's
movie.
pretty good.
that
Pain and
I
Gain's
like.
not bad.
That
either.
is Four
anything
Brothers.
with Christian Bale, I'm watching. So he's by far my favorite of
Have
all
you
time.
seen The
amazing.
Machinist?
Yes.
Machine is great.
Saw that in the
good.
theaters.
Did you watch Ford versus Ferrari?
Yes, saw
I
that in the
haven't
theater.
seen that.
That's an
so
amazing movie.
good.
My dad is like all about that movie.
So
you know, I
fucking
need
good.
to watch it.
Away we go.
Ford versus Ferrari was the last movie I saw before the pandemic.
Oh,
It's an amazing movie.
Dude,
interesting.
Amazing.
dude, the theater for American Underdog was packed on Christmas Day.
Really?
I haven't been to the movie that full in
In a while, yeah.
in so long.
Have you seen
Obviously,
Spider-Man yet?
yeah. I was gonna say Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, bro.
You're not gonna
Spider-Man
go
was
see it?
packed.
I don't like superheroes.
This is not even about that. It's not.
Yeah,
but it
it's
wouldn't
not-
hit.
it's
It
not
wouldn't-
that.
Dark Knight.
This is like going to
Batman's
watch.
a dude with a lot of money. He's not a superhero.
Imagine.
superhero.
So I like
You
to paint
cannot
this
make
right.
the argument that Batman is not a superhero.
While,
not a
while he's about to
superhero.
blow your mind, do it
He's
while
a
it's
vigilante.
You just sound
This is not-
silly.
it's not
no,
even-
You
this is-
sound drunk.
This has transcended this genre of Spider-Man and superhero movies. This is like it's like watching people. I can only imagine, right? People went and saw A New Hope, right? And then like 2 weeks later or a week later, you start hearing all these words like this movie is something different. It's a different.
A
movie.
New Hope
So you-
transcends sci-fi. It's in.
So you are comparing this Spider-Man to Star Wars.
And I am look. This might be blasphemous for a lot of individuals.
I mean, I don't
but
like Star
am-
Wars either. But
I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars. I 2 or 3 times a year I'll go through all of them. I'll go through all of them. I'll do Clone Wars. I'll do all that shit often. This movie is something a little different. It's a little different. I'm telling you.
Get the
You don't have to
tingles and
like
jingles.
Star Wars. You don't have to see all the Toby. This movie's fucking delightful.
I'm gonna piggyback on what he just said.
I'm gonna.
What he's saying is that it gives the feeling of a different form of cinema or a different form of like, oh my God, yeah, you guys need to see this. It transcends.
Huh.
It's
right?
different. It's
Star
just
Wars
different. I don't know how-
transcended media at the time because there was nothing like it.
Right.
Not to say there's nothing like the Spider-Man movie, but I think there's nothing like the fan service they did in this movie in such a way
Yes.
that it
That's way
makes you
better than I
go,
was explaining it.
why can't everything be like this? Why can't the WWE give people what they want, not Vince McMahon thinks this is good, so you're getting it?
And it
like
go ahead.
okay, so like
Zack Ryder should have had a fucking title shot and a
Sometimes-
title run.
sometimes-
People wanted to see it.
sometimes the way
egg. Where's my egg?
what I'm picking up from you,
It's like when
and
CM Punk came back and everyone was like, "Yeah,
Exactly.
I cried.
yeah." Huh? That's about what this movie. I'm like,
Yeah,
what the
dude.
fuck?
That I've never felt so many emotions in one movie in my life that I wasn't expecting to have.
I cried a bunch for an American Underdog.
What were
I
you saying,
cry-
George? What were you
I
saying?
cry real easy during movies though. Like I'm an easy
fine,
crier,
me too.
dude. I'm such a
I'm a
pussy.
sap. I cried watching Away We Go the other night.
Has to be
I don't know
relatable.
about all that.
Oh,
You saw the
so
new
what I do.
Ghostbusters, right?
Yeah, I loved it.
Did you
It'd be
cry?
hard to get a tear out
Huh?
of me.
I
Did you
Coco.
tear
At
up
the
a little
end,
bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so
Oh, yeah.
good.
The-
The ending. of
Did
that
you guys watch
fucking
8-Bit
movie.
Christmas yet?
No, I'm
Fucking
watching
the
it.
sound of the
I was
whole
gonna watch
movie.
it tonight, actually.
Masterful.
Remember me.
Masterful fucking
And
movie.
the grandmother remembers, man.
It's masterful. It's a masterful
It-
fucking
it is
movie.
literally a masterpiece. It is one of the greatest works of our time.
So is it
Wait, what
time
are
to
we
call
talking about?
George's mom?
Coco.
Oh, Coco.
We're not
okay,
going to call my mom for this one. My mom has no idea what the fuck this movie is.
All
yeah,
right,
I kind of
then.
figured. But what I want to get to, we talked
We
about.
got enough out of my mom last week. She gets the fucking. She sits
George
down.
gave up on Bob for this
We're not
one.
calling
She
mom
done.
this week,
She ain't
all
getting
right?
called.
I feel
Mom
like
can
George
take a
got
fucking
stabbed in the
break.
gut by
Mom
Mom.
can take a fucking break and fucking
I hope she hears this.
shut the out.
He doesn't even want to say shut the fuck up because he's worried his
I
mom's
can't.
going to hear it.
I love my mom. I'm not afraid. I just respect my mother enough to not tell her to
seems
shut
like
the
a
F
She's
up.
a nice lady.
I love my
like a sweet
mother.
lady.
But
Okay.
Mom, you can have a seat. I'll catch you next week on the
Gotcha.
discussion.
What were you saying,
round.
Steve?
Kitchen next. Well, we're still on who's your favorite character. So George obviously went.
John Krasinski. I mean,
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
come
Maggie
on.
Gyllenhaal. So Walter, who was your favorite character? in
Who's
this
the
movie?
redheaded lady with the saggy titties? Or there was like, my titties can reach my socks.
Janney.
And they got hair. They look like old man
I
ball
haven't-
sack.
Allison Janney.
It's
Lily.
been-
She
it's-
played Lily.
It's been so long since I had that cringe factor.
Jump in her
like
trunk.
that cringe
She
factor
is
of her.
She's almost impossible to watch.
When she's like,
That's
yeah.
why I wanted to turn
so
it off.
you were talking about like, yes, 100%. You were talking about seeing it through the lens of the child, and you see her in the background, but you see her daughter, and she's just
They do a
pushing
lot of that in this movie.
at her daughter like over and over again, and I was like,
She tells her to stand up and do the dyke walk or whatever.
yes,
Do it.
Who in the right?
Show us your butch walk.
Butch
Who
walk.
would
Butch
do
walk.
that?
Yeah.
No one.
She
That's
is
an
so
evil human.
condescending of
That
her
is
children.
an evil human
so
being.
condescending.
I'm a dad.
No
I wanted
respect
to-
for her
walk?
kids.
I would never physically assault a lady, but oh my god.
Oh
when-
my
And
God.
Jim Gaffigan is just so defeated the whole time.
He is
just
He
so.
is.
How
But
do
when
you?
he's talking
how
about
do
the
you
wedding costing $40,000.
Yeah, but it
cost
should have cost
31.5.
31.5.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Tops.
That was like, oh my god. Okay, well, this
Yeah.
is legit. This feels too real to me, and too fucking. That was too much. It was way too much. That part was way too much for me.
Much
I,
too much.
Honestly, I would have skipped that. If I
But
didn't have
only
a
because-
podcast that
only
I had
because-
to watch,
only
if I
because-
was watching that by myself and I had to make it through the movie by myself, I would have skipped that.
That is
part.
exactly how you're supposed to feel through that whole
Right.
scene.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I get that. I
The
get
cringe
it,
factor is
100%.
so real.
Yeah.
Embrace the cringe.
Yeah.
Not
in this
the
one.
cheese.
In this one, for sure.
That lady.
So
Look,
is that
amazing.
saying that's your favorite character or your least favorite character?
It's I don't fucking
It's
know.
his most what's the word I'm looking for?
It's a character, right? It's
Fuck.
like she portrays like someone it's that or Ellen.
It's like most polarizing.
right?
Oh,
yeah,
good-
yeah.
good
They're,
word.
It's
they're
like-
both certainly like.
Good word, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
think of a character, you
What's
think
that
of
word,
someone
bro?
playing
Yeah,
something
twat.
oddly
Get
specific.
the jelly
right?
twat.
Her character in that was so specific to being this terrible fucking abrasive mother. You know, it's not the loving factor because
Taylor.
Ellen was at least
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah, at least
They're
Ellen, right,
opposites.
was
They're opposites.
had the kid's best.
One is
she thought-
extremely.
She thought she thought she was doing right. This mom clearly didn't.
She wasn't
fucking-
interested in doing right.
Exactly, which is completely the opposite.
They're mean spirited to each other, her and Lowell.
yeah.
They're mean to each other. And the opposite is the true for fucking Maggie Gyllenhaal. They're reaching two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Oh, I'm
Then
thinking
they
about it now, and
encounter-
it's just making me angry. What the fuck that bitch?
And then they encounter the people who can't have children who adopt.
Yeah.
They really do face so, and then they encounter the people who can't even be together. The woman isn't even there. I love that they encounter so many different kinds of relationships in this movie.
It's almost too on the nose though that they do that. You know what I mean? Like,
But you
it's-
only
it's-
realize that
you-
upon reflection. You don't realize that watching it.
I
don't
agree with
think.
George.
Yeah, no,
agree
I
with
get
George on
you,
that,
but
like
it's almost like a
100%.
Christmas Carol, right? Like they're seeing all these certain
Yeah.
steps going through.
What
and
could
see-
be? What could be if you're not
Scrooged.
careful?
Scrooge, yeah, or whatever, Christmas Carol, Scrooge, whatever.
Yes.
But you're right, like they're going through these different stages to see where they want to be in life with their
And-
kid and
yeah.
whatnot, and they're seeing this.
They're
and
fighting the objective parenthood shit the whole time. That's really what it is, in a nutshell, right? So you're like, yeah, do I feel this way? Do I
Look,
be
I'm
this
in a
kind of
nutshell.
parent? Yeah.
But you know what? Ultimately, they settle back on themselves. She settles
Yeah,
back
yeah,
on her
yeah.
inner child,
Yeah.
and he
'Cause they're
just
good
stays the
people,
man
not
he was the whole
cocksuckers.
time. He says, "You know what? I want
Said
to
he was a
whittle.
coxswain.
I want to sit on the porch and whittle." They go to a place with a fucking porch that you can fucking chill out and whittle on. She literally gets in touch with her inner child by going back to her childhood home. Like,
It makes
Perfect.
sense. It's good. This movie's a
Yeah,
good
for
movie.
sure.
It's
So
good.
my-
it's
my-
not my shit, but it's a great fucking movie.
it's a
when
good
you think about
story
it.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
for sure.
agree.
For what it is, it
For
nailed
sure,
it.
for sure,
It nailed
for
the
sure.
shit out of it.
for sure,
what
for
it
sure.
is.
So I'm gonna kind of agree with you. My favorite characters were Jim Gaffigan and Allison Janney is what they were because it made you feel so uncomfortable but so real because they felt like real people.
we've all met those people.
Yeah.
Especially
The
around
couple-
here,
Or
dude.
less-
the couple
lesser
who
or-
doesn't need to fucking be together.
right.
because they're obviously fucking miserable.
Right.
Yeah.
He's holding his fingers together right now. You see that? That's when you know. Right?
We've all
George?
met those
That's when
fucking
you
people.
Fucking
We've
know.
been together for a fucking
The
decade.
gabbity-goo.
Have a couple
The
kids. and they
gabbity-goo,
fucking can't
gabbity-goo.
stand each other.
Just got a big whiff of something sweet smelling.
I've been tooting all night.
I've been tooting. All right,
Sugar in
so
your gas tank there,
should-
George?
I stopped. Never mind.
never mind. Do we have a least favorite character at all?
Mine's the same as my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Lily is just an absolute nightmare.
Oh my god.
Lily is a nightmare. I can't.
Jump in her trunk.
When she says that line,
Dude.
No,
I
what she
literally want
say?
to turn
She
the
says
whole
like
movie off.
she's like
and-
a something bag holding bricks. Do you remember that
A
line?
duffel bag full of bricks.
A duffel
yeah,
bag
talking
full
about
of
her
bricks.
ass. Talking about her daughter's ass.
I
who's
laughed
5
out
feet
loud
away.
and then felt so
Her
bad.
daughter is
for
5 feet
laughing.
away.
When she says her daughter walks like a teamster, that's
5 feet away.
like a fucking just an old, haggard,
Oh my
tired union
God.
worker.
An
That's
old,
so
tired
funny.
union worker.
Yeah, I'd laugh.
It is
I did
funny.
laugh out
and
loud.
Ellen
and felt
Ellen,
really bad.
same thing. And Ellen is equally as insufferable the opposite direction.
Have you guys ever entered somebody's home and
Just
they
fly
say
away,
namaste?
little birdie.
That has happened to me.
Fly
Where
away,
somebody's
little
answered-
birdie.
Not once.
Somebody has answered their door, namaste. I'm like,
I'm gonna
I'd
start
be
doing
like,
that to you.
I'd be like, I'm going to McDonald's.
right. I'm gonna,
Let's go to McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm not eating here. I'm going to McDonald's.
yeah, dude. And we're-
Catch me
I
when
would
you're not
say
fucking
out of
nuts.
who do you think's more cringe out of those two, Ellen or that redheaded sock
Oh,
chick?
it-
I think
no.
it depends on you.
Yeah, it's. I saw the comedy in LN, but I didn't see the comedy in Lily. I
Oh.
felt that one too hard.
I'm
I,
exact opposite
I
of
say
that.
this area is full of a lot of lilies.
oh my
St.
god.
Mary's County is full of a lot of lilies.
Maybe that's why. Maybe
So-
that's why. You all right, Steve?
I'm a little
Jesus
tired.
Christ, you just beat the shit out of yourself?
Trying to
Smack
stay
him.
awake.
Smack him as hard as you can.
Well, do just like I did that one and fall asleep.
I could. Yeah.
Did you fall asleep at a podcast?
Yeah, Lost Boys. I was
Yeah, that
sleeping the
was
whole
funny.
time. I
He was
That's a
out.
great one.
Literally.
That's a great one.
You love that movie.
I picked it.
He picked it and he fell asleep during the
Oh,
episode.
Were you drunk?
Rude.
No.
No.
What the fuck?
He was having a great time. It was just like,
Too
huh?
many people talking,
Dude.
people interrupting, and yelling.
What's next?
Breaks
What's
the
the next segment?
What was your favorite part of
George
the
is
scene?
ready to be done.
Wrap
it up, B.
The syrup scene changed my life.
I
It
feel
changed
like
how
I'm-
I see love.
I like what George did here. I feel like I'm being forced to be serious.
Yeah.
You know, like actually forced to like not be a fucking doofus.
My favorite scene is the fuck ups. Are we fuck ups?
Yeah.
It felt real.
All
yeah.
of their
Right?
scenes where it's just them when they're on the train together.
The trampoline.
Super sexy.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
All the scenes where it's just them. Like we all, I don't know. I've had that experience. You know.
Yeah.
When,
And it's kind of like you
when you have
said.
the super personal moments with another human being where you really are perfectly vulnerable. They express that so well on the screen.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Beautifully, masterfully done. All those are great. What did I say my favorite scene was though?
Dude, I don't know.
I just said it.
We were talking about it, and there was two. There's the trampoline scene, and then there's the
Oh,
train
the syrup. The
scene.
syrup. The syrup.
Oh, the syrup though. Come on. That changed the way I see
Exactly,
relationships. The way it
exactly.
changed
So
the way
that
I
was the
see
second
love
syrup.
for life.
Sipping on some syrup.
Because he's not wrong. You have
Scissor.
you have to give it
Sip-
all.
sipping
You
on
have
some-
to pour it all out, man.
Pour it all out. My favorite scene was the stroller scene just because it is fucking
Oral
hilarious.
pleasure.
what is the acronym? What is the acronym? Like SOS.
It's It's the three S's. It's no.
Yeah.
No sugar. No,
No,
something.
no strollers, no sugar, no something.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But it was hilarious. And then just for them to, just the way Maggie Gyllenhaal reacts, like we talked about earlier, when they bring it in and
don't
they have
wanna-
no idea.
Why would I want to push my baby away from me?
Right.
Shh, my baby away.
I
and
agree.
then he just grabs the kid. He's like, whatever you want, whatever you want. And she's like, no, you don't want
I
it.
hope
But
you don't-
do whatever you want. You
I
know,
hope
and
you
then-
don't plan on
and he
hiding
jumps
your,
in.
Yeah.
I was like,
Your
yes!
love making
Your
from your
love making
children.
from your children.
And she's like so condescending to them.
Yeah, the whole time.
So
I
condescending.
fucking goddamn.
Fucking-
it makes me
fucking-
so mad,
Dude.
like,
How do I make my living?
oh my god,
It's so good though.
Fuck you.
All right.
You know?
Yeah, I
So
can't- I
okay,
can't
getting
deal
to
with that
the
shit.
main question of this movie, and this is a hard one for me. Were we entertained?
Very much so.
Yes,
Absolutely. I love this
100%.
film.
So here's why I want to say I don't know if I was entertained or if I was just like
Captivated.
not captivated, but just like what is
Vindicated.
going on? Like this movie's making me feel things, sure, but I don't know if I'm entertained by it or if I'm just like stressing out, like you said earlier about you're like this movie's making me feel things or whatever.
I don't like
I
feelings.
don't like that.
I gotta go build something
Which,
now.
if you guys are saying that's exactly how I feel about this fucking movie. If I loved movies that fell along these lines, this would be way more up there for me. But this movie is so far outside my fucking comfort zone.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Appreciate the fuck out of this movie.
Yeah, that's
But-
why I like doing this podcast, because I've seen. I don't know. We've done
At least a handful
50
of
some odd
movies,
episode.
yeah.
I'd say like
I appreciate the
10%
shit out
of
of this
them
for
are
what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Like
the
100%.
20% I haven't seen.
But it's not my cup of tea. Definitely not my cup of tea. Would
Yeah.
I click on it? No.
It's
Do
like
I
when,
feel
it's
like
when
a better
Steve watched
human for
Milk Money
watching
for the
it?
first
Yes.
time.
Well, no, that's weird. Like Milk Money's up my
Milk
alley.
Money
I would
doesn't need to
love to
fucking-
watch that
Milk Money
type of
does
movie.
not need to exist. That movie
the
does not
funniest
need to
fucking shit,
exist.
dude.
It really is.
So
Goddamn.
bad. It's so bad.
Have you seen Hobo with a Shotgun?
Which
What?
is amazing.
That's
No.
my shit too.
Yeah. That's another movie that doesn't need to exist, but
But like hell yeah, thank God it does.
yeah, that's how I feel.
I
There's a
have
couple
no
of
idea
those.
what that is. Is that like something?
God
Death
is-
Clock. Have you watched Death Clock movies?
God is good.
I like the metal band Death Clock.
No,
Oh.
there's actual fucking Death Clock movies.
No
cocaine.
No.
Anyways, we'll get further into this. I think
The cocaine.
anyways,
Look
sorry.
at this bag.
Anyways.
Of cookie.
Would we recommend this movie to our mothers?
No.
No.
My mom's a great cynic about love. She does not go for the romance films.
My mom likes romance films, but I don't. I think I think this one's too new. If that makes sense. Like,
That makes perfect
I know what
sense.
There
you
would be
mean.
something about it where, because like my mom loves like Gone with the Wind and like shit like that, but it's like this one's too.
Modern and
Modern love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
What do you think, Wally?
My mom. No, my mom fucking hates like movies.
My mom hates
My mom
Movies.
is not in the romancy. Is that what you
My
mean?
mom loves like big blockbuster movies.
My mom
So
too.
my mom's like, my mom wants to be fully entertained.
As
Yeah.
far
She
as
doesn't want to feel.
my mom
you
is
know?
like Armageddon, 10 out of 10.
Exactly.
Yours
too.
Exactly.
Yours
too.
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
Space Cowboys.
Back
10
in
out of
the
10.
And
Yeah,
my
yeah.
mom's super like smart and loves shit like it. She just doesn't care. My mom
Right.
goes to the movies
Straight.
to be entertained.
Yeah, I'm here for a
100%,
good
you know?
fucking time.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to watch Bruce Willis fight an asteroid.
Yeah. I don't go to
Dude.
a bar to fucking
I love
listen to a love
Armageddon.
story. I go to a bar to fucking get fucked up. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
that kind of
You
thing.
don't.
Yeah,
you don't,
yeah.
You don't.
If I'm gonna sit down with a movie, I'm not
I don't
here.
know.
I'm not here for
I'm
a
sure
fucking
plenty of
college
people have
class.
found love at a bar, but it's not a place
Well,
that
I'm
you don't.
saying
You
you
generally don't.
You know
You
what?
go to a
Generally.
movie to watch a gigantic movie. You don't go
Never mind.
to a movie to watch a movie like this to
Whoa.
feel. But
What were you going to get to?
I'm
George?
explaining through the
You're gonna say
eyes of my
something. What are you
mother.
going to
It's okay.
say? Say it.
What? Did you meet your girlfriend at a bar?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was
Which-
but
nothing
I will
wrong
say
with
it
that.
was an exceptional scenario.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
People that say that you should do that. That's just it doesn't.
I would
you
not.
meet,
I
meet
would
people
not
where you
recommend
fucking
that
meet people.
advice
You
to
know?
anybody.
Yeah, but yeah.
I would not recommend it to anybody. I will say it was an exceptional
Where the fuck do
scenario,
you go
but
to
it
meet
did
people these
happen to
days?
me.
Target on a Saturday morning or an online
Target,
chess
Farmers
club.
market.
Target.
An online chess club.
Target.
Ooh.
What about it?
Target.
Wow.
Is
I met my
Wow.
ex-
Play WoW.
World of Warcraft.
I met my ex-wife at Target, so that's a big old strike.
Oh,
Yeah, don't do
well,
that.
All right, don't.
That was a guess, so yeah. Let's nix that one.
World of Warcraft.
That's where I meet everybody.
The Shadowlands.
Where you hold common ground. You should go. You should spend your evenings at Applebee's.
Probably
Oh,
the.
yeah, you should.
I'm just gonna keep going to the Moose Lodge and then wait for some old man to die so I can scoop in on the widow.
I feel like the Moose
fucked up.
Lodge is the last.
Catch
place
that old
you
man's
should find
retirement.
love.
Hell yeah, dog. I want to.
You don't want to go there.
I want a 65-year-old sugar mama real bad.
She'll feed you pancakes with the syrup.
Scissor.
See what I did there?
You want the little
Brought
blueberry
it back.
syrup? Go to Cracker Barrel.
I hate Cracker Barrel. The food's gross.
Blueberry
Gross.
pancakes hit different.
I do want to say that this is the first movie I'm not going to recommend to my mother. I don't think she would like it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And with the way she pays attention to movies.
Is this the first one out of all of them?
First one out of all of them.
50. There's been 51 now, right?
Yep. This is the only one I'm going to say no.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. What's next? What's the next?
But with
segment?
that, the fun facts of the fucking week. I gotta put a good fucking
Who
cougar
is that?
roar
Who is
in there.
that? Who's doing the fun facts of the
It's
fucking?
Steve.
It's me, yeah. It's me.
Okay.
You couldn't tell that was him?
I could barely hear it.
We need an eagle screech too. In the background.
We'll just do everything.
Soul
It
of
don't
an
matter.
eagle.
He's Canadian.
Soul.
There's no
Spirit of a
COVID.
bottlenose dolphin.
God damn you. For the brief oral sex scene, Maya Rudolph wore 4 pairs of biking shorts under her gown.
That's what she told her husband.
Well, trust
really
me.
did it?
Trust me.
Went right
There
with
was
that.
4. He was not in it. I swear.
Do
Oh, and I watched it with
Do
the
people
captions
call
on.
them biking shorts?
Yeah.
What, joggers
Well,
or
if it's
whatever?
if actual
Spandexy
biking
shorts?
Yeah,
shorts,
those
yeah.
are bike
Spandex
shorts.
shorts?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
No,
I watched it with the captions on. I watch every movie with
Did
the
it
closed caption. Yeah, it just kept
Is
saying.
that so you don't miss
It
things?
just kept saying kissing noises.
That's funny.
Yes,
You taste
I get that.
different.
I
Different.
dude. watch something you've never watch a movie you've seen 100 times and
What
watch
I
it
love
with
is
the
when
caption
they
on.
do
You'll
the
be like, oh
soundtrack.
shit.
When
I
they
watch-
do the soundtrack in the
Yeah.
I watch
this plays. You're like
a
hell
shit
yeah.
ton of anime with captions because it's
Yeah, it makes
completely
sense.
different.
Because you be like,
Dun,
oh,
dun,
that's me,
dun, dun,
senpai.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan.
I just did the Deadly Sins.
7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah,
I've only
super
seen the
good.
first 2 seasons of that.
It's
so
it's
good.
amazing. It's really good.
This film.
How about
Sorry, buddy.
how about Full Metal Alchemist? The first season.
That's how I
The
feel when
second
you.
best anime of all time.
The theme song for the first season is the best.
It's literally the second best anime of all time.
After what?
Ninja Scroll.
Dragon Ball Z.
Sword Art. I love Sword Art.
Akira.
Sword Art.
The first season of Sword Art is good. It gets a little weird after
Second
that.
season sucks. Third and fourth are really good.
Okay, the second season was so bad that it like turned me off.
The gun shit sucked. Everything else.
The only
was
thing
amazing.
the only one I've ever seen is Ninja Scroll.
First
so.
season though, choice.
amazing.
Chick's
How about
got a
Overlord?
Chick's got a venomous
Also
pussy.
Awesome.
Venomous.
Parasite, amazing. We can go through this all day. We should talk about this. at
Anime
different time.
podcast coming up.
Anime podcast
That's
coming
all I
up.
do. I go home and watch that.
Psychopaths.
The film is the first studio production to adopt green filmmaking initiatives aimed to reduce CO2 emissions.
I can
Garbage
see
was
that.
reduced by half thanks to various bins for recyclable material.
Even the
caterers use ceramic
Christ.
and wash dishes
And it's a George
as opposed
movie, baby.
to throwing away products.
Even the-
Vehicles on set use biodiesel fuel.
Even the movie is
This,
granola.
that feels so fucking forced. That
Now I don't like this movie
that
anymore.
feels so like, look, we don't have a lot
It
here, so
literally
let's grab
runs
this.
on fucking Hunan fucking
I know,
Palace.
literally.
All of our
fry oil.
coal, it's all fucking corn gas.
All corn gas.
You know they told everybody. They talked about it
Hey,
constantly.
you know
the
this
whole
movie
time
we're
they were
doing? We're running every vehicle on biodiesel.
And like all the
I
locals
swear.
were like,
These are all
great.
Hydra engines.
That's great. Good job. We're proud of you.
Good for
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Okay, we heard.
That's so random. That's so fucking random.
Toni Collette dropped out due to scheduling
She was going to
conflicts.
be Lily, wasn't she?
Maggie Gyllenhaal took over her role.
Who was it?
Ellen.
No, who dropped
Tony
out?
Collette.
Toni
I
Collette.
don't know who that is.
If you would have
Sixth
watched
Sense. Hereditary.
Hereditary,
Nope.
you would know.
Sixth Sense.
We're
The
gonna
mom.
we're gonna definitely have an episode where Brent watches Hereditary.
What's her name?
Oh, that would be so good.
You seen Hereditary?
It's amazing.
We talked about it.
Like the past 3
I
years, it's
remember
one
it
of the
now.
best suspense horror films.
I can't think of a better horror movie in my life.
The past 3 or 4 years. So it's like you got like maybe 4. Like you have The Conjuring, right? And then Hereditary's really
The
fucking
Conjuring
good.
is the
It's
popcorn
different.
movie theater.
It's different, yes.
Sure.
Hereditary definitely feels like I'm reading a fucking book.
I'm
that's
scared.
like amazing. Like as I'm watching it.
It is slow. It is plotting. It will fuck your life up.
Watch it a second time. You've
I've
watched
seen
it
it like-
more.
Oh, dude, we watched
I've
a bunch.
seen it several
You watch
times.
it. You watch
At
it the
least
first
3.
time. You're like, oh, this is fucking wild. This is way
First
crazy.
time I saw it, I was like slow. Second time, I was like, this is
Genius.
fucking me up.
You watch it a second time, you're like, there's so much more shit that you just missed. Like people like hanging around, plot points. You
Oh,
watch
there's people
Hereditary the
everywhere,
second
yeah.
time. Yeah.
The
I
names
do
of
want to
people.
say that we did a very deep dive, I thought. That was one of the only episodes that we stood on the fucking rails of that movie.
We stayed on topic the entire time.
and
This man
it's-
doesn't do scary movies. You don't do any fucking scary movies, Brent. None.
He don't like-
You don't
he
do
gotta
like
look through the-
Halloween
No,
or
I
Nightmare.
Can,
Like
I can do like
Old
cheesy,
ones?
I can do cheesy old slashers.
Slashers.
That's funny. Yeah.
Slashers are
Okay,
not
okay.
horror movies. No, if it's actually going to scare
back
him.
in the day they were, but now they're not.
Right.
We're
Yeah,
also
they were 100%
desensitized.
30
now,
years
so.
ago, they were scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Anything, The Ring and After, not watching.
Okay.
Like the first ring, where she's like
Ringu.
she's in the corner. She's like, ah.
Yeah, dude. That
when they open the closet and she's
Fucked
there,
you
dude,
up,
that
right?
one, dude,
a whole
That fucked me
generation
up,
is
too.
traumatized in one
yeah,
moment.
that was fucking
when the
terrifying.
motherfucking
sure.
horse jumps off
the
the thing
motherfucking
and-
horse.
Do it one more time, Wally.
That seriously, that
It was
scene
terrifying.
right
It
You
is.
paused that as a kid.
Yeah.
No,
I
yes.
paused that shit and was
Yeah.
like, oh god.
I want the trauma. I want the
that
trauma.
movie ruined
Give
horror
me it.
movies for me.
That was
Seriously.
that was borderline Faces of Death for
The
me
Ring?
when I did that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's- yeah, it was that bad, man.
Steve, you were that guy. Well, I
I'm
grew
gonna
up
think
with this
about the
man,
Ring.
right?
It's only my
yeah.
5th night in my new house. I'm gonna think about the Ring tonight and not sleep.
You can sleep
Perfect.
in my house.
Steve,
I hold your
Call me.
hand.
That's
you would
tight.
watch the most horrifying shit because you were bored and you
I
would be
would.
wanna play
completely
Gay
fine
Chicken?
with it. And it blew my mind. Like that shit would, but like I
Would that wreck your life?
yeah.
What was it? What
no,
was it?
just like
Okay.
I was having a romantic.
Yeah,
no,
they
no,
were
no,
holding
we were
hands.
holding hands.
Yeah, they were holding hands over here. We missed that. But
Steve's fucking balls deep in Reddit watching like these like real
Dude,
like like
Mike
people
Miller's the
dying.
same fucking way,
No.
dude.
And I'm like,
I can't
what
fuck with
I don't
that
do it
shit.
anymore.
He
I
doesn't
can't-
anymore, but as
Oh.
kids, I was like, what
He's
the
he's
fuck?
clean now.
What's that?
I'm
What's
off
that
the-
one
I'm off
website
it.
that has all
He's
that
probably
shit
like,
on there?
how do you remember this?
Yeah, you were on Watch People Die. Watch
Probably,
People
yeah.
Die.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh, that's not on there
I
anymore.
literally
Yeah.
like
I
blocked
can't do
that
it.
subreddit a
I
long
couldn't
time
do it.
ago.
I couldn't do it. I think I
Yeah.
watched one, and like halfway
Wait, you
through,
click the
I was
little
like,
button. and
never again.
You click the little button and it's like report, like do not show me this content anymore.
No,
I did
they
that a long
can't
time
do it.
ago.
they
can't
took
fucking
off
do it.
that subreddit.
Good.
Yeah.
It does not need to exist.
I feel like
doesn't,
Steve
no.
went in the weird.
Do you think the
bowels
IP
of Reddit,
Yeah.
like the weird stuff? Where
I
it
went
got
there and I'm
dark?
back now. I can't.
Do you think the
it's too much.
IPO?
It's-
do you
it
think
is.
the IPO is going to change Reddit forever?
What's the IPO?
You know what an IPO is?
No.
An initial public offering. It's going to go public. It's going to be traded on the stock.
Reddit is going
market.
public?
Yep.
It's going to change.
Do you
Well,
think
there
it
goes
is?
all the
It's
fun,
going to
freaky
have to.
porn I
we
like
better
watching on
find
there.
a new fucking weird forum website. 4chan.
Well, look what
We're just
happened
gonna
with
make up-
4chan.
people
Yeah,
are just
that's what
gonna
I was
make
gonna
up-
say.
4chan.
Yeah,
exactly.
now
Yeah, there's
then
gonna be new
Reddit.
one.
So what's the next one?
Yeah, I mean, how
Everything.
am I going to go to r/amateur
Funtari.
buttholes and like
Amateur butthole.
Can a butthole be?
Where's your-
I
I don't know.
guess it
Reddit's
can
going to change.
Funtari.
Though.
change.
Reddit's going to change.
damn it,
It
don't
really
you-
is.
It's a real
God
shame.
damn it. Running at 98 minutes. This is Sam
WrestleFap,
Mendes'
that's a good one.
shortest film to date.
It's just screen caps of like wrestlers' butts.
Yeah, it really is. Well, that's a new one. They took off the original one that got
Oh my God.
We're really going
DMC'd
to talk
a
about.
lot.
Yeah.
We're really going to talk about Reddit butts.
And then
Well, no, wrestlers.
We're
Reddit
being
butts.
informative now.
they got
Yeah, we're informing the public of
I
what's
thought this-
happening out
I
there.
thought
they
this is the
got
way we
they
go.
got rid of all the celebrity fakes too on Reddit a long
makes
time
sense.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, which
yeah.
I mean, you can go to MrDeepFake.com for those if you're really interested.
If you're really interested, Jim Gaffigan, who plays Lowell in this film, is a stand-up comedian who often
How
tells
the
a
fuck
joke
Do you know?
about the fact
You feed
that
ducks, son.
feeding ducks.
I hope everyone knows what that means.
If they don't, they're gonna Google it and go, "God damn it! Why did I do that
Don't-
after I
don't-
Googled
don't-
a blue waffle?"
Don't image search that. Well, do
Don't.
actually image search that. I dare you.
Okay. Well.
Feeding ducks.
Jim Gaffigan often tells a joke about the
Mixing
fact
a batch.
that the male seahorses give birth, saying that a stubborn scientist incorrectly identified the male, so he, when questioned, has said that males have the babies. In the film, Roderick mentions that he loves seahorses because the males have the babies and wishes he could give birth to LN's babies.
Right. And she goes, I would totally put my babies in your pouch.
Yeah.
And like touches his face
So
with her
weird.
pointer finger.
Yeah.
So
Something about it's a little
weird.
hot, but okay.
Nah, that too. Those
No.
fucking.
It's like
people.
it's like the point where it's like so
That one
weird.
really hit home for you.
It's the
I
point where
fucking hate the like.
it's so weird where it reverses on itself and it's like kind of hot.
No.
For me.
I just wanted
No,
to see
a
Maggie
second-
Gyllenhaal's mommy boobs.
The second that lady started
Would.
being like facetious and condescending, I
No,
was like,
well, yeah,
I'm out.
I was like,
which she
I
was
can't
the
stand
second
that.
she talked to them. The
Right.
yes.
As
Well,
soon as-
the doctor said it's going to be a girl. We'll
As soon as
see.
she said she breastfed the other lady's,
Which is
Oh,
hilarious.
dude.
I was like, oh, okay. And then the whole conversation after that was how she felt justified. I was like, okay, I can't.
insufferable is the word.
Right,
you
she-
know?
Thank you,
Oh, good
thank
word.
you, thank you.
She couldn't
Oh my God.
lactate. She's got lactation problems.
Oh,
And
yeah,
now
so-
she won't
yeah.
talk to me or let
So-
me watch the
Or-
child
or-
anymore.
She fucking better
Yeah.
not because fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, I would have bopped her like
Sorry.
open-handed on her forehead.
Bopped her.
Shouldn't use the B word.
gently. Boop.
Hey, she's a bitch.
But thank you.
Speaking of bitches, we're at the final decision of this episode.
You had like
So-
two fun facts.
There wasn't a lot out for
Yeah,
this
you
guy.
hear the
I mean,
second one?
it's
It was so obscure.
there's not a lot of this movie. It's not a big cult classic
not a very
movie that
fun
there's a lot of
movie,
stuff.
actually.
It's not a very fun movie when you break it down. So
No.
there wasn't really that much out there. And not to throw George under the bus, but I wasn't given a lot of time to do my research like I normally do.
Good,
I don't
Steve.
care.
I like to see
Throw
you
me under the
vulnerable.
bus. I don't give a fuck.
Shit.
I like to see you in a fitted hat and vulnerable.
Fitted hat.
I'm certainly
funny.
not sensitive.
I'm joking.
Or a snapback and vulnerable. Sorry.
No, I did most of the research I normally do, and there just wasn't a lot out there for this movie. So, I mean, it is what it is. This movie isn't that huge.
Wow,
you
thanks
know,
for throwing me
whatever.
under the bus, even though you didn't even have to. What a prick.
Fucking cuck.
Yeah,
Oh, he
you
hit him
said
with a
it.
cuck. He hit him with.
I hit him with it. So, George,
I will
out of
never
10.
use that word.
Put
Out
that,
of
put
10.
that on a t-shirt. Hit him with the cuck.
Hit him with a cuck. Out of 10, George, where are you at? Final
You
decision.
know what? It's funny talking about this movie. I watched this movie last night and I was like 7.5. Talking about it tonight brought it up to a solid 8.5.
8.5.
I
All right.
love this film.
That is up
Okay.
there,
I
upper
love
echelon.
this film. Absolutely.
Brent,
For
Big
me,
Bear.
Big Bear. You gotta say it like that, yeah. When you address me,
I'm sorry.
you're like talking over a CB radio.
Right. Big Bear, over.
Big Bear. Hey there, Big Bear.
Hey, BB.
Hey,
What are you giving this fucking Big Bear over?
Big Bear, what's your 20? For me, I'm pretty much in line with the critics on
6.5.
yeah, it's right around the 6.5 for me. I liked it. It took a while for me to get invested
Into it, yeah.
But once I was like, all right, this is great. It's good.
Big Bear give it a 6.5.
Big Bear.
Wally, what are you giving it?
This is always so fucking weird.
I feel like
man.
he should be Big Bear though. Look at him.
I know. He's
Look at this
definitely
motherfucker.
Big Bear. I'm just like,
I'll be little bear.
He give it a little bear.
actually, you can
Big Bear and Little Bear.
Little
Oh,
bear.
it'll
Just
be
because
over
The more we
it's
say
supposed to be
bear,
ironic, right?
The more we say bear, the more I just feel like
the gayer we sound.
Yeah, the more I feel like it's like bear and twink, and I don't like it. So let's just
You are kinda-
stop.
Can I call you Twinkie the Kid?
Oh shit!
You can call me whatever you want,
so-
but I don't like it.
Yeah, me neither.
This is always so a few times, right? So do you rate this for what it
This
is,
is you.
or
This
how
is
you
your
It's how you feel.
This is your opinion.
for what? So I'm a preface, right, Steve?
Thank you.
Preface.
Thank you.
I'm
We're
the number-
prefacing.
What's
I'm
the
gonna
number
preface
in
this-
your heart? The number in your heart.
Well, hold on. Before I do that, for what this is way better than how I feel personally about the movie. So what this is, I think was great. Like if I sit down and think
they
about
accomplished
this.
their goal very
Oh
well.
yeah, this is a fucking home run for this kind of movie. You know, like
Sure.
this is great. Like every part of it, the writing, whatever. For me, as deep down in my big little bear core, this movie probably is like a 6.75 for me.
Okay.
And that's
7.5.
just and I want to make sure to state this. That's only because I've been what's it called? I've been made to not like movies like this.
I would say that that's a really good rating from a dude who is like, this is not even my kind of movie. Almost calling it a 7. That seems like a compliment.
This is
to
one
me.
of those. This is one of those things where this movie, I can understand what it is, and if people, the individuals that hunt for this, that enjoy this, should be top tier
Yeah.
movies. But it's not in my wheelhouse for
Sure.
movies. It's really not. I'm like fucking giggling when some people fart in a tub. I didn't want to say the actual word. Right
I'm
there,
with you
but
though.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like I love action movies. I love Marvel movies. I talk about this shit all the time. But this movie I can really appreciate. So I'll go with that. I'll go with that as
6.75?
6.75 for me as an individual.
You don't go full retard.
Never go full retard, man.
Fart in
Never.
the bath
Sean
tub,
Penn.
What's your number, Steve?
I am Sam.
laughing
He-
your ass off.
He went to the
Steve-
Grammys, went home empty-handed.
Steve's number.
All right, so I'm gonna piggyback off of what Wally just said.
Pet the horse.
So this movie is not in my wheelhouse either.
Sure.
It's not a movie that I would seek out. It's not a movie that if I saw a trailer, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm going to see that. Now I do like John Krasinski. I do like Maya Rudolph, but they're not playing the typical. I mean, maybe John is a little bit with The Office and Jim
Barely.
Halpert, whatever.
Sure,
but
sure.
But Maya Rudolph is definitely showing acting chops versus what I've known her to be. Obviously, a comedic, great performer. But this movie just, as much as it's very well written, as much as it accomplishes what it's trying to do, to me, nothing happens in the movie. And I know that that's the point of the movie. They're trying to find out where they want to be at the end, and they find that. But I wasn't engrossed with what was on the screen.
Sure.
I wasn't brought in besides like the LN character. That made me go, oh my God, fuck this, bitch, I'm in, right? But like nothing besides that I was grasping. Now, do I have children? No. Am I going to have children? Probably not. And that I could see.
Don't say that now. You're gonna jinx yourself.
I could see
I'm
him
gonna text
knocking
Tiffany.
on.
He's gonna,
I could see.
I thought you went right for his
I'm gonna text her
cock.
now.
he's gonna make
Knocking on wood.
Steve's gonna make a deposit tonight. Watch.
A duck deposit.
But what I'm saying is I can
feed the
see.
duck deposit.
Oh, shit. I could see where it was going and my thinking and whatnot to it. But like
Cooking macaroni and cheese.
nothing made my brain go, this is a good movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did I
So
enjoy?
Steve Miscolzi doesn't necessarily identify with this film.
In my current state, no.
Right.
And
I will say, as
And-
I've gotten older, I identify with it more.
well, I think if I sat
These
down
people
to
are
watch
33
this,
years old.
I am.
I
30
yeah,
I
yeah.
am
heard that this movie.
33 years old.
Exactly.
right, and that's why what I was trying to say is like I'm in that category, and I'm
Yeah.
whatever. It might fuck up, or this or that. Like, okay,
Sure.
I
You're
get it.
doing great, Steve.
Thank
You're
you.
doing
doing
well.
so
You're
good.
doing so
Thank you.
swell.
Look at this fucking podcast, you savage.
I'm trying. What I'm saying though is, if I were to sit down and watch this on a Sunday night instead of I got to watch this movie on a Monday during work, I don't know if the movie would have been better for me, is what I'm saying. Like, if I was sitting down on my couch
Would you
to
watch this
it,
in your leisure time versus were you watching it because you had to watch
Leisure
it?
Suit Larry.
no, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't watch this movie in my leisure
Right,
time.
I understand.
Right?
I understand.
But if you were to tell me we're watching this movie and I sat down in my leisure suit to watch it,
Leisure.
this movie might have been a little higher for
French.
me, right? And I'm not trying to say that, oh, George made me
think I
watch
heard
this
that.
movie and I had to watch it for the podcast real quick and get into it. But what I'm saying is, I wish I could score this movie higher than I'm about to score it based on the writing, the performances, what happens on
That's
the
a
screen.
hard thing.
I
So,
just realized this podcast is definitely, if you have ADHD, this is your podcast.
oh,
I mean,
100%.
we all have it. That's why.
Also realize that
I think
we
the only
should
person who
probably
doesn't
two
have it is me.
We should have the.
It must be
I
very
disagree.
frustrating.
I
Little bit.
disagree, but that's just because you're trying to end it proper. But I think there should be 2 scores. at the end.
What you think it
you
deserves
feel-
based on like
what you
your,
think
your
it
personal
deserves
opinion
for what it is.
There
you
it
know?
is. There it is.
Like a movie for what it is. Because there's plenty of
Okay.
movies where I'm like, this is not my cup
This
of
movie
tea, but
does it,
I can appreciate the fuck out of this.
Does it accomplish its goal? And
Yeah.
this movie. 10,
If you ask me to do a
10,
war movie, right?
like
if you ask me,
9.5, like a solid 9.5.
Well, no. So here's my thing: is you can't do that because you have to take the score you're thinking that it should be versus what you feel it is.
I agree.
and that brings your score together.
And
so if
that's-
I'm
and that
thinking
number
that
comes
critics,
from the
it's
fucking
removing
heart.
yourself from human emotions. It's basically so you attack a genre like as it's supposed to be, as the movie lies, in opposed to how you feel as this person that's got all these flaws and all this other shit, or how you've been brought up. You
One
know, there
number.
could be
One
two.
number lives in your heart for this movie.
Yeah,
What
sure,
is it?
Sure.
One number lives in your heart.
It's at 6.
That's the number.
But
give
you
it.
guys forced me to so George specifically, I feel like I had to remove myself.
I would never.
from
I would
being-
never impose that
I
upon
would
Whatever,
never do that
whatever.
to you,
No,
brother.
no.
I would never do it.
I wouldn't feel like I brought
Brother.
this movie justice if I get labeled at that. That's the thing.
I want the
So I
number
don't
from your
want-
heart.
Yeah, no,
He
it's
said
a
6.
It's a 6.
Okay.
It's a 6, like 100%. But at the end of the day, it's not really a 6. It's only a 6 because my uncultured ass thinks it's a 6. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's your number.
But that's your number.
Yeah, well,
you know.
but it
We'll
doesn't feel right.
aggregate- we'll
It doesn't feel right. I'm trying to tell these people that they
I'm trying to tell him.
yeah, like this
I
should
see
be
what you're
something
saying.
higher.
You think you're like, look,
Go watch this fucking
you're
movie 'cause
saying-
you might like
you're
it,
Saying
you know?
I'm the problem.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
movie's great.
Exactly.
I'm the problem.
100%.
But that's
100%.
your
Respectable.
score.
Respectable.
Yes.
though.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not that you think it should be higher.
Which-
this is what you think it is.
Which is why I went borderline middle. That's why I went
I respect that.
6.7 because this movie deserves more than I can give it because I am
and
at
that's
fault.
From, and that's from your heart too.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day.
and
dig
that's
it.
Yeah,
my roundabout where I'm getting my score from.
Yeah.
And my score is a 4 out of 10.
Ooh, you did not really like this movie.
God
though.
damn, boy.
Again,
Again.
I
Are
wanted
you
to
feeling
like
bad
it
about
more.
Die
I
Hard?
want to
Wait,
hear.
no, he
all
loved Die
the-
Hard.
I
I
love
want to
Die
hear.
Hard.
Okay. I want to hear. Explain yourself, sir.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of just did.
Say
You know
it
what I mean?
again. Say it again.
Okay, so I like what the movie's
What other
trying to
movies
do.
have had something that low for you, Steve? Real quick before you keep going. 'cause
Say that
I'm
again?
new.
Name
what other
another really
movies
low
that
movie.
have?
Is this
What other movies have been that low from you since
Below
this podcast?
Below
start-
5.
since it
Well, what we
started?
can do, I can go to our website and I can pull up all of our scores.
I'm
Look
going to
at
do
look
it
at
right
the plug.
now.
Look at the plug.
Look at the plug. Well, I can do it, or you could do it if you want to.
I'm
And
doing it right
okay,
now.
you do it while I describe why my score is a 4 out of 10. This movie doesn't do anything.
I
Right?
disagree.
No,
Okay.
no. Think about
Hold
it.
on, let me
What?
finish,
Yeah, let me
We
finish.
disagree. Yeah.
Let me finish.
I want to hear Miss Colsey talk.
This movie doesn't go anywhere. Yes, they go to different places in the world and they show this and they show that, but what are they doing when they're there? Nothing. They're literally just talking to people. I understand that's what the movie is and the message is, and the fact that, you know, we want to make sure we're going to grow our kid in the right place, or we want to move to the right place. But in reality, what
What
are
are
they
you wanting them to do? What are you wanting them
Yeah.
to do?
What do you? What,
the movie-
What
the
are
movie-
they missing for you?
For me, the movie never. It didn't kick into the next gear. It was always in the starting
So is
position.
it-
I don't
it
think indie
funded-
films are for you.
Is it?
No, I
is
like
it
indie films.
conceptual?
Oh God, I don't. Hold on,
what?
Brent's laughing
Like
over here.
what?
What do you got? What do you got over there, Brent?
So, anything under a 5, you gave Machete a 3.
Perfect. that movie sucks.
Jessica Alba's ass.
I gave it
in
what,
that's
like a
really nice.
1?
Dazed and Confused a 3.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I hate
that
Dazed and
movie
That's
too.
my
I hate
favorite
Dazed and
movie.
Get
that
the
fucking
fuck
movie.
out
It's
of
so
here.
stupid.
A 3 though? A 3?
I don't like that movie
I
at
can
all.
understand hating
You
it, but
gave
a
it-
3?
I was so bored watching that movie.
Yeah, me too, bud.
All
You gave
right,
Expendables
whatever.
2 a 3.
That I can see. That seems.
Pumpkinhead we never ended up
We
watching.
never. Well,
Isn't
you
that a
didn't.
horror movie? Isn't
Pumpkinhead
Pumpkin
is
a
yeah,
horror
yeah,
movie?
Yeah. We forgot to review it. Like we forgot
We
to give
forgot
our
to give it
final
numbers?
score. Yeah.
Oh.
At the end, I
And
would have
then
gave that like a 7.
You gave Saving Silverman a 5, which you're ridiculous
I'd give it a
for that.
5.5.
What? you for a 5 on
And
Saving
you gave
Silverman.
basketball a 5 too.
We talked
Oh, what
no,
the
no,
fuck?
no, no, no.
Hold on. We have questions. I have questions.
We
I
have
have
questions.
Basketball's not great.
It's
No,
not great.
Watch it
but
again.
I
Wally,
know
Wally,
Steve.
Wally,
I know
listen.
it's terrible. I know
Wally,
it's fucking.
Listen to me. Just 1 second. One
Yeah,
phrase.
it's not that great.
Watch it through the lens of the decision reel and come back.
Yeah.
Steve, I would have pegged you last
Right.
for
We did-
giving
what-
fucking
what-
basketball.
Watch
a
it through the
5.
lens
We all shit
of
on-
this podcast.
What would you give? Oh, hold
all
on.
change-
I
Hold
got
on,
problems.
this is
I have a
this
lot
is
of problems
opening
now.
up a plethora
I have
of problems.
So, what would you give? Hold on. Let me think of another movie that's like really like synonymous with basketball. What would you give?
What did I give South Park?
That's
I know it
different.
was. I know
That's
it was
different.
lower.
Something low.
What's
because
that ping pong movie? What's that fucking
Balls of Fury?
What would you give Balls of Fury, Steve?
So we talked about this in the theater when we went and saw
would you
Spider-Man.
give Balls of Fury?
I was gonna
It's
choose
the
Balls
same-
of Fury because I love
I've
that
never
movie.
seen it.
Forget
I
Christopher
would give
Walken
it.
as the
I would give it
antagonist.
a
What do
5
you-
or a 6. It's not a good movie, but
And you
it
gave
holds
the
my hand.
Jackal a 5, you fuck.
The Jackal is fucking
But-
good. What
but-
did I give
but-
the Jackal?
A 9.
But
Hell yeah, the Jackal's fucking good.
all the issues that I came
Damn,
up
really?
with about the
No,
movie is what
that
makes
was
it a
Ryan.
5.
Hold on.
You got to think though. I'm not going. Oh, it's a good movie. It's a 9. I'm saying it's a good movie. It could be a 6 or a 7. That's
So
where I'm at.
Yeah,
So
but
are you full feel?
yeah,
Are
I
you
stand by
full
that.
feel with these movies?
What do you mean?
When you score them, are you full? So we talked about both ends of the spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Like what it deserves,
Both.
Yeah.
what it is.
But I'm not going in the middle of that. I'm going. This is what I think this movie
So
is.
you give this.
and
You give.
So you're like a
Away
critic,
we
critic,
go.
right?
Yeah,
You're like
oh, yeah.
full.
I'm on the
Away we
spectrum
go.
critic. Yeah.
critic.
You give Away We Go a what?
4.
Goddamn.
4 out of 10. And I was trying to explain, but like always,
Sorry, look.
Get you
I
sidetracked.
had
Anyways.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not
Everybody,
mad.
shut up and let Steve talk for he's got a platform.
He already
Give him his
explained it.
platform.
I usually agree with Steve.
I wanna
on
hear
everything.
I already explained it. But what I'm trying to say is that like basketball and what was the other movie I gave a 5?
The Jackal.
The Jackal, whatever. Looking through it as a critic's standpoint, basketball is funny and is a good movie and it keeps my attention. But today, it's like I kind of get bored with it halfway through and
So
I
is
turn
that
off and I
that's how you
tune
feel
out.
about this?
This movie, yeah, it did the same
You
thing.
emotionless fucking robot.
I was in this movie for the
Shots
first half.
fired.
Hold on.
This clearly
You're
means something to
100%.
George.
You're right. I was
That's
in
not
this
true.
movie.
That's not true.
I'm just
That's not
kidding.
true.
I'm just
keep
messing
going,
with you.
Steve. That's not true.
Ask my wife. It's true. I was in this movie until about like when they went to Montreal, and then I was like,
That's when the movie picks up for me the most.
not for me. There's
When-
nothing happens in this movie. It's
That's
after
when
that.
it becomes a drama more than it becomes.
and that's when
a
it picks
fucking
up for
comedy.
me. When the syrup and the fucking family
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the
and I
orphans.
get what they're talking about with
So
the syrup
beautiful.
and whatnot. I get the
So
whatever and the
beautiful.
song and whatever. I get it.
Special
but-
fucking movie.
And the lovers quarrel in the mate.
They weren't quarreling.
I'm just making up fun.
Brent has a thing that we used to do here
You got
on
lead
on,
singer syndrome over there.
on the podcast, which is, did I
Shots
pick my
fired
phone
again.
up? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the best review.
That's the best review. Did you pick your phone up? Halfway through basketball, I pick my phone up every time. I've seen the movie, but I pick it up because after a certain point, it just goes,
Back to you, Cotton.
Like, dude, Dogma used to be
Same
one of my
way,
favorite
same
movies
way.
of all time. We did Dogma, and I watched it through decision reel goggles. Fucking
Changes the movie entirely.
It pooped. I hated
Pooped.
Dogma. Well, I gave it a 6.5, but like,
this
Decision-
makes me nervous
The
now
decision-
because
Yeah,
I
you're
have
gonna
all
go
this
back and
Podcast will change your perspective
yeah,
of the film.
yeah. And if you don't go into it open minded, which we all do, but if you don't, you're gonna just fucking.
So
It's
I
crazy.
I just should stay an ignorant
Like
Ignorant
listen,
viewer.
If you
No.
go off, if you go
do
off-
whatever you want.
Even if you saw
However
the
you
movie
want,
2
yeah.
months ago, and we say, hey, we're watching it this.
I always
This is the new movie for this week. Watch it again just for this podcast, and it will and
It's-
watch
yeah.
it through
See,
this lens.
this did the exact opposite for me than it did for old Steve Boy over here.
Same.
Where I was like, probably thought it was gonna suck ass. Like I would have turned it off instantly. But I get halfway through it and I start paying attention to it through decision reel goggles.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm like, okay, this movie's a lot more than I thought. The writing, like I already talked about it, but this is so much more than what I thought it was going to be. Still not my
Be
genre.
gone, thought.
I just want to make sure people understand me when I
Sorry,
say
Steve. Sorry.
a
This is
5
you.
out of 10 is not a bad movie.
No.
That's an okay movie.
What's a bad movie?
A
Score.
bad movie's like a 2 or a 3 to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I don't
So
think
there's
we've
no
had anything
redeeming
that
quality.
so
low.
you think this is close to being a bad movie?
So
No,
from my
I think this movie's okay. Okay, it's just not a movie that I would seek out. So for me,
Yeah,
I'm
yes,
gonna rate
okay.
it lower than
Dig
I
it.
would a basketball or a not another teen movie
Wow.
because those movies are the type movies I'm going to
You
seek
are
out.
just not interested in this particular kind of film.
Genre-esque.
I do not want to watch a movie in which it's literally dialogue that I don't care about.
Wow.
Do you think it's a genre thing, Steve?
I'm
Too?
personally,
It's not a genre thing. It's literally there's nothing about this movie that makes me want to watch it again or ever. Does that make sense? Like nothing. Yeah. What'd you do to that old microphone?
I don't know. I think
there?
I faced
All right,
the
whatever.
XLR. That's
It
in
might
this
be a
fucking-
shitty. It don't matter.
That's
But
good.
what I'm just saying is, again, a 5 out of 10 is an okay movie. It doesn't mean it's terrible. Like fucking all the Resident Evil movies, which I love, are 5 out of 10s.
No, they're all
Agreed.
like, no, I would give
Less than that
most
for
of
me,
them a
but
1.
yes. But I still
they're
enjoy
like
them.
a 1 or a 2 for me.
I don't think they're like
down here.
right. They're not the worst movies ever made, but they're not good.
But the first one is
But
a
they're
2.
decent.
It's a 2.
I love the first one, but that's only because of what it meant when it came out. Like it, comic
Never
book
seen any of
or
them.
video game movie,
Sure,
crazy,
okay.
whatever.
I feel a little bit better now
Trash.
that you've explained that.
Trash film.
So what I'm saying is 4 out of 10 doesn't mean don't watch this fucking movie. It's terrible. That means for me personally,
Yeah.
I don't
For
resonate
my
with
own
it. It's not my
bumhole.
thing.
And that's why we have
Pushing
the
this away
aggregate-
here.
That's why we have the aggregate score.
Let's
Exactly.
get,
Yeah, we have
so-
the average whatnot score.
So what is the decision reel, right? So the decision reel is a review podcast,
Yeah.
Right.
but are we trying to review for people to be like, yo, you should watch this?
No, it doesn't. No,
Well, no, it's our personal feelings on each movie
Right.
that someone
if you want
picks.
to watch it, cool. If you don't, cool.
Just jump into my brain.
Jump.
Each of our
Deep
brains.
long.
slice of life.
Okay. Good.
Exactly. With that,
That'll change my stuff a little bit.
sure, cool. I think
Gotcha.
that just put a good taste in everyone's mouth of why you're listening to this show.
I know
you
these
wanna
balls.
hear.
Taste.
Some
taste
beautiful
in
balls.
mouth.
Let's turn the lights off
Nice coin
and
purse.
play Who's in My Mouth.
Keep the lights on, please.
I gotta go.
Who balls are these?
I gotta
Anyway.
George
go.
doesn't like it when he gets
Anyways.
gay or straight. He's
I know.
just there.
I'm
He's
fine with
just
gay,
there.
just not with you guys.
Come on, man. I'm a good-looking motherfucker.
I feel like I'm not wanted.
You better get over here and suck this dick. It's not gonna suck itself.
Big Bear and Little Bear over here just
First
not
off,
getting in it.
After I
Big Bear and Twiggy the Kid over here.
I get forced to watch this movie, I wanted a payoff.
I wanted to pay.
This movie should come with a reach
Started
around.
out with
Goddamn
oral
it.
sex, and it
A
didn't.
reach
And it
under.
never really delivered.
All right. We're getting a little long in the tooth here. I want to say thanks for
Want my
everybody for
taint
listening.
tickled.
But next week, Vinny is going to be on like he always is for
Did he-
the
did he
first
email you
episode
the-
of
yeah, right.
the month.
The new year.
The new year, the first episode of the new year, we're going to do a little bit of a rebranding on the Decision Reel. We're going to come
Are
up
we
with some
what?
new
Gross.
logos and new shit. We're going to also put some new
Gross.
things on the
It's
actual
gonna be
podcast.
good shit, pal.
It's going to be good shit. We're going to do some new, how would I say, events and things on here.
Ooh. Still want
Look
to run
out
out
for
of movie
that.
theater.
Mysterious.
We might go into a movie theater and do stuff, but if you're watching on the
What kind of
YouTubes
stuff?
and whatnot,
Gay
we are
stuff.
on that.
Suck
We are
my
on the
dick.
Instagrams and whatnot. But Vinny
George is gonna
is
suck everybody's dick in the movie
after
theater.
George is done doing that. Vinny is going to be on here next week. We're going to review the movie Jack with Robin Williams.
I love that movie.
Wow,
Rob
I haven't seen
Williams
that
is
in
so-
fucking 20 years.
I know, man. I can't wait.
He has a
This
direct
is
line to
like
my
a
heartstrings.
very
with
sad
everything.
movie, man.
Sad but good
You know what,
movie.
Robin
I think
Williams-
Adams.
Robin Williams.
I
Patch
don't like
Adams.
Patch Adams.
is
What the
ultimate, Robin Williams is the
Oh my
ultimate.
God.
Like, I'm gonna make you laugh and cry at the same time, guy.
Yeah.
very good.
Jack,
Very good at that.
Patch Adams.
Yep.
What
Patch
dreams
Adams
may
is
come.
So fucking
Oh,
good.
great movie.
I forgot about
Flubber.
Flubber.
Flubber. I love
Laugh,
Flubber. We're
cry,
already
sing.
Jumanji.
RV's good.
Jumanji. Fuck, that movie's like emotional.
What year is it?
Patch Adams is my second favorite.
So we're doing
Rob
Jack.
Williams.
We're
movie.
doing
We're
Jack.
doing
Doubtfire.
Jack. Are you going to remember?
What do you want to be? No, I'm gonna text you.
I know.
What do you want to be? What do you want to be when you grow up? Alive. Ugh.
But anyways, everybody who's out there still listening after one of the longer episodes we've done, which we're trying to trim these, but if you guys do like
Not
these
happening.
long ass
Here's the thing,
motherfuckers,
we talked about the movie nonstop.
we did talk about the movie this week, and
Steve
I
and I
will
both
say
tried to keep
we
us on topic.
we did, and I think that was great.
Are you trying to say that I didn't?
The Bears did not help.
The little bear and the big bear,
Well, you know what?
I'm Little Bear.
I don't care.
he don't care.
Big
I
Bear
do
don't
want to
care.
say
Big Bear don't care.
for all of the hosts here, thanks for listening. Thanks for staying here all the time and doing your thing. Again, if you want to review, like, favorite, download, do your shit.
Smack my sack.
Whatever you just said. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We might be on Patreon in the new year. Thanks for listening and have a good New Year's?
New year?
Yeah.
New year? Big Bear.
Big Bear out.
Little Bear. Still here.
Little Bear still here. That's funny.
Big Bear.
Big Bear don't care.
Go
It's so weird taking those fucking headphones
I know.
off after
They
that period of
squeeze a
time.
little bit. Oh, sorry.
Is T working this late?
It's like being in
Oh,
VR. It's like playing VR for like a long time.
I still